Yeah, 6 o'clock. So we on here now. We live and we in the motherfucking building right now. The
You
motherfuckers is
already
back at
know
this shit
it.
again.
You already know it.
Hey, bro, they say they wanted this real shit, so here we go. The two realest niggas in the game right now, bro.
Okay. They better hurry
Hey,
up and realize this.
hey, man, did you get your pay, bro?
Huh?
Did the dog pay you your pay?
No, he ain't get it yet. He inboxed me and said he was having some technical difficulties though. I don't think he got it.
What? Well, putting in your Cash App information?
Yeah, I don't think he got it. You know?
Wow. But they was
Yeah.
popping off big. I listened to that whole damn shit, man. I said, oh, them niggas is wild.
Yeah, they wild, bro. I'm gonna keep taking their money though. I'm gonna keep taking their money. See, Artman wasn't there. Artman had stepped out the way and he was doing something. And so Artman wasn't able to put him up on game. But when Artman got back, he told him a nigga official though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but dude was just like, I don't know what they was on, bro. I don't know. But one thing that me and Goon don't do, we don't cap for these fighters. We don't love these fighters. We respect them. They partners. If we talk to them, they respect our opinions just like we respect who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to message Artman for a minute. My shit ain't going through again. I just tried it again and it came right back. So I don't know what's going on with that shit.
Yeah, I ain't no telling what our man got going on over there. Our man running that secret society over there.
I'm about to tell him. I'm about to tell him to pull up.
Yeah.
I just went to his page. Maybe that's how he doing it from over there.
Yeah.
But bro, we got action this week. In
Yeah.
other news, we got action this week. Oh shit, my boy Bud gonna stop Canelo. What's the deal, my guy?
Man, come on in, man.
Bud versus Canelo, bro. You already know. I'm about to send you the link to your Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, quit playing.
You don't even gotta wait to come on here, dog. You part of the
Home
motherfucking
cooking.
show now, dog.
Yeah, nigga home cooking.
Hey man, hey, let's talk this shit right here. I know this could get some shit started.
What's that?
You see, Shakur say, yeah, dog. Haney.
Oh, you on
I got
that
my
bullshit.
money on Haney. Yeah.
You on that bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you childish as hell, bro. Shakur just playing, bro.
Yeah.
Shakur just playing.
Hey, you heard what Shakur said? He got his money on Haney, bro. Niggas know what it is now. They can act like it if they want to, bro.
I don't know, man. You know what, man? I honestly went back and I said, let me see if there's anything that I missed in the first time I watched it or the second time I watched it. I went back, bro, and I watched it yesterday. Word to my mother, I watched this and I said, I see the same thing.
Go stop Canelo in the building. What up, my guy?
Hey, boy.
Yeah, what's up, bro? What's going on with y'all, man?
Salute to you, my guy. Hey, bro.
Salute,
hey,
bro.
Listen, I got Drake backpedaling right now. I don't know. He might have sidestepped me, so I got to watch this nigga. I got to watch him. I
went and watched the fight. I went back and watched Ramirez versus Haney again for the third time. Word to my mother, son. I didn't see nothing that would make me change my mind and say Haney is gonna do what he do.
You heard what Shakur said, bro. You know what I'm saying? You heard what Shakur said, dog. Yeah.
What Shakur say? What Shakur say?
Shakur said Haney in a runaway, bro. You feel what I'm saying, dog? Haney, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all better act like y'all know who Devin is. You know what? I'm glad it's happening like this, bro. I'm actually glad it's happening.
I know why he said that, though, but okay. I know why he said that.
Why he said that?
Because Norman, the rumor that Norman did to Bud, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, Norman debunked that rumor himself. He said he didn't.
Yeah, I thought his dad even did that. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, Brian Norman Jr. himself said. He said it was just a rumor. He didn't hurt Bud. He was just young and gave a good effort. So everybody was over exaggerating it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got him with a good shot though.
Yeah. I mean, but bro, you be in the game, you gonna get buzzed, bro. I don't give a fuck who you is. You know what I'm saying?
especially by a good fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Drake,
Yes.
hey, bro, if Haney go ahead and do what I think he gonna do, bro, I'm telling you, bro, y'all gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
Hey man,
Explaining to do,
I
bro.
definitely will, man. Because I'm telling you, y'all, I watched that fight last night. I didn't
turning it
see
on now.
ounce of courage in that nigga, man.
I'm turning it on.
When he win, I mean, if he win that fight, man, he definitely, even though he probably Hall of Fame now, he definitely going to the Hall of Fame for real. That's a big step up to 147 and taking the title.
For me, it's just the weight classes that he moving up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna give him a credit for a lot of the opponents. Come on, Bud went through that. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the weight class, you can't deny the weight classes, bro. Like, come on now.
He's capable of doing it. It's just last night, bro, when I watched that Ramirez fight.
I'm watching it right now, Drake. I'm watching it right now. It's round 1 right now.
And you're gonna see nothing that would. It's not an ounce of courage in it.
Okay, now remember when we was talking about this fight, and I was like, I didn't like Haney's footwork, like it was like all over the place.
Yes.
What I think is looking at it now earlier, I think he was trying to move too fast. He wasn't settled. So that's why it was looking off balance and shit like that.
And see, to me, my interpretation is he don't want to get hit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course that too. All of them don't want to get hit. Shakur will tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
He don't want to get hit because he had just got hit. If you know what I mean.
Right. He was a little reluctant because he just went through that drama with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's his first fight back, and then he still wanted to make sure he get to the Ryan fight, so he wasn't trying to take no chances of getting hurt.
Right. Hey, bro, we gonna look good the next time. We gonna win. Most importantly, win, which we did, and then we'll look better the next time. Bro.
Just like Canelo, he did what he had to do just to get to the Bud fight. He didn't take no extra chances to make it entertaining or try to stop him or none of that. So people will give Canelo credit for that, but they won't give Devin Haney credit for the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Talk your shit, bud. Yep.
I didn't see that. I seen a straight up. I seen a straight up
really
runner.
Look good in the Jamie Mongol fight. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had knockdown. I had Jamie on my card close to winning that fight. I had him actually winning it, but niggas was laughing, whatever. But Canelo ain't really doing a lot either, y'all, especially these last 2 fights.
Nah.
I mean, Canelo was pressing the issue in his last fight, though. Dude was running. Whereas Haney was running and against Ramirez. You see what I'm saying?
And look, but like missing a lot too. And Haney is right in front of him right now.
And Skull was
still right now. He's still in front of him right now.
When Skull was on the ropes, Canelo didn't step in and take that chance at all, really. Maybe 1 or 2 times, but he didn't want to risk getting hit either. Like, he was real reluctant.
I still ain't seen that Skull fight yet, but I heard a lot of people say they thought they had Canelo losing on the card. So I'm like, what
I don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He didn't lose, but
California love, salute this saying talk boxing, NFL, and everything. Thank you for tuning in, bro.
Hey,
he was boxing, and he was boxing. I'm looking at it right now. He boxing.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all see my new profile pic though?
I like that. I see it. Hey, that's the Game of Thrones joint, right?
Yeah, that's the Bud and Canelo though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I don't know, bro.
We got to see. I still give Devin. I give him a chance to perform again to show us what he made of. I'm not gonna count him out just yet.
Y'all know I think he's shot.
Yeah, we know. I think he got something to prove though, because it's for him to step up and go at Brian Norman. That's a big step. Knowing he got knockout of the year so far, it's like, that take a lot of heart to do that and move up in weight and fight that fighter.
I think it's just one of them. This is a big test. Like, I'm not gonna fight no more if I barely win or whatever, or if I get knocked out. This is that test right here. Am I good enough to be boxing now? So I gotta go at this Norman dude like this. And I think this when Norman beat him, that's why I say he's gonna retire.
If Norman knock him out, yeah, he might end up retiring. For
Yeah,
real. It's
yeah,
a
no
it's a high
question.
possibility too, but
Yeah.
we got to see it. Cause he went at it with Tank. Tank couldn't really hurt him or knock him out like that. Like Devin got a chin, so we just got to see. It's a good fight though. It's I
I
definitely
mean,
think it's. I'll go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Finish your
I
wisdom,
was
bro.
saying I definitely think it's worthy of being the main event that night, even though they got Benavidez and Yard as the main event. I think it should be
Hmm.
Norman and Devin.
And see, this is where I differ at from a lot of people. I I know Devin probably do have a chin. It ain't the chin that I'm worried about. It's that beating that he took. Even though the fight got overturned and all of that, he took a beating. And most fighters that take a beating like that, bro, they they don't look good, bro. They're not. It just don't look good for him, bro.
Yeah, Kono came back though from getting destroyed in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but look at Cotto. How long did it last? Look at Roy Jones. When Tarver did it to him, everybody was on pins and needles every time Roy Jones fought after that. And what happened? Glenn pop
Yeah, that's
laid him
true.
out. Mike Tyson when Buster Douglas shot fighting. When they get beat like that, bro,
Yeah,
like beat up,
I just
hey,
think, Devin Lane like that because he didn't get knocked out though. He got up every time,
he
so
got beat up.
he didn't. Yeah, he got beat up, but
That's what I'm saying. He got beat up. I think in some cases a knockout is better. But a beating like Devin took, and he got up what 6 times, and he got just battered. Man, that's wow, bro.
yeah. But a
I
lot of
mean,
fighters would have been knocked out from them from with a Ryan. That Ryan, if Ryan do that to a lot of fighters, they're not gonna get up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I still think he got something in him.
I don't
Man,
know.
bag y'all. This shit has been acting crazy, dog. It's doing all kind of shit right now. I'm back though.
They
Yeah,
took you out your own live.
Yeah, it kicked me out. I figured y'all would still be on there. I don't know why I did that though.
I was wondering why your ass is so quiet when I'm talking shit.
Yeah. I ain't even hear you. What you say, Drake?
Nothing.
You talking about Devin?
I ain't say shit. Hey, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run it back, nigga. I'm gonna run it back. Hey, my
No,
man
I,
said
I,
when
I
we
was
come
just
on this
basically
shit,
saying, like my thing ain't Devin taking a punch or if he got a chin. My thing was the beating that he took. You know what I mean?
you talking about
Like
Devin?
he took a beating,
Yeah.
and most fighters that take a beating, they don't really come back. Now I seen a nigga get knocked out and come back next fight and get busy, but a beating, like even listening when Ali beat him, you know what I mean, like that. He couldn't come back, bro. Like we go all the way back, smelling and Joe Louis. Joe Louis wasn't the same fighter after Smelling did what he did to him.
Hey,
But he came
I'm,
back and got Smelling though. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He came back
He
and
did.
got him.
He did.
He
what
came
But
y'all?
he
back
What
and
y'all?
wasn't
get.
the same fighter, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I get what you're saying though.
Hmm.
we got some good fights this weekend, but I'm gonna ask y'all, what do y'all think about if Bud beat Canelo, him being on Mount Rushmore, and because boxing scene, they be
Undeniable,
bogus.
bro.
They
That's
put out an
undeniable.
article saying, even if he knocked Canelo out the first round, he don't even make it up there. Like, what are you talking about? So,
Well, who's up there? Who's up there
it,
then? I know
yeah, it's
Floyd,
Ali,
Ali, Sugar Ray
Ali number
Robinson.
one,
Like,
Floyd.
yeah,
Yep, Ali, Floyd, Sugar Ray Robinson, and then if Bud beat Canelo, I put Bud up there because he 3 times undisputed in 3 different weight classes. He undefeated, 42-0. You know what I'm saying? And he moved up 2 weight classes for undisputed. I put him up there, bro. Nobody did
they
that.
That
saying
that
the tough
that's a fair
champion.
argument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vinny Mac, what's going on with it, man? What's going down?
oh,
Yo,
that's our boy off Art Man show. What's going on,
yeah,
bro?
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
I
going
had to
on, my
come
baby?
through. I had to come through. I told you I was coming through, man. What's going
Hey,
on
you
with it,
did.
man?
What's
Hey,
popping? I
man,
told
we
you
just
always
kicking it,
welcome,
bro.
sir.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know,
bro, you ain't get a
yeah,
chance to meet me. You was on the show with Art Man the other day, but I'm it's me and Dreek show right here. Dreek is going with Brian Norman Jr. Shout out to the homie Brian Norman and the Norman family. That's our people. But I'm going with Haney on this, bro. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be a boxing lesson, bro. It's gonna be nice. And a lot of people been talking a lot of shit about Devin. Just wait and see this shit. Just watch.
Man, that's most definitely to the guy, my boy Drake, man. Have you even watched 5 of Brian Norman's fights? As I asked my boy Vinny before, he said he didn't. But have you watched 5 of Brian Norman's fights?
Yeah. I didn't see I probably didn't see like the last 6, 7 fights.
He
Okay,
asking Drake. He asking Drake that.
let me tell you what I picked up from Brian Norman because I've been watching his fights, bruh. From
Okay.
what I've been seeing, he only can fight motherfuckers that's in front of him, and that motherfucker got some fast hands. Don't get that fucked up. But the motherfuckers
Underrated
only.
speed for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I watched him. I watched him, but I see he kind of struggled with the movement of some type of with some fighters. But then again, I only seen him really fight Mexican fighters and shit like that, right? But what I
Okay.
noticed that he does is right. So did y'all watch that fight? I think it was against what was his name? Jesus something.
Yeah, I seen it.
What he would do is he would do like Frazier does, right? When he see your right foot go down, he would do that jumping hook. And then I see the dudes he fought, they wasn't defensively responsible. Like the
Okay.
what's the dude named Chinese Restaurant, right? So when he fought Chinese Restaurant was actually trying to bang with this dude. He was not defensively responsible. He abandoned the body attack. Norman abandoned it as well. He couldn't move around the ring. He couldn't do anything. So what I'm saying is when he goes into this Devin Haney fight, what is he gonna do with a skilled boxer and someone that's defensively responsible? Now I know y'all gonna bring up the Ryan Garcia fight. Uh, Now, though Ryan was on steroids, Devin went in there with a bad game plan. Devin should have outboxed that dude, and then we wouldn't even be talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Devin did take punishment, but how long do you guys think it takes to heal the body for the body to heal? The body instantly starts healing. And what I seen in the Jose Ramirez fight, I don't think you guys like. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but
I'm watching it right now again.
if you guys really pay attention to that fight, right? Notice Devin's offense, right? He really used foot movement. Yeah, baby, I'll do it. So when Devin would move three, he would move three to the right, and he would come back, hit you with the left hand. He would move three to the right, watch your reaction, move one more, and then hit you with the right hand. If you're coming forward to him, he will move two to the side and go off with the left with the opposite hand with the jab. Devin was leading with hooks. Those 1-2s from Devin with the three was hurting Ramirez. Simple 1-2s was pretty much getting Ramirez out of there.
Yeah, that's what won him
I
the fight.
Yeah, I like Devin's foot movement, but what I hear you guys say was when Devin was moving around the ring, he was throwing punches. He was 1-2-3, 1-2. He would
Mm-hmm.
put you, like I say, in a matrix. I'm not gonna be long winded because I'm gonna let somebody, you know what I'm saying, get on, then I'm probably rebut
Oh,
what
you
they
good?
gotta
You
say.
good,
But
bro? It's
it's
all
just
love over here.
yeah, it's just certain things that you gotta watch. And like I said, when I seen B Norman in those fights, I didn't get the gist of B Norman fighting top opposition. Even when he won the belt, when he fought the dude for what's that WBC?
Santillion.
Okay, now was that dude with that funny looking ass WBC belt, right? I think that's the international belt or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So when he was fighting Chantillion, right? I watched that man hit that dude with so many straight jabs, like down the pipe. I seen the angles and things like that that he was using on him, but the power couldn't keep Norman up off of him. But then he wasn't defensively responsible as well
Yeah.
as
They was
Devin Haney's
brawling.
gonna be. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a kick it to whoever the Norman fan is, and let's just kick it me and you real fast. Let's kick this shit real quick. If
Okay.
Drake.
possible, I'm on y'all channel.
Oh yeah. Go
Drake.
ahead. Go ahead.
It's on you, Drake.
No. I didn't. I seen it the exact opposite. You know how I seen it, fam. Like I just think that beating that Devin took, man, that took a lot out of him, a lot. And it ain't about the body healing; it's about the mind healing. You know, it went through AJ, had to go through it. AJ still ain't really 100% there after
Yeah.
that ass kicking. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the body healing; it's that ass whooping, and we know that that record got
Big G in the
overturned.
building.
What up? What up, though? We we
Shit,
we
what
know
up,
that
though? I need me some theme music or something when I come in, bro. Like
Hey, bro, you gotta
I
come
need
on
some
with your
ring
own
walk.
shit, man. You got to come out with your own shit, D.
Yeah, yeah, but I understand, like I understand that it got overturned and everything, man. But that ass whooping we can't take back. It ain't the physical, it's that mental. And I paid close attention to him when he got in that ring with Ramirez. Ramirez wasn't even supposed to be on his level at all. He was supposed to wax
Well, we
Ramirez.
showed him that, Drake. We showed him that
Yeah,
he wasn't on
and
our
I
level
see.
with the scorecard.
Well, I mean, you also showed that you had the lowest punch output damn near in boxing history too.
With the
You know what I'm
win.
saying?
It could
But
have been worse.
with the win,
Yeah.
that's
With the
fact.
shutout win.
Shut
With the
out win, my
shutout win,
baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the shutout win, one
I
zip.
believe
That's a
that I
shutout.
believe the name of the game is hit and not get hit, right? See, I
Talk
think
to
that
him, baby.
we forget that this is called boxing. It's not called Rock'em Sock'em Robot. It's not called fighting. It's not called USC. I mean UFC, not my bad, but the USC. The
Yeah.
thing is, when you're boxing like us black slick American boxers, bruh, it's hit and not get hit. It's hit while you moving. It's tie a motherfucker up. It's frustrate a person. Brian Norman has never been in the ring with somebody mentally responsible as Devin with a high IQ like that. Do you know when Brian Norman even tries to get started, what's gonna happen to Brian Norman? I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. And Tim Bradley told you too when he was hating on Devin.
Oh shit,
Now
we
He
here
caught
gonna
come
wrap.
the
He
now here
he
come
gonna
the
hold on.
fairy tale. Here
He
come
gonna
the
wrap
fairy
you up.
tale shit right
No, no,
here.
no, 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 no. It's called a clinch. He's gonna clinch the fuck out of you. Where's the fairy tale when he's gonna clinch
He's
you?
gonna clinch
Devin
him
is gonna
a
clinch
bigger
you.
fighter.
Devin is gonna clinch you. I don't care who. I don't care who the fighter is. I've seen smaller fighters clinch bigger fighters. We seen Mike Tyson in his fights with the bigger dude. What's the bigger dude that he knocked out? And his fucking leg twisted under his fucking body.
Razor
What's
Reddick.
that dude?
Razor Reddick.
Razor Reddick. He was
Okay,
clinching
we
Razor
go.
Reddick. I seen
Okay.
Tyson clinch bigger fighters. I seen Devin's clinches and I seen other fighters clinch bigger fighters. What I'm saying is before Mr. Norman tried to get started, Devin is gonna clinch. Devin is a
Okay. You
boxer.
you got Devin knocking out Norman though, don't you?
This is what I see.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I gotta turn the camera on for this. Hold up now.
I definitely don't see
A
that.
knockout? I ain't got Devin knocking
Hold
him
on,
out, but
hold
am I
on.
hearing a knockout on the show?
You about
Yeah.
to you about to hear greatness at its best, right? Let me explain this to you.
Talk
This
your shit
this
then,
fight
dog. Talk your
this
shit then.
this fight can go one or two different ways, right? So when Devin get him in the ring, Devin's gonna figure by the seventh round, we're gonna see who Brian Norman truly is. Devin's gonna fight five different fights in this fight. Devin is gonna outbox you. Devin is gonna stand in front of you and move with body movement and head movement and be right in front of you, fucking your face up, right? He learned that from Mr. Floyd Mayweather, right? Because he came up in that gym. Now, what's
Hold
gonna
that
happen with
wine one
Brian
second,
Norman?
Drake. Hold it down.
Uh-huh.
So what's gonna happen is Mr. Norman is gonna get frustrated. I've seen Brian Norman throw hard shots and miss them. I've seen
Mhm.
Brian Norman stand right in front of dudes and miss them, but he throws them in combos. So you got to shake all of them. But Brian Norman is not the most accurate puncher unless you stand in front of him. And what happens when a fighter goes in with a game plan that doesn't work? He gets frustrated. That mental pressure gets to him, and you make a mistake. We've seen fighters make mistakes and get knocked out. That can happen with Brian Norman being honest because this is boxing and you can get your ass knocked out just like Devin can get knocked out. So if Devin doesn't get him out of here by 7 or 8, the first 6 rounds then went by and Brian Norman is already down on the cards. Devin Haney can just cruise to a victory. We know Brian Norman can't keep up with the boxing abilities. Brian Norman can't keep up with the boxing abilities of Devin Haney. I mean, is anybody on the panel can say that Brian Norman can keep up with Devin Haney in a boxing match?
Man, ain't
Is
nobody
anybody
about
saying
to
that?
say that.
I don't think so. I don't
What
think
about
so.
Vinny? Because Vinny's a Devin hater.
No. Devin's one of the best boxers out today. Pure boxers today.
But you didn't give him that credit on Artman's channel. See, now you're
Yeah,
giving him
yeah, I
praise.
did
Now
give
and
him
I'm
that.
saying,
I did give him that credit. I always say that. Devin is the
okay,
best boxer. I just got Norman. I got Norman knocking him out.
okay, having okay,
He don't see
go
Devin
ahead.
performing to the way he usually perform.
Okay,
No, not off his
so
last performances. I don't know.
he showed you how to box his last performance. Do you know the last guy he fought was just a big puncher? That's all he had. That's why they picked him up. That's why Oscar and them picked him up because he was a big puncher. This is the same thing with Brian Norman. Brian Norman's is more athletic than Ramirez. I do give him that. But if you can't hit the target, what the fuck can you do?
And in
How
my
See,
many
opinion,
boxers have beat punchers?
Norman, I got it a 50-50 fight, but Norman is definitely getting better each fight. His
Okay.
boxing is getting better. Like even in his last fight, you could see it, he was real
I
patient.
can't. I couldn't see it.
He stuck with the game plan and he did what he had to do. I like the way he was boxing in that fight.
It wasn't no game plan. Dude was just standing right there throwing hard shots at him. He slipped him and then hit him. He sat there and really just looked at him, stared at him, and just waited to time him. He knew he was gonna make a mistake. He like the minute he make the fatal mistake, I'm gonna knock his head off. And that's what he did. It wasn't no rocket science behind that. It wasn't no IQ or nothing to that. Anybody could have done that with a half a boxing brain.
And that's 100% facts because right before Brian Norman knocked him out, the dude was going for that. And did you see how fucking he was throwing that motherfucker so soft, that soft ass body attack that he was doing? He was throwing it so soft. As soon as he leaned in before he threw the punch, because Brian Norman seen that, we all seen it. He countered his ass right there, and he was bye.
Ain't
Like
that boxing though?
Yeah, that's
that.
what I'm.
That's
They
not
I
boxing.
tend to
That's
do
called
that though, bro.
stupidity. That's called
Yeah.
stupidity.
Like you
You're
said,
not.
that
But
dude
ain't
wasn't
that
defensively responsible at
but ain't
all.
that
Zero,
so you
zero
don't get
percent.
so you don't give Brian Norman no props for slipping the punch or countering the punch? Y'all don't
Well,
give
Yeah,
him
no,
no.
no.
you got to be able to do that. You got
I
to be able
gave
to.
Brian
They,
Norman, I gave Brian Norman so much credit because I actually sat down and watched his fights. I'm talking about from the beginning to the one he just had. I was watching and studying this dude. Like I'm
Right.
literally studying him, his footwork, everything about him, how he leads with his punches, how he jump into his hooks and all that.
Another
I'm
thing he
watching
was
it.
doing, he do a lot, is when he throw them power shots, he dropped the defensive hand.
I was just gonna say
He
that,
do it every single time. Like it's almost rookie level. But go
bro.
ahead, have at
I'm
it, Drake. He
I'm gonna
he the
be
you,
I'm gonna be
coldest thing
honest
since
with you.
sliced bread.
I'm
I
gonna be
swear I
honest
was
with you.
gonna say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We coming into that fight leaving the Vaseline at home because Devin ain't punching like that. And I'm gonna be
Who the
honest with
fuck said that?
you got to be able to capitalize on people's mistakes, and he was able to do that. Like since the fight where Tim Bradley criticized
you.
Norman
Norman.
Senior for not being because he told him, "Oh, you just got to get it
And I'm
done."
back, fellas.
Since
Okay.
that fight, I was like, I didn't really like Norman at that point. I'm like, man, this he not what people say he was. But since that fight, I seen him improve like dramatically. Like he got a lot better. He a lot more patient and he capitalized on people's mistakes. So that's why I think it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. If the real Devin show up, I got it
Sports
50-50.
predictions say you got to pick Haney. You got to pick Norman to stop Haney at 47. I mean,
Can,
that's the only way
can I
I
say
really
one
think
thing
he
real
can win in
fast?
the fight. Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead,
say
Drake.
one?
My bad. My
Okay,
bad. Go ahead.
let me say this. This dude said Devin Haney has no power, but besides Ryan Garcia from the Cambosis fight, he sent all them motherfuckers to the hospital, including Regis Prograis.
Yeah, and including
He
Lomachenko.
broke ribs and
Look,
had
Loma
Loma
made him
pissing
cry.
out blood. Ramirez went to the hospital. He went to a party. So when you get this pillow fisted shit, I don't know where you get this shit from because
Uh-oh.
every opponent that he fights, they say that motherfucker ain't pillow fisted at all. You don't see nobody walking through his
See,
punches, and he's sending you to the hospital. So what are we
see,
talking about?
what what what
Uh-oh. Okay.
what we
Okay.
gotta understand here, it's two men in that ring, and it's
That's
two
right.
warriors in that ring, and you have to know and understand your opponent in order to dismantle them. I bet you
That's right.
Devin ain't gonna get in there with that attitude that you and Donald talking about. I
Gotta
bet
get
you
in there
he
with
on the
what
What attitude, Drake?
I
attitude?
I
What attitude,
oh
Drake?
that huh
Which
what
attitude you talking about?
Oh, I put motherfuckers in the hospital. I put everybody in the
Oh,
hospital.
oh,
I'm gonna
oh.
have a rock 'em sock 'em. It's a walk in the park because I'm gonna dance around.
See,
I'm
we
gonna ring
want
around the
people to
rosy
think
with
that
him.
though, Drake. That's the
But
thing though.
I
Like,
but
wanted you to
but
say that, Drake, and this is why I
but
wanted you to say
but
that because Ryan Garcia brought Devin Haney back to fucking reality. See, when Devin was going in there scorching niggas, 12-0 and niggas dropping niggas doing that, Devin
go
Haney got too
orange.
fucking comfortable. He got
that's
too
what
comfortable and he said, nigga, I could whoop any one of y'all. What Ryan did was made him defensively responsible again, and he made him
Uh-oh.
stay in that
Yeah,
it,
matrix.
he
it,
might have
Ryan
learned
put
from
him
that.
back
Drake
to work.
Yeah,
he
Drake
ain't
ain't
yeah.
giving
learned
him
You
no
can
shit.
chance.
Ryan back.
you
He
can
ain't
learn
Ryan
from
became
a
a
shit.
win
monster.
as you can
He ain't
learn from a
learned
win
shit.
as well as a loss. You can
He
learn from
ain't
that shit.
learned because the next fight he ran.
The next
I'm not
fight he
saying
did what?
He
Was
You call
ran.
defensively
defensive boxing
responsible?
He
running.
ran. Y'all can call it what y'all want to
Oh my!
call it.
you
Did you
want him to
watch the
stand in
fight?
Y'all
the
can
middle of the ring?
listen.
You want him to stand
Y'all
in the
can
middle and
call
say,
it.
"Come get
Y'all
some"?
y'all can call it a shutout.
Rick said,
Y'all can
"Yup."
call it
That's
defensive
exactly what it was.
responsible if you want to. But I know what I saw, and I saw a damn shot ass fighter that was scared to get to engage. That wasn't
Hey,
Devin
Drake.
in that fight.
So what do you say to this, Drake? When you got a
Yeah.
fighter like Shakur saying, "Man, I hate to get hit" and things of that nature like that, bro. Don't no fighter like to get hit.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Shakur got the best defense in the game, so he can talk
And
that.
what do they say about him, Drake? You know, and what do they say about Shakur? His fight's born, he run. They were saying all that about Devin too.
They
Yeah,
Remember?
but
used
you,
to, yep.
I,
They
They were
used
I
saying
to.
all that
mean,
about Devin too.
but we can't compare. Are we comparing Shakur to Devin, or
And
when we talk about Brian Norman
you
versus
can't
Devin Haney?
compare Shakur to Devin because Devin did something that all these niggas ain't done, bro.
Okay, so we talking about Devin Haney versus Norman,
Zepeda?
or we talking about Devin
I mean,
Haney
my bad.
and Shakur? I want to
No,
make sure we
I'm
on the
just showing the
same.
body of work that Devin has done, and I'm pointing out what my
Oh,
man in here. Hold on, let me get his name right. That insane boxing talk said, bro. Like shit, he sending jokers to the hospital. We undefeated.
well,
We done been undisputed.
all of that,
We
Ooh,
come to fight everybody.
ooh,
all
that
of
We
boy
come
that.
to
talking
fight
that shit.
everybody.
All
We
of
come
that,
to,
but you moving up and you fighting a man with bricks in both hands,
right, right,
the bigger
right,
boxer, and the
right.
more athletic than that Ramirez dude. Because we ain't running, we're
Okay,
not running
He
towards
more
you.
athletic than Lomachenko.
okay. Uh-oh.
Who? Yes, I think he is. Yeah.
Man, now you all
Whoa,
right?
Okay.
Bye,
Hey,
Drico.
Nah.
Man, that's
Devin
Bye,
never.
crazy.
bye,
Hey,
Drico.
what?
whoa,
Hey, what
That's
makes Lomachenko?
crazy.
whoa.
Bye,
Makes Loma?
Drico.
What
Oh
makes?
my God, Drake, you gotta
What
That's
explain that
makes?
one, my
insanity
baby.
right there, bro.
What
Hey,
makes
Let's talk
if I
Loma?
about it,
told
Drake.
y'all this, would y'all
Go
believe me?
ahead. Go
Dog,
If
you
I
ahead.
watch.
to,
That's
Go
why
if
I
ahead.
I
say
told
you
y'all
just
that,
saying anything, bro. You
Go.
really are.
Go.
Have
if
you
I
seen
told,
Brian Norman tripping and
You
stumbling over his feet? You ain't watching none of them
yes,
fights,
You about
bro.
to get
yes.
kicked,
You not
dog.
watching them
You about
fights,
to
bro,
get
go
because
ahead.
kicked,
you
boy.
wouldn't be saying this shit.
Go ahead.
Hey,
And you know what? Since Sunday when we was last on here, every night I've been falling asleep watching little dog fights. You know what I'm saying? It's almost no chance he beat Devin Haney unless he get a lucky punch and knock him out. If he don't knock him out by just rushing through him, there's no way he. I'm down to 95-5 on the chances of him winning that fight.
That's
After
hey,
watching his last
Wow.
four
see,
fights,
and
Drico.
I thought y'all
After
said.
watching his last
Go ahead.
four
Go
fights, I'm
ahead.
down to 90. He got a 5% chance
So
of winning.
so you say
Brian
you
Norman is
sounding.
tailor
Simon
made for
Newman not
Devin
more
So
Haney.
so
athletic
you
than
saying
Lomo.
95
He's
5, but
he's
y'all
tailor
y'all
made for Devin Haney.
okay. We going okay.
I'm telling.
Whoa, Drake, hold on, Drake,
I
hold on, Drake.
promise
I
you.
want to
Okay.
get to this, dog. I need you to explain your context of what you're saying on him being more athletic than Lomo, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
please,
Oh,
please.
Lomachenko, just because you can tap dance and you light on, don't mean you're athletic. When I
That's
say
because
athletic,
that's
I give you that.
That's
athleticism.
extreme. That's
when I'm
That's
absolutely
go ahead,
I give you
athletic.
athleticism.
that.
go
That's
ahead,
I give
go
you
ahead,
that's
that.
absolutely athletic.
go
I give
ahead,
you that. I give
go
you
ahead.
that.
We
No, I
talking
don't give
boxing.
him that.
We're talking boxing. We're not talking about dancing. If
He
we
talking
was
about
talking
he
about
talking about
I
dancing,
tapping
nobody said nothing. You brought up
okay, I'm gonna
dancing.
let y'all go
You
ahead, get it out.
you brought up dancing. Nobody
To
Y'all,
brought up
y'all
dance,
didn't
you
let me
have to
dancing.
be
land it.
athletic. To do
Y'all,
ballet, you have to be athletic. You have to
y'all
have
didn't let
balance and
me.
all.
Y'all don't let me land the plane. Y'all keep jumping in as soon as
let him land the
I'm gonna
plane,
push
yo.
mute.
Let my baby land the plane, dog. Get down, Drake. Because we talking shit
it's
today.
me
Let's get
against
it.
four now. Y'all got to let
Hey,
me.
look,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
neutral, but everybody know I'm a diehard
Okay.
Haney fan, but
Yeah,
I keep
yeah.
shit in the context though, bro.
Lomachenko is simple. He's not athletic. Lomachenko
What
is a
you mean,
smaller
bro?
Man,
What
I
fighter.
don't. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Lomachenko is a smaller fighter. Devin can see him a mile away coming. All of that step to the side, tap dancing shit, and running straight in, your hands on the line. Boo! T.O. taught you that. So that's out the
Ooh.
question right there. You see what I'm saying? So we don't
No.
get athletic. As far as
Ooh.
Norman coming in, Norman is coming in. He's bigger. He's stronger. Y'all talking about clinching. Devin, when have you seen Devin even clinch? He never had to. So
We
y'all
don't have
making
to.
up shit as y'all go.
We don't got
Devin
to,
never
bro.
had
Cambosis.
We don't got
Devin
to, bro.
Devin never had to clinch, so that's why
We was
y'all
taught to
making this.
not to clinch, bro. What you think Crunk Jim,
He
bro? That's how
he
Tommy Hearns lost that first fight, not clinching Ray, bro.
he
Somebody taught him he
he
couldn't do that
clinched
shit.
Linares a lot of
I,
times.
I don't, because he had to. He had to. You see what I'm
But
saying?
but that's
There's
what
a.
you
He clinched
do.
Regis Prograis
Go
as
ahead.
But
well.
But
listen,
he's
listen
able
though.
Go
to,
ahead.
In
Y'all
that
brother.
go ahead.
situation with Linares, when you get rocked and hurt like that, guess what you're supposed to do? And he did
Yeah.
it. We don't know
Okay.
Brian Norman to be able to do all that type of skill, thinking under pressure, none of that type of shit under them
All,
circumstances.
if
He
I'm
don't
gonna
have
land it
no track record of that, yet you got this nigga as a world beater. That nigga's a C fighter at best.
Oh, nah.
now,
Oh,
Big
whoa,
motherfucking
whoa,
facts.
now I'm gonna
whoa.
finally
Go ahead,
finish
Drake.
after
Let-
10 minutes or 2 sentences at a time. You never seen Devin have to clinch unless he's what? In trouble. So you think He's gonna be able to
So
keep
he's
his
been
bench.
tested.
Go
Oh, let
ahead.
him talk. Let him get it out. Let him get it
Okay,
out.
So,
okay.
so y'all think that Devin Haney is gonna have an opportunity to clinch the bigger man after he gets in trouble, like Norman? Norman is a finisher. That's without question. That's what y'all not factoring in, Mister 95
We
5,
factoring that
right
in for
there.
sure, my
I
boy.
got 955.
There you go. So you're not factoring in that Norman is a finisher. Devin only clinches when he hurt. Is
I'm
Devin gonna be
factoring.
able?
Go
This
ahead,
man
go
does
ahead.
not
Yeah,
watch
If
Devin
is
Haney
Devin
fights. This man does not watch boxing. This man is on here talking
what?
blasphemy, and
I
y'all
ain't gonna
sitting
say he
here
don't
My
watch
baby
letting him.
watch
boxing.
boxing.
You
My
are
baby watch
he don't
boxing. He
understand
watch
boxing.
boxing, bro.
Devin Haney has when Devin Haney was fighting Cambosos, he was clinching him. He wasn't fucking hurt. What are you talking about? You talking
Who?
about
Okay,
this
let
What
dude
him
is he
let
Norman
him
like
talking
he's
talk.
a
about? I
killer?
didn't say nothing about Cambosis. What are you
No, no,
talking
no, no,
about?
no, no, no. I'm telling you. I said this is what I said. Let me break it down again. I
No,
said
no, no, no.
I
Listen,
watched
listen.
Devin. You said
I
he only
heard
clinches
y'all.
when he get hurt.
I
That's what you
heard y'all.
said.
I heard y'all. Yeah, my man Don said that. I was addressing Don when he said that what was he supposed to do against Linares? He clinched when he got hurt. And my response to that was, you think that he's gonna be able to clinch the bigger, stronger Norman after he gets hurt, or will Norman be able to finish him? I think Norman will be able to finish him.
Okay, well, shit, you can go back to the Bud fight with EJ. Joker didn't think that Bud was gonna be able to do that. He was a littler man coming up. Like you just gotta wait till they get in there.
Well, we
To
knew
decide.
that though, because Bud was lifting 420
Yeah,
pounds
but think of
deadlifting.
this too, though, Drake.
455,
We don't have to
455.
clinch,
Yeah,
bro. Because
yeah.
Devin is such a great boxer. You don't gotta clinch unless you get caught with
I
something.
would,
So like,
Yeah. But
I
let
see
me
what
explain
Drake's
the
saying though.
insane.
He's saying
Insane.
When Haney
Yeah,
Uh,
get hit
I hear you.
go ahead.
and he
I hear
try to
you.
Go ahead.
clinch, Norman can potentially knock him out trying to clinch. I see
That's
what he's
Yes,
saying.
bullshit.
yes, yes.
That's
I mean,
bullshit.
that's
Yes,
possible for
yes.
sure. I
But
mean,
But
this,
that
insane,
it,
insane.
it,
My uncle was a lineal world champion, man. So I've been in this for 41 years. My mother was his manager. And so I've been in the game 41 years. Mickey Bay, my cousin. You know what I mean?
Okay.
David Bay is my uncle. So I've been in the game. You
shout
know what I
out to
mean?
Mickey Bay.
Shout out to Mickey Bay. So I've been in the game for 41 years. I was born into this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
hey,
Drake no boxing, bro.
I think that
Don't
was
get it
big.
fucked up.
This is
He's
I
no
my
think that
boxing.
was
thing. Okay.
Mickey Bay in the corner
That's on the stove.
when Mason was sparring Schofield too. I think that was Mickey Bay in the corner.
Right, 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 right.
The crazy
Yeah.
part is to hear the blasphemy as if Brian Norman is gonna just throw Devin around the ring, and Devin
So
only
so
clinches because he's so big.
so
Devin
so
can't
let's
clinch him.
discuss it. Let's
You're
discuss this
never
right.
too big to get clinched. Like, what do you think
So
this
so
is?
let's discuss it right here.
Talk to
On
me.
even terms in the ring. On
Okay.
even terms in the ring, they come in the ring. Let's just say the first 3 rounds, right? If Norman objective is to cut the ring off and wait for a shot, he might be waiting all night long. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be more. He's going to have to do more than just put pressure on, bro. So that's why I say this is stylistically, this is a great matchup. Boxer versus puncher. And everybody
If
know how I'm playing with that.
if
This
Devin
is
don't
not a
got
50-50
power,
fight. My
if
bad. Go ahead.
Devin
I'm
don't
sorry.
got respectable power, then Brian Norman just gonna walk him down and knock him out. But I
When
feel
have
like
you ever seen that?
no, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I feel like Devin got power. He got power enough to keep people honest. You know what I'm saying? He got enough power to keep people respectable because nobody's just walking in and walking them down to this point. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see if he's shell shocked or not against Brian Norman. It's gonna tell us a lot about Devin.
Bud, go stop Canelo. But did you ever think about this? I could name you off my head right now, real fast, like 5 fighters, brittle hands, just go outpoint you to death. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't beat
Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
fighters.
that's
You know what I'm
possible.
saying? So it ain't no guarantee just because you bigger, you go win. It's about skills, skill set.
Yeah,
I mean, but in this case though, y'all, it's a pot of factors that we just touching the surface on. You know what I'm saying?
True.
We got to work on Devin's mental. We don't know how he is when he's going to come in there against Norman. We don't know how he's going to react
We
if
don't know
Norman
how
punches.
Brian Norman mental gonna be.
You
Yeah,
know
I
how
was
he
just getting
going to
ready
be.
to ask him if
You
he
know
can't
No,
how
you
cut
he
the
don't. He
going to
ring
be.
never
off.
been in this
You know,
situation before.
bro.
He
You
If
never
he
know
been
can't
how,
in
cut
this
the ring off,
bro,
situation,
bro.
and
if
he
he can't
gonna
cut,
and it's gonna be the
I,
first time, at least in his last four
bro.
fights, the last four that I just watched, that he's going to have to think Now, it's easy to go in there and just throw a bunch of punches when you ain't got to figure shit out. But when you
Yeah.
really got to think about it and figure it out, is he gonna be just rah? Just no, I don't know
AD,
about all that, bro.
AD, and think about this too, y'all. He a bigger guy, supposed to punch hard or whatever. What if it's just Devin hitting him? You know how irritating and annoying that is? It's gonna start making him apprehensive. When
That
his
What's
can
up,
jab
Bill?
happen.
out like
What
that,
up,
bro.
Bill's
Like,
boot camp? Shout out to Bill's boot camp, bro.
shout
Oh
out to
yeah,
Bill's
shut up.
boot camp.
That can happen.
The link
I
up
mean,
there, Bill boot camp. If you want to come on the show, the link is
yeah,
up there, yo.
all of that what y'all saying can happen. I'm not by me picking Norman. I'm not diminishing
Devin.
Devin's
You
skills.
saying Devin shot?
I, I'm not
Yeah.
diminishing Devin. I'm still not diminishing Devin's skills by saying he
But you
shot.
are by saying he shot. You're saying he's a shot
No, I'm not.
fighter. That doesn't make
No, I'm not.
sense.
You saying
No,
he
I'm
not
not.
gonna be able to use those skills to the best of his ability because he
No, I'm not.
done?
I'm saying
Eh,
that he's mentally fucked up. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
hey,
Y'all
I
Drake.
ain't
Hey,
saying.
y'all
Drake. Hey,
praying that
Yeah.
Drake.
he's
Let
mentally
me
fucked
ask you
up,
this,
and
Drake.
that's not gonna be it.
Why would I pray that Devin's mentally fucked up?
Because
Hey,
that's
Drake.
all y'all
Let
bring
me
up.
ask you this: if Devin is not shot and he not mentally weak, he back to who he normally be. Who
Niggas in
wins that
trouble.
fight?
Niggas
I
in
I,
trouble.
I would still give it 50-50.
Okay,
Whoa.
okay, and
What?
that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50 because if Devin show up, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Because Norman he
Okay,
do got
okay.
explosive power, so he
Bud.
got a chance.
Okay. If y'all saying it's 50-50, right? I'm only hearing, I'm gonna come on the camera with this one, bro. I'm only hearing one kind of way that y'all saying Norman go win is by knockout, bro. Devin
That's
can
all.
win this fight many different kind of ways, bro. Like how many tools you got in your toolbox, bro? You just go come with a hammer? We go fuck you up over here if you just come with a hammer. Real talk.
I mean, we ain't gotta. We just gotta do what we do, man. I'm pretty sure Norman
Buckle
ain't
up
gonna
boxing in the
deviate.
building.
I ain't go. I don't think Devin is gonna deviate from what he does, and I'm sure that Brian Norman's not gonna deviate from what he does. So it's whoever can
Right.
pose they will on who. You know what I mean? If
Whoever
Devin can
game plan is
outbox
the
him and
best
be
for the team.
perfect, yeah. If Devin can
But
outbox
see,
him and
Drew,
be
this is what I'm
perfect, but
asking you. What if the front door that you thinking that he go come in ain't working? Brian Norman Jr. got to go in his bag. Now, I'm not
He
saying he
don't. He
can't,
don't have.
but we ain't
Hey, I
never had
well,
to
appreciate y'all
see
for
him.
letting me on.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for letting me
Go
get
watch
on.
them last four
Oh, yeah, for
fights and
sure,
find
bro.
me a
For sure.
go watch
Anytime,
them
bro.
last four and find me a bag.
well, listen. I done heard a lot of things about Brian Norman and all his weaknesses. Does Devin have any weaknesses that
Yes,
Brian Norman can
Yes.
yes.
exploit? Okay, but
Yes.
how come Brian Norman can't exploit those
One,
weaknesses?
his chin. That's it. Nothing else.
Damn, well, goddamn, that's all.
Yes.
What about throwing a
That's a
lazy
big
jab,
issue.
pulling back? Devin do a lot of shit at times, but like, you know what I'm saying? And get
You
away
gonna
with
go in
it
there with a
up to this
puncher
point.
and say his chin is the other opponent's chin is weak, and you going in there with a puncher?
Yeah,
Okay, but go on.
a puncher that can't that ain't they probably can't get to you. Yes.
That probably can't get to you.
More than likely.
Probably more
I
than
mean,
likely.
anything can happen. What you want me to
If he
say?
can't get to him,
It's
we gonna have problems, bro. If he can't get to Haney,
Okay, okay. I'm just saying though, we all on one person. We know what Brian Norman's deficiencies is. We know that. Now, what we don't know is what Devin is gonna do. Because y'all don't know what Devin is gonna come in
I
there.
mean, we don't know what neither one of them gonna do. I mean,
You
we
know what
don't know.
Brian Norman come in. You know what he does. It ain't no secret. That's no secret. What's the mystery is how Devin is gonna come into
I
that
don't
Yeah,
know,
fight.
cause
that's true.
remember
That's
how he
true.
jabbed Cambosis to death, but then he
to,
came
to
back and hit Loma ass with a body attack. You see how he bully Regis program. We don't know what he got styles. He got a bag. You see what
That
I'm
ain't what I'm
saying?
talking
But
about.
but 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 you keep saying with dog, we know what he gonna do. He coming through the front. Okay, that's it. So if that's all he got, 5% chance of winning.
oh, I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
that, man. I'm
Hey,
gonna give
look.
way
Either
more.
5%
way,
chance. He
it's
got a
gonna
I'm gonna
be
give
5% chance.
5,
it's
bro.
gonna
Okay.
be a lot of eyeballs on this fight. This is a big fight, bro.
It
Everybody gonna
is.
be
It is.
watching
I
this.
like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And it can go either way. Y'all talking about the pressure being on Norman to perform. The pressure is also on Haney too. Y'all forget
Well,
that.
we
He
seen
came off a
again.
We
poor
laugh at pressure.
performance.
We laugh at
It's
pressure.
definitely on
He
Devin.
came off the poorest performance of his career the last time out.
That who said it? Oh, you the only person saying that.
No, I'm not. The record book
I
say
mean,
it. The record
a
book
lot of
say it.
people saying that. A lot of
The
people
I
record
saying
book
guarantee
say
you.
it.
I guarantee you. When they look at that score and they check, they like, yeah, that wasn't that bad. Like, you never
No,
got
no, no,
hit.
no,
Like,
no, no.
no.
Sometimes
Don,
you gotta
Don,
go back and look at the fight again
Don,
too. Before you
Yeah, I'm
Don,
go.
gonna
Don,
rewatch it
Don and
today. I'm
Goon.
gonna rewatch it again today.
Don and Goon. We don't have to even watch it. The facts say it was the second lowest punch output in boxing history.
And it was
We don't
also
have to.
and the
He
We don't.
facts
won
also say it was
too.
a 12 to
The fact
nothing
won.
shutout.
We don't have to look. We don't have to. Those are facts. So we don't have to
I
say
know. I just gave you some
It,
facts too. 12 to nothing.
it was a shutout though, for real. So
it was a.
Yeah.
But come on, 1-0 is a shutout,
And
bro.
look, now how would you rather have it? An off day, you shut a motherfucker out.
I don't think it was an off day. I think it was intentional.
Oh, really?
I said the
I
same
think
thing.
I
Like they didn't
think
want to
that
show
he
Ryan
tried to
too much,
knock
but they knew
Ramirez
Ryan was
out.
gonna lose. They didn't know Ryan was gonna lose.
I think he tried to knock Ramirez out early. He realized that he got that Mexican chin shit going on. Once he realized that, he cruised to an easy victory to prepare for what he thought was gonna be a big
Right.
money mega fight.
See, why
that
can't
That's
y'all
right.
just be real about it and say,
And
yeah, I think
I
Devin
am
was a
being
little
Yeah.
real.
nervous. I
Yeah.
think Devin was a little nervous. He was a little
he
nervous his
was,
first
he
time out.
was,
You know what I'm saying? Just be real about it, y'all.
he
Come
he
I
on,
was
said
man.
he
this
was
though.
he
First
was
fight back
reluctant
after
to
the
get
last
hit,
fight. I said
but
all that.
he was
Yeah.
reluctant to get hit. But at the same time, he wanted to make sure he get to the Ryan fight too. It was
You
both,
gotta win,
but
baby. Win, baby, win first. Look
yeah.
good
So he
next.
didn't. Yeah, I
If
think
you
he's
think
good
if
though.
you think that never crossed his mind that wasn't part of it, then you the one that's wrong. Now maybe he was a little reluctant
Buckle up,
to
boxer.
get
You better
hit.
jump in, bro. Buckle up.
But
Maybe
if
he
you
was a
don't
little
think that
reluctant.
if he thought after a certain couple rounds or something that they was like, listen, just get out here with the win so we can get to the money.
Yeah, we
If
don't
you
want no
don't think
cuts.
that
We
was
don't
a
want.
discussion, you a fool.
No,
Hey,
I think that was a discussion. However, that was the poorest output that I've ever seen Devin in, bro.
In the
That's
12-0
his
round.
poorest performance. That was his poor 1-0 is a shutout, but that's his poorest performance that I ever seen him in. Y'all
But
gotta
look,
agree with that.
that's the greatest bad performance though. That's what you got to give him.
That's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
performance, being
Hey,
the
hey, look,
second lowest.
that's what I said, bro. We won
Being
this one. We'll look good in the next fight,
On
bro.
to the
Because the
next one,
objective is
yeah.
to
On
win
to the
first.
next one.
Didn't they say Willie Pep won a round without throwing the punch?
yeah.
They said, "Hey, look." They said,
Well, there
Bud
you have it,
performed.
my nigga.
They
The
said
game
Bud.
is the game.
They
However
said
you
Bud.
do it is
But
how
Willie
you
Pep,
did it.
did you watch that Willie Pep fight? If you watched it, you would know why. Willie,
I seen that round. I've never seen a whole Willie Pep fight, but
yeah.
I did see the
Oh, when
historic
Dog did
round.
hit him in the wall.
Hey, Drake. They said Bud. One of his toughest performances was against Majimov. It wasn't a good performance. He almost lost. It was a draw. This and that. How was he gonna beat Canelo? So we got to see how he gonna perform because we know Bud is known for performing, just like we know Devin is known for performing. So you
I
can't
but
don't.
not
base
like
it off
Bud.
that last fight like that.
That see, and that's where I with the disconnect with me is. I seen him get a beating. I seen him come the next fight and had the second lowest punch output in boxing history. The next
But
one
you
Yeah.
seen him
outed.
win
So that
12
kind of
too.
makes me leery of him going against a power puncher like Norman. Now, can he do it? Can he beat Devin? Yeah, he got the same social security number. Do I think he will do that against Norman? I don't think so. I don't think Norman's gonna let him get away with that shit that he did in the Ramirez fight. I just don't.
Yeah,
I
I
No,
think
think
he
you
not.
just
He not.
you just gotta see it. You gotta see it for
It's
yourself, and I do too. I gotta see that Devin is the same. So that's why I'm saying I'm not saying oh Devin just gonna go in there and beat Norman. I gotta see that he don't have PSTD, PS you
he
know what
said
I'm saying,
PT. Yeah, we know what he
Yeah.
said.
PTSD.
yeah. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be safe to
PTSD.
put your money on that. Definitely don't put your money on it. Like if you don't really know, cause like when it come to putting that money up for shit like that, you gotta go with what you really know going on. And like when you look at Devin, you overlook everything been going on with Devin. Coming up, it been like he been looking a little different. You gotta congratulate Devin for what he doing in boxing. Yes, it's thumbs up to Devin from me all day because Devin doing what we want a lot of fighters to do. Devin taking the fights. Devin undisputed.
He
He
building a
was
Hall
he
of
a two
Fame resume.
he he a two division champion, and now he trying to be a three division champion. But when you smart, if you know what you looking at, if you watching those performances from Devin, you smart enough to know what's getting ready to happen.
There you
So
go.
just remember when remember I told y'all, remember buckle up, let y'all know this Devin not gonna last probably more than like 8 rounds
There
tops.
you go. There
So
you
I'm trying
go.
to tell y'all, but I don't want to
Drake
blow
finally got
nobody.
him up,
I
bro.
mean, but I'm saying I gotta put that money up, so I gotta be real about what I'm saying, and I gotta look over what I'm looking over, and when I'm looking it over right now, that's what I see.
There
That's
you
all.
go. That's exactly what I said. Devin is not going to be able to do that against a Brian Norman. He's athletic and he's coming with power. He's not going
Devin
to be
can't
able
do
to
nothing.
run.
Got it.
Hey,
No.
that conversation, I didn't know it was gonna go there, man. He tricked me.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
I'm. Yeah. He
you
said,
know,
yeah.
go for go for what you believe in, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean? I ain't nobody to tell you how you feel about what you want, how you want to feel about a situation. Cause like I said, Devin a good fighter for real. I don't dislike Devin at all. I like what Devin doing I like what he doing in the sport because he doing what you supposed to do. He
Fighting
doing what you
everybody.
supposed to do in the sport. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
respect that. So if he lose, it ain't like I'm gonna be like, yeah, I told he a bum ass and he never was shit, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not gonna treat Devin like that. I
Exactly.
just don't I think you're gonna have a problem beating this guy, Brian Norman. I just see something. I don't see it. I
Hey,
just see something.
He's
you
been
from
going
I don't
Baltimore?
see it.
downhill.
You
He's
from
been going
Baltimore?
downhill since Lenoris. If you notice, even when Loma came up and Loma started hitting him, he kind of went in that shell too. You know what I mean? He came
Yeah.
out again with Regis, but Regis was shot because him and Taylor, they both beat each other to a pulp. So they was both shot. They canceled each other out at that time. Plus, Regis is not even a boxer. So yeah, and Regis tried to box uh 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 um
Devin.
Devin, and that was a no-no right there. Regis can't box at all. He's stuck in the gravy for one, and he shot for two. This right here,
Stuck in the gravy. Hey,
this right
D.
here with Norman, this young athletic junior Mike Tyson. I got your number. I'm hungry. I'm still fighting like I'm living in a doghouse. This right here, and they getting better each time. Brian Norman going to the gym and he a chained up pup. Every time he let him go, he in there. You know
So
how he coming.
if Devin wins, you got to give him full credit. He in Hall of
All
Fame
kind of
status.
credit.
You got to
All
give
Oh,
him
kind of
full
credit.
credit,
absolutely.
bro.
Big, big,
Absolutely.
big credit. He get big, big, big credit. You know what I
Yeah.
wish he would have did? You know what I really wish Devin would have did? I was hoping that he was going to do. I was hoping that he would have tried to go undisputed at 140. I think he had a shot at it, even though I don't know if he could really. I don't know.
He
Matthias don't got no belt though, do he? Do
nah,
do
No.
he
do
don't.
Matthias at
He
140 got a belt?
he
Yeah,
no
well,
he finna fight for a belt on Saturday
Yeah.
against
oh, he
Puello.
is.
Against Puello,
But I
yeah.
just feel like Devin had a chance.
Yeah.
He could have probably went undisputed at 140 if he would have probably tried to be. That's the same way I feel about Bud. That's
But
why
look, he
I don't know how to do the fight. I don't know how to bet on the fucking
Devin Devin
Bud and Canelo. I don't know
Devin
how to bet on that fight.
Devin could have went undisputed at 140, but Ryan doing what he did, it forced him to go up and wait and not even make that weight no more because he messed up the plan. But he could have did it at 140 in my opinion too. But Tio probably would have been ducking and dodging the fade. But I feel like he could have definitely did it at 140. But
Yeah.
he chose to move up and fight the most dangerous fighter at 147. So he
No,
definitely got
that's
hurt.
great.
He definitely taking a chance,
Big
and he got to
fight,
get
big
credit
chance.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he win this fight, yes, he gets
He
big,
redeemed
big, big
himself from that
credit.
Ryan loss.
Big credit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even without fighting Ryan, he redeemed himself from that loss by beating Norman. Hopefully, he still gets
Yes,
to fight
no
Ryan,
doubt.
but this fight
No doubt.
solidifies him back in the game.
No doubt. Yes, that would do that for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Cause of that. See, people think like you just Norman just a Neanderthal. I'm seeing the improvement. I'm seeing what it is. He's doing what it takes to win. He's knocking people out. If you don't belong in that ring, he's getting you up out of there. So there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with what he's doing. Just like Mason. If you in that ring with Mason and you don't belong in it, that little nigga putting you up out of there. He getting you up out of there. So
I
Yeah.
would have
Norman,
rather seen Boots. I wanted to see Norman in Boots. I wanted to see that fight. I
yeah,
wanted to see
yeah,
Norman fight Boots.
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah. I
Boots
want to see
ran
Boots
off, man.
versus
He ain't want
Charlo
that
at
smoke.
54.
It looked like Boots might get Ortiz. I
I
just
want to
seen
see
that
Boots
today.
versus Thurman. Thurman called him out. He said send the contract
That's
in.
another good one.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Who?
see. I don't want
Who?
to see Ortiz just yet because Ortiz just got out of had that major surgery, man. I don't want to see that first coming back off of the surgery.
If
Hey,
he
I got
say he can go, he can go.
Yeah,
and
true.
I got Thurman beating Boots at 154, bro. I got Thurman in that fight.
You
I got
do?
Thurman too. I got Thurman
Yeah,
too.
I got Thurman in that
Damn.
fight, bro.
How y'all? Why y'all
Man.
got Thurman like that? How y'all got Thurman like that though? With him
Look,
being gone so long, how you
Boot,
trust him like
because
that?
Thurman, he showed he still got it when he came back against Brock Jarvis. Regardless of the level of opponent, he had knockouts. He was a decent opponent, but for Thurman moving up, he still had his movement. He still had his power. He's still throwing hands. He not like old. Even though he
Right.
didn't fight it all that time, he still came back and showed up. And footwork that gives Boots trouble. We already seen that, and that's what Thurman has. He got the IQ. His IQ is levels above Boots, number one, and he got power. So Boots
Right.
always get hit. Thurman is definitely gonna touch him. So we gonna see what his chin really made of against Thurman, and it'll be
Yeah.
hard
That
for it
would
to be on the
probably be a good
scorecard.
fight, though. You
Yeah.
right. That
Yeah,
probably
Yeah.
would be a
Yeah,
good
that's
fight.
that's
You
one of
right.
them fights. Like
Yeah.
Right.
like the type of
Yeah.
shit that built Canelo career. Like you fighting them OGs and shit.
Yeah.
Even though they
yeah,
ain't what they used to be, it's so much information to be gained in a fight like that. And
yeah,
you know
Right.
what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
Right.
that would be an
And,
awesome fight. I
and
would
you can
love to see that.
you can
yeah,
see the ring rust shaking off when he fought Manny. You can see the ring rust shaking
yeah.
off of Thurman in the Manny
Right.
fight.
That's a great fight, man. That's what I want to see him, man. Really.
I would like to see that one too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got Norman knocking out Devin, bro. For the reasons
I can't
that
wait. I
stated.
can't wait to see it.
Me and my brethren
Yeah.
that we
Me
stated,
neither.
I got him knocked out for that, knocking him out for that
Hey,
reason, man.
Benavidez on that card with Yard. They got Mason on the card fighting for the belt too. He fighting for a
Yeah,
belt, and Baron Rodriguez. That's a great card. That's a lit
yeah,
card.
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Let me tell you that 135-pound division, they got me, boy. They lit down there. It's litty at
man. What?
135. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
Woo!
that new crop coming in. I like everything I'm hearing from him. I like that Andy Cruz dude. I like
Yeah,
goddamn Abdullah Mason, and I
Schofield,
goddamn like this little kid
Schofield.
Austin. And
Yeah, yep.
all I'm talking about belts. They all
Hey,
yeah,
talking about how they
hey,
want them
B,
belts.
you from Baltimore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that all in
oh,
your
you hear them
accent.
U's and twos, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, they want them belts. And you know, we ain't that happy with with the Tank situation. That's my guy all
yeah. I was just
day,
gonna ask you
every
about
day.
him.
I support, but I keep it 100 straight down the middle. And basically, I'm not getting we not getting what we asked for and what we wanted. And then
Yeah,
what you did, you constantly not giving us what we asked for from the time we've been wanting you to unify at 130 after you beat Hernandez. We wanted the
yeah,
Philly fight with Tevin Farmer. We wanted
yep.
Lomachenko, the unif. We wanted all that shit right
Jerry
here in
Russell
Baltimore. Them
Jr.
fights was being asked for. So you didn't give us the fights. You keep on grabbing these guys we ain't really asking for. And I already done made videos saying that you gonna fuck around and pick somebody that's gonna fuck around and beat you or fuck something up, whereas though you gonna get beat by an unknown and it's gonna fuck your career up even worse. Instead of you taking
Yeah,
a loss with a motherfucker we want to see you fight. And you see
Yeah,
what almost the fuck just happened. You see that
yeah,
shit just happen. So
hey,
you
yeah,
bro.
taking knees in the ring, you taking knees going to the ropes, you making shit look crazy. So
I super salute you too for keeping it real like that with Tank, man, for sure. Give you a
to,
lot
I
of credit,
got to.
respect.
I can't no Tank, you not doing right, bro. You not doing right.
We're not even talking about
Bro.
him mixing it up with the stars because we know like he really not gonna do that at 135.
Well,
It's
guess
crazy.
what? What I just now said to you about that new crop, that's how I feel. Guess what? Y'all boxed in now. Cause sure them little
Yeah,
kids talking about they want them motherfucking belts. They don't got no picks and none of that shit. It could be Tank, it could be Shakur, ain't no picks. We can ready to get it
right.
popping around here. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
It's
yeah.
time to
This new crowd coming up, man. Understand
yeah,
me? You got
yeah,
Shoo talking that shit to Naoya or whatever that
yeah.
Japanese
You
name
Yeah.
better
is.
leave Monster alone. I keep telling you, better
Hey,
leave that
hey,
man alone. What are you
Nick
talking
Ball
to?
ain't want that shoe smoke either. He turned down 2 million.
Damn, did he?
Yeah, he turned down a two.
I'm
He
gonna
said
take
No,
he
I'm
that
was.
gonna
ain't.
take
He think he
uh
He
he
think
feel
he
like he worth more. That ain't no duck.
but he asked for. He said when he first asked him, he said he wanted 2 million for the fight. and they was like, all right, well, we can't do 2 million. But then they came back like, oh, we got the 2 million now. And he said, no, he think he got a chance at anyway and this and that. He turned it down. Well, he don't want that shoe smoke, bro. I definitely got shoe beating Nick Ball too.
All tough though.
What division Shushu fight in?
126.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Where the
126.
fuck is that shit at?
Anui ain't come to 126 yet, did he? He's still at
nah.
122,
He
right?
had 122 the division right before
Right.
126, and that's why I want him to move up so he can actually fight somebody because the names start at 126. Ain't nobody at
Right.
122.
Anui might as well move up. I hope to see Anui. I hope Anui do move up. I like Anui. I hope he
I
do
do
come up to
too.
126.
I like him too. I want to see him fight more in the states where he can't double stack them
Oh, here
hands
we
though.
go with this shit. Every time we
I'm
talk
just
about
He
saying.
boxing,
did, but he
Freak
just
come
did. He
on here
just
with
did
that
fight.
shit, man.
I'm just saying. I want to see him fight more over here.
Yeah, me
Man,
too.
I don't
Okay.
care nothing
Me
about
too.
that. If the rules the same for everybody, then what's the problem?
Look,
Double
the
stack
rule.
your gloves.
But
What that
look,
Talk
mean?
to him, D.
I don't.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
ain't. Come on, bro.
I
Talking
don't
about your
really.
gloves
Hey,
double
you can't
stacked.
Talk
take
to him,
nothing
D.
away from Anui. Which Anui showing you? Anui nice. Anui,
Look
he know.
in Japan.
Yo,
It wasn't
Anui
no
nice with
drug.
this shit.
In Japan, it wasn't no drug testing for the Norman
Hey,
fight.
what is
So
it? Is
they
this some
make their
drug
own
testing
rules.
for Canelo and Bud? Cause
I,
ain't no way in hell I would fight Canelo. Dog, that's
that's
man. What?
bro. That's what I've been. That's what I've been saying because we
But
seen
look,
Bud.
though,
Bud got
it's
tested.
wild watching Bud stand down. He ain't mentioned the drug.
But
He
look,
ain't mentioned
Bud, right? Bud got
But he'd
tested
be
one
taken away
time.
from his own victory if he win, you know? Shit,
Bud
I
got
wouldn't.
tested one
I
time.
think Bud kind of in his feelings a little bit though. The way he's saying shit, like he mad because he how he is. Bud a stand up guy. He do stand on all 10, and like he don't want to seem like he trying to buck down or seem like he's scared of Canelo in any way. But I
Right.
just feel like he making a mistake, man.
Hey,
I don't
we
know
look.
what it is.
I, I,
Oh my
I
God,
agree
I
with.
can't wait.
Mistake how? Making a
I
mistake
agree
how?
with
What
that
you mean?
because he not enforcing. He got tested one time. I never heard nothing about Canelo being tested for this fight, and we just heard about the seventh fighter in a
Yeah,
rear
that
naked
shit wild,
testing
bro.
positive,
But
bro.
look,
So
though, dog, y'all know how
You know
Bud
what
is.
I hope he just don't do? I just hope Bud don't trade. Bud, please stay
Yeah,
away
but
from him the best way you can. Use your jab. Do not trade with him. I
he
don't
been
want you
doing this
trading with him.
all his life, y'all, bro.
I
He done fought bigger motherfuckers all his life,
yeah,
bro.
I just
If
want
y'all
Bud to
think it's
get
his
make
first
sure.
big person he fighting, y'all crazy, man.
I want Canelo to
Okay,
be
but what I'm
tested for
saying to
sure,
you,
bro.
so how do
Right
you
now,
feel about the situation? If Bud gets stopped, what are you gonna say about that? I just
we
want to
don't
hear
even
what you gonna
talk
say.
like
How
that,
you feel
bro.
about it?
We
For me, if you asking me, he went chasing
Yeah, I'm
greatness.
asking you. If he gets stopped, what would you say? What would you say? What are you gonna say?
I'm trying to tell you,
hey,
he went chasing greatness and he came up short. That's it.
I don't even talk
That's
like
it.
that. I can't see Bud getting stopped. I don't see that, bro. So I can't even enter that discussion, man.
I mean, anything possible. But I'm saying, like, bro,
Okay.
like he chasing
All right.
greatness. So
He
why
chasing.
y'all think that this is why he not saying anything about the steroids and all that shit. He ain't saying nothing about the ring size and all that. Because when I beat your ass, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
And
Well,
none of
And
well,
that
we
but
he
all we
said.
all know that Bud is kind of a shrewd negotiator. So behind the scenes, Bud probably is enforcing whatever it is to enforce. Because
yeah,
at the end
I
of the
hope
day,
so.
he's
I
a
hope
street
so.
nigga. At the end of the
Right.
day, so
Right.
I'm pretty sure
Right.
he's enforcing whatever he needs to enforce, and we know that from Earl Spence negotiations. He's rude. He's shrewd
Showed
when
out
it
on
comes
him.
to
He
that.
showed out on him.
So I'm sure he's doing that, or he's got his people doing that while he's concentrating on getting in that ring and he's doing whatever he's doing. Because he done already told Bomac, this is what it is, this is what I want right here.
They
You know,
need
you
to
Because
go
for
start
handle
the
me,
that.
testing right now.
this is a shook up the world. This is a Ali shook up the world fight. So
For sure.
if you do this for me, if you do this in front of me, he gonna shake me up. This is shook up the world fight if he could do this.
Mount Rushmore, bro. He
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
He up
I
there.
think he can do it. I think he can do it. I think Canelo can do it too. Now, this is really a 50-50 fight. Like, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. I might give Bud a little more of the edge because of the lateral movement, but I haven't seen Bud at 68 before. So I just can't.
Right,
I got
No,
Bud
yet. You
stopping
don't
right,
it.
know. You don't know, bro.
right.
This
Yeah,
week.
That's
I
my
got
problem. That's my
Yeah,
problem. What you just
yeah,
said about the not at 68. Yeah. And then know what else it
yeah.
bothers me? What I
What?
seen in your first fight at 54 after knocking everybody out at 47. That's
Right,
my
right.
problem.
Well,
But you
this
gotta
is
look at
what.
who he was fighting at 54
But
too, bro. That
but
style, bro. Styles make
yeah,
fight.
but this is what it is about
They're both two counter
Bud
punches.
though. Bud is sneaky. He ain't not gonna give you the whole throttle. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna do enough just to win, and that's it. He's not gonna expose his hand too much. He's going, you know what I mean? And we
He
seen
wanted
that against Porter.
he
He
wanted
on
this. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's the perfect example, Drake.
yeah,
He wanted that Canelo fight, and he got it because of that Madrimov fight. Canelo was like, okay, he not moving too much, and that made him take the fight.
there you go.
And I also feel like Bud in that fight, he was. I think the gloves definitely played a part because he was wearing Grat gloves, which is the medicated gloves for your hands, because he
Yeah,
had to switch because you know what I'm saying. But I feel like that definitely took away some of his power. But he gonna wear Everlast against Canelo, and I feel like the Canelo, that's a bigger fight for him. And Bud, his mentality is he have to win this fight. He got to prove what he got to prove, just like against Spence. So he gonna have that mentality to beat Canelo more than he had for the Madrimov fight, because that fight wasn't a legendary fight. This is legendary
right.
for Bud. So we gonna see a
Right.
better Bud than we ever saw. I think he gonna bring
Right.
everything out for this.
Yup,
And you
yup. I
made
think
one other good point though when you were saying that. The one other good point we can't overlook. I think that Canelo respects Bud's style to that much that I think Canelo is really going to do his best in getting ready for this kind of fight.
Yeah, I agree
yeah,
with that.
yeah,
We,
man.
we're not
But
gonna see that William Skull Canelo. We're gonna see the best version of him.
yeah, yup. And that's
I
what
mean,
makes this
bro,
fight
y'all
intriguing.
realize
But
Canelo slowed down too, y'all. Like,
yeah,
I
but
hope
I
y'all
also
know.
got Bud stopping Canelo in 9 and 10.
See,
Me
now we
too.
Oh
gotta
my
get
God.
Hey,
goofy.
my
Yeah, now this
profile
nigga that
name,
went sideways. Here we
bro.
go with the
My
goofiness.
profile name is
No.
Bud gonna
He
stop
said the
Canelo, bro.
goofiness.
I definitely
Mhm.
see a
That
TKO.
nigga Donald
Okay.
crazy,
Oh, and
bro.
what you see, bro? What you say you saw? Bud stop Canelo?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he said he see
I
Bud
see.
stopping Canelo.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
a TKO. I see a TKO. I see
Damn.
This
Canelo
shit gonna
bleeding.
be hilarious, bro. I'm gonna die laughing
Hey,
Canelo
at
that would
this
face.
be his
fight,
Don't
first
die
bro.
time.
laughing.
That would be
Hey, don't
Bro,
die
Canelo
laughing.
first
please
time
don't,
getting knocked out too.
please,
Hey,
Yeah,
D,
That'd be
why you gonna
please,
Canelo
why you
bro.
first
gonna
I
die
time.
laughing?
cannot wait, bro.
Fill me in on the joke, D. Why you gonna die laughing, bro?
Man, because these niggas just sound, bro, based on, where are they getting this from? Like, this is literally just out of no. Bud don't.
hey,
He couldn't stop Madrimov. It was clearly
that's
do.
what they
It was
say.
clearly that dog
That's
was
the
too
narrative.
big.
Hey, D,
That's
Bud,
hey, D,
Canelo done been
let's
hit.
start. Hey, D. Hey, D, let's start from right there. You said Madrimal. Now, although I agree with your
that's the
point,
narrative.
listen,
That's the
listen,
narrative.
hear me out, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Although I agree with what D saying about how he said it, but you got to look at how they looking at it, D. Madrimal, like Bud, was a counterpuncher, and he was unorthodox, bro.
It
You
don't
can't.
even matter. He just couldn't buzz him because
But
of
look,
strength. It didn't have
look,
nothing to do with the styles or anything. Just sheer strongness, sheer strength. He couldn't hurt him like he was
Donna,
hurting smaller
Donna.
fighters.
But
It
look,
was
Donald,
we
obvious looking at him.
the
have you ever
That's what
seen
I'm talking about. I don't think his power carried over from 147 to
Right. They just
154.
they just
The
but they
Madrimov.
power
don't
didn't
care.
carry
They
Let me
don't
over.
care
ask you.
what they
Let me ask you
saw.
a question. Let me ask you a
I'm
question then. Well, let me ask you a question then.
yeah.
Out of Canelo losses, because he got some, and he also got some questionable wins
Okay.
that he lost, like Laura. Them niggas wasn't knocking him out, and they beat him. So why y'all think Bud came?
Look
Well,
though,
I didn't
we said,
interject to say he 1,000,000% can't beat him, although I don't give him a very good chance
Oh, in
either.
the building.
look,
I
we
don't give him a
said,
very good
What's
chance
up,
either.
Lance?
But
Was good with
knocking
it.
him out is 1,000,000% out the question.
Yeah,
but look,
I ain't called for the knockout either, D. You know what I'm
we
saying?
I
said,
ain't,
look, we
I ain't
said
Now, if
listening
that.
to
they go
Donald.
and he can beat him,
Donald,
Hey, look
they
though,
literally sitting here saying, listen, bro, literally sitting here saying that Bud won't be hurt by Canelo shots,
we
but
didn't say that.
but he can hurt Canelo. Do
We
you know
didn't
how
say that.
stupid that
Hey,
sound, bro?
we did
Bud done
we
been
look.
hurt by
Hey, look,
Green
look.
Machine. He
We
done
did
been
not
hurt by little tiny people.
look,
Canelo
bro.
ain't been hurt by way bigger men. But
We
they
didn't
taking
say.
that easy logic and just
Go
being
ahead.
emotional
All
and
right.
being like, yeah, I think Bud gonna knock this nigga out. Bro, get out of here.
Look,
Just
D,
stop,
we
man.
didn't say Canelo couldn't hurt him with a shot. First of all, because but we know from historically those just like the names you named that Buzz Crawford, we know what happens when he get hurt. He knocked niggas the fuck out after he
He
get
knock
hurt.
out
So
smaller
look, but
people
look,
with
it
weaker
don't look.
chins. Yes, he does.
We see them. Okay, but look, and then the narrative now is, oh, he couldn't knock out Majimov, so how was he gonna hurt Canelo?
It's
That
not
that
that he didn't knock Majimov
look,
off. He just couldn't really even hurt him.
but look, that okay, that's the
He
narrative.
whooped his
It's
ass,
always the
but he couldn't
narrative
hurt him.
before Bud fight a fighter, and that's why he gonna do what he do because everybody always saying
Man,
what he
this shit
can't
ain't as
do.
mythical as you think it is. This ain't just, oh, because you said something about him, you made him mad, and now he gonna go superhuman strength,
That's
bro. That's not
yeah.
shit.
That's
That's not shit,
No,
bro. Look at
but
what
but
you
you
know
really
what?
looking at. Just look at boxing for what it is.
It's
you said
crazy that people
Canelo.
don't understand that because that's the truth. It's
They
like they gonna
because
Look,
that's
find
what
out
they
because
doing, bro. They
you
turning this
he
said
nigga
didn't
into a
even fight.
unicorn.
Listen, I don't even know if Bud could beat Janabek at
look.
160.
I heard one of y'all say,
You just gotta beat
but y'all.
Canelo.
I
That's
heard
what
one of
I was
y'all
getting ready
say,
to say. Not only can he not beat Canelo at 68, it's
Oh,
probably
he
a
Sure, he
already
could
got
handful
beat
of
him.
Janabek.
68s that he can't beat, that he's too
but
small.
but
It's just
listen,
that simple.
y'all said I heard one of y'all say, Canelo never been knocked out. Right, he never been knocked out, never been knocked down. But how many fighters that never been knocked out got knocked out by Bud and still haven't got
Talk that
knocked
shit,
down?
bud.
Jose Benavidez never been dropped or stopped by anybody
Man,
but Bud.
Jose
Even
Benavidez, how many
look, even
fighters have you ever, since you've
listen
been
though.
watching boxing,
Let me
display a chin like Canelo's?
listen though. Even when
Now all of a
Triple
Benavidez went
sudden,
G,
to even
Triple
when
G.
Benavidez went to 163 and fought Charlo, he didn't knock him down nor stop him, and Bud did. Porter, Bud, the only person to stop him. EJ, Bud, the only person to drop and stop him. He the first person to stop
no,
Gamboa. The
Adrian
first
Broner
person to
dropped
stop.
him.
The first
Adrian
person.
Broner dropped Sean Porter.
Okay,
Didn't
but
Kell Brook drop Sean Porter?
I said stop him though.
Oh,
Bud, the only person to stop him. He the first
okay.
person to stop
If you
Gamboa.
wanna
He
use
the
that,
first.
if you wanna
Come on,
use
bro.
that stoppage
Cal
as the
Velasquez.
something,
It's true though. He
Cal
said a fact.
Velasquez. He
That's
the
fact.
first person to stop Cal Velasquez. He the first person to stop Ladorme. He stopped a lot of niggas for the first time, bro. So
and so
Canelo
did
ain't no different.
Canelo, and so did Canelo.
And
Like
Canelo,
who?
but look, Canelo
And
I
haven't
like
got
Canelo,
a
this.
and
stoppage
you know
since
what else
21.
Canelo got on
Like
his
who,
I
G?
resume
like this.
that he
Like
did
who,
over
G?
the course of his career? He's outboxed Hall of Fame boxers, whether they were old or young or whatever the fuck they were. These are legendary Hall of Fame fighters with ridiculous boxing IQs. And
That's
as a
cool.
22, 23-year-old nigga, Canelo whooped their ass. So don't
Hey,
forget all
I,
that.
Look,
Don't
I don't
forget
but
know if
that
he's
look,
gonna
part.
get knocked out.
the
That's
pound
asking
for
for a
pound
bit much.
fighters, the pound for pound fighters that
We ain't
Canelo
even seen
fought,
him. We
he
haven't even seen him
lost.
with Babby legs.
He
I
lost
think he
to
about to get
he
knocked
Yeah,
out
lost
you
and
to
shit.
have. Yeah, you
look.
have. Yeah, you have.
This
Yeah,
the
you have.
third pound for pound fighter that Canelo fighting, and he lost to the other two. So what makes you think Bud don't
Where
got a
one
chance
of them is
against
a
him?
legend and a GOAT and will be, there's nothing to
It
compare to
don't
him.
matter.
The other one is 20 pounds bigger than
Oh
him,
my, but
not
so
30 pounds
he got
smaller.
excuses now. He knocked
It's
out.
not excuses, it's what
Knocked out
Hey,
a
happened. It's what
he
D, hold
happened.
on.
knocked out a
Hold
little
on,
dude.
man,
D.
but he ain't
It's
Hold
gonna
on,
knock
putting
him
D.
out.
real
Hold on,
context
D.
to it.
Hold
Hey,
It's
on,
not
D.
an
Hold on,
excuse.
D. Hold
look,
on, D.
That's
Hold
put
Floyd
on, D.
Frank
context
To your
to
Canelo.
it.
point. Hold on, D. But to your point, now how fair is that what you're doing right now? Because you said you don't care
What
how
you
old
mean?
it was when he won, and
Right.
now you spinning the block and saying, but. So it got to be the same,
Look,
my baby.
he knocked out a champion that was 20 pounds heavier in Kovalev. So I don't want to hear them excuses. He lost to Bivol because of the skill. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get bullied. He got beat by skills, by punches, by a game plan. That's where he
I
But
lost to
won
those
off
two
this fight.
fighters. So
Won
Bud
off
you
is
that
the
fight.
third.
said Kovalov was 20 pounds bigger than Canelo.
He was the same size as Bivol was. That's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm making. And he knocked him out. So I don't want to hear, oh, but Bivol was bigger. That's why he beat Canelo. No, skills beat Canelo.
Okay,
He didn't bully
okay.
Canelo.
Well, then you don't want to hear what really happened.
What happened? He
Yo,
lost.
He lost to
Canelo lost to Bivol because he
he
was too
look
small.
he put himself in
Wow.
that listen, he put
Wow.
himself in the same situation that Bud is putting himself in.
And
He's fighting
and
an excellent fighter
yep.
that's
And
way bigger than him.
and
And
look
you know
and
what
No,
Canelo
it's
learned from
the
that?
age gap.
That there's a limit to how big I can go.
The
and
age
look
That's what
gap.
he learned
and
from that.
and look
So that's why he know that Bud don't stand a chance against him.
that's why
Yep.
Crawford beating him puts him on Mount Rushmore because he's gonna beat the
Man,
biggest
that
great
shit
Hold
man.
don't
on,
put
but
him on no Mount
Yes, it
Rushmore.
do. Yes,
Hey,
That
it
shit
do.
don't put him. That's
Hold
the
on.
other crazy
it
shit
down to
y'all
the
keep.
clean or
I
not.
agree.
Yes, it do,
All the
bro.
stuff that you just
If
said,
he
I agree.
dirty, if he dirty, is a good chance he'll win. But
if
if
he
he's
beat
clean, he gonna be
Canelo,
slow and be tired by the end of the sixth, like normal.
if he beat
Yup.
Canelo, he undisputed in 3 different weight classes. Number
I
one,
don't
If
no,
he
care
beat
nothing about
nobody.
Canelo,
that.
he going
I
in. He
don't care
going to
nothing
talk
about
for
that. I
Listen,
don't
Ali.
care
He
no,
on
about
it
no,
that.
now.
nobody ever
Don.
did that, and he undefeated, undisputed, and went up
Oh,
2 weight
Hey,
classes
Don.
and beat the dude. Come
What?
on, man, he
Don,
up there, bro.
you just said
He
that
up there.
Canelo beat a ton of Hall of Famers, right?
Yup.
So
He
if
just
He
said
Bud
that.
did.
beats if Bud beats him, why not? Why wouldn't they
Exactly.
put
Okay,
him?
Why
okay,
not?
because did Bud beat a ton of Hall of Famers?
He moved up
See,
and beat the dude
Move the
who did
goalpost, bro.
so. 2 weight
see,
classes and beat that dude. Yes.
see,
no,
Don,
that's
you
not
gave,
right.
see,
That's
Spence
Don,
beat
not right
all.
for you to not. That's not right for you to not give
So
Bud
he
no
gonna
credit and give
inhale.
Bud
He gonna inhale
Mount Rushmore
Canelo's
if he beat Canelo.
accomplishments.
Yes, just like he did Spence.
Yeah.
Spence beat all the
Johnny D doesn't
champions,
want to
but
argue and shit.
Bud
That's all.
destroyed. Look, Spence
I ain't
beat all the
trying to argue
champions
with
one by
shit.
one. Look,
I don't
Spence
see
Yeah.
beat.
that. I don't see him beating one elite
okay,
fighter in his whole career, putting him
Donald,
in the top 5
Donald.
fighters ever.
I got one more question for you. Just one more
4.
question, and I'm not
Go ahead.
attacking you. Have you saw the best of Bud Crawford? You think?
I don't think yes, because I don't think he's going to get better at 37 and 38. I
Okay, so
don't think I don't
you
think
didn't.
I don't think he's getting better now. He's
Okay,
regressing, just like
okay.
What,
everybody else that age.
what
Y'all
can he
y'all
do?
trying to turn this dude into
What
not a
makes you think
human,
that?
bro, and it's wild.
I can't wait till September,
But
bro.
I can't
what
either,
can he do?
because I'm gonna die laughing.
And
Like,
look,
bro,
you
Ray
already
Charles could have seen this coming.
you already trying to discredit his win, trying not to
I'm
give
not
him credit.
discrediting
But
shit.
look,
Canelo
What can Bud
hardcore.
not?
It'll be the
okay,
Okay,
only one he's ever
what
beat. That's
what
all
can
I'm saying.
but
what
listen,
can Bud not
Spence
do in
got
the
the
ring? What can
Spence
Bud
went and
not
got
do
the
in the ring?
belts one by one. That don't because them niggas duck Bud and Bud destroyed
That
him. So
you're absolutely correct about
he
all
get
of
all
that.
those accolades. He gets all that juice because he beat all those fighters and he beat him. So
No, he
Canelo,
beat who he beat.
listen,
He beat
Canelo
Sean Porter. He beat Amir Khan. He beat the niggas he beat, bro. That's it. It's
and he
no,
beat
he
Errol
beat the
Spence.
niggas that Errol beat
He
too.
beat
But
No,
Errol
he
Don,
Spence.
didn't. It
He
didn't
beat
happen.
Errol Spence that beat all
It's
those
not
dudes.
an
So
elite thing. It's a popularity thing.
yeah,
He's
but
going off of how
What
many
can
fighters that's
what
popular.
what can TC not do in the ring?
What can he not do? He's not the
Yeah.
best defensive fighter I've ever seen.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you there. You know that at welterweight he had the lowest opponent connect percentage, don't
yeah,
you?
the lowest percentage, bro. He got hit less than anybody.
Yeah. So okay, go on now. Finish saying what you were saying.
I don't. Okay, so listen. Whether
Beat
he
your
got
ass,
hit
didn't he?
less than anybody, he definitely got. So
That's
Shakur.
right.
So listen. Then so Shakur the greatest defensive fighter ever. Then
Correct.
He on his way to being
As of now,
yeah.
as of now,
If
yeah.
he keeps it up,
so Shakur got better defense than Floyd.
No,
As
not
of
at this
now,
point.
as of
Wait,
Not
hold
now,
on. How? Wait a minute. The
but look,
percentages say
what's that?
he's better.
he
Yeah,
hasn't
Right,
had
that's what I
enough
said.
fights
As
yet.
of
If he
now,
continue his career like this, then you got to give it to him
yeah. At
statistically.
this point, Shakur is better. I could say Shakur by percentage
So
wise
so
is
Shakur,
better.
so all that literally turning your back and running, that's a better defensive fighter than Floyd Mayweather.
That's one fight when he was injured
Munstache
before the
say
fight,
that.
bro. Come on now.
He got
Munstache
a
He not,
couple fights where he did that. He don't do it as much as people act like, but he definitely has done it more than once.
But you know that Shakur is mastered the art of defense. You seen him;
Man,
he could
he
barely miss.
masterful.
Yeah, he's masterful. So we can't say he ran because we can always counter that and
but
say, well, he had a broken knuckle on his right hand and his shoulder was dislocated in his left. So we can
and
always
look,
say that.
and we talking about Bud. We not even talking about Shakur. He had the lowest connect percentage against him at 147. That means he
Yeah,
got good defense, bro. His
yeah,
defense,
bro.
it ain't the best defense in the world, but he got good defense.
That's true,
Mhm.
Don. That's true. That's a true story.
But you know the thing
I
is,
don't. I
Bud
didn't
fight.
say.
It's
Listen. So what did I say? I said he's
Yeah,
not the best defensive fighter I've ever seen. He's
right.
not the best.
I
He's
agree.
not. He
right.
to me. He has above average defense. He doesn't have
Oh,
Bud.
That's good. That's
oh,
good enough, though,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no. Good is good. I said above average.
Right.
I didn't say good. Good is
No,
good.
he got
Right.
good defense, bro. That's what you get. He got good defense,
That's
bro.
not what I'm not nothing, bro. I know what I'm looking at just like you do. That's not the best defensive fighter. That's not his strong suit.
Listen, Don is like an old grandfather. Once he gets stuck, he just there. Ain't no moving him,
Don, what's his
none of that.
strong suit?
Yeah.
What is
What's his
Bud's
strong
strong
suit?
suit?
Yeah.
Yes.
His boxing IQ, clearly.
The
No,
He's
I'm
ability,
with you.
unbelievably intelligent under fire. Whether
the
fighting
Right.
ability
forward,
to
whether
adjust
fighting
in a
going
fight.
backwards, whatever it is, he's unbelievable in those situations until a nigga getting ready to be 30 pounds better than him with the 30 pounds heavier with the same IQ.
See, there you
That's
go.
when you gonna see the
That's the
difference.
Right.
backhanded
Right.
compliment, Goon.
Look,
It's
Yeah,
not
you
no
know,
backhanded
hey,
compliment. Y'all niggas want a nigga to just pom every nigga every way. I'm not doing it.
No,
It's
look,
not
no,
make
happening, bro.
make sure
I like
you come
everything
back
he just
after
said.
the
I
fight,
like
I
everything
bro.
he
know,
just
but
Hey,
said from beginning to the end. Everything he's saying from beginning to the end,
yeah,
I
these
feel
niggas
on
just
that.
want you to be like Bud the best. It's impossible.
No,
You don't
he did.
understand his
No, the
brain,
question,
bro. You
Don,
don't, nigga.
Donald,
I don't care
the
about his
question,
brain.
the
It
question
is
is
what I'm
what
looking at.
the
It's what I'm
question
looking
was.
at.
The question it was, what does Bud do good?
I
So the
just
other,
said
hold on,
his
hold on.
IQ is
Uh-huh.
unbelievable.
Until
Right.
he go up against a fighter that's 30
Until
pounds.
he go against somebody with a similar IQ and they're 30 pounds bigger than him, then yes, he's
So what
going
are
to
you
have
saying?
problems.
So what are you
so
saying? You
Earl
got
was bigger
Canelo?
than him.
So you
Earl was
got
bigger than him.
Canelo winning this fight, right?
I got Canelo winning this fight easy. Like
Look,
his
make sure,
t-shirt said,
make
easy money.
make sure you come back here
Man,
September
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
here
second.
all
like
the
I said, it
time.
all
Come
depends on the
back to the
test for
show,
me.
bro. Come back to the show, bro, because I'm
I'm
gonna be
here
here.
all the time.
he said, I
I'm
ain't
gonna
going
be here.
nowhere. He said, I ain't going nowhere.
I
Mm-mm.
can't
If
wait, bro. Cause look,
if
and
he's
look,
dirty, he
Well, I can
wins.
tell
If
you
he's
right
clean, he
now. I
loses.
can tell y'all right now. You can pick the round on Canelo knocking Bud out and win yourself. If you shit, you can bet 50 and win yourself a good maybe
look,
300,
like, hold
350,
on,
something
look,
like
like
that.
y'all said, Bud couldn't stop Magimov. How's Canelo gonna stop Bud? And he didn't stop Charlo. He didn't stop nobody since
Because
2021.
they all gonna do what they all did what Bud is getting ready to do. He's going to get hit and start moving around like everybody
So,
else.
so how was
Just
you
like
gonna
he
stop
said
him
on the
then?
club Shay Shay, I am only a man. Y'all turning him into a unicorn.
So
And
is
he
he?
not.
Hey, so is he that when he beat Canelo?
If he beat Canelo, that will be a hell of a fucking accomplishment.
It ain't gonna be nothing, but it ain't gonna be nothing.
It will be
It ain't gonna be
legendary. It will be a
Legendary,
legendary
for
night.
sure.
He still wouldn't be
No, it
one of the
ain't.
top 5 boxers of all time.
He is, bro. It put him up there. It put him up there in the conversation,
He
bro.
still wouldn't be that. Now he
And
would be damn
hey,
good.
Mount
He's an
Rushmore only
all-time,
got
he
four.
already an all-time great first ballot
Right.
Hall of Famer and a legend in the
Right.
game.
Right.
Mount Rushmore
Okay.
only got four people up there though. So
And he damn sure won't be in the top 4. I said 5. I gave it 5. I know what
his
I said,
Hey,
his
nigga.
who?
his
Hey,
I
Don,
look
know
who
what I
your top?
said, nigga.
Don,
look
who your top four?
look
Who
his
your top four?
accomplishments
Goddamn it! I need to hear this.
his
Who my top
accomplishment
4? Now listen,
Yeah,
with
your
me
top.
personally,
Yeah, your top
I
four.
only
Your
go by
personal list. Your personal list. I want to hear your personal.
listen.
All right.
I only go by what I could see. So I don't go to all the
What you
Muhammad
see, you
Ali's and
blind
all
mo
that. I
what you
wasn't born.
nah. See, we
I
not
wasn't
talking
born
about
in the
that, bro.
60s.
You got to go all the way back if you doing the
Well,
top
if I'm
Mount
going with all the
Rushmore.
way back, then he damn sure it ain't even close. So
Look,
now we got Muhammad Ali, you got Sugar Ray Robinson, you got Floyd Mayweather,
yep.
you got Joe Louis. He ain't eclipsed none of them with a Canelo win.
Look, this is the reason I put him up there because he did something. He will be doing something that's never been done. He
No, he
under
won't. Roy Jones
look
be the heavyweight.
look he three he
The
man.
first
look,
middleweight in
hold on.
100
That's not really
years.
what I'm talking about. I'm
Hey,
talking about
John fucking with
look.
me.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him being
The fuck?
undisputed in three different weight classes,
Right.
and
Right.
he
Bro, that
would have
shit
beat.
wasn't even
Look,
available to them
look,
niggas back in the day.
look. He went up two weight classes and beat the top dude, and he would be undefeated. Look, and like the other only person that's undefeated on Mount Rushmore is Floyd, and by Bud being undefeated too, that puts him up there, bro. None of them other fighters is undefeated and did a great thing like he just doing, like he gonna do.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's
he up
true.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, them other fighters, bro, fought way tougher fighters. Canelo just asked that
Oh,
man.
come on, man.
Canelo literally asked that man in front of the world, who have you fought that was elite? And that man couldn't
See,
name nobody,
But
bro.
look,
I think
but
that's
look,
opinion, Don.
number
That's
one,
opinion, though,
that's
Don.
not true. Look, Spence was pound for
No,
pound number
like
three
you
when
said,
Bud fought him.
it became a
On EA,
popularity thing. Then it
look, let
wasn't
me say
about
this
if it
real
was
quick.
elite.
Let me say this real
It
quick. This
was
is all I
about
want
who
to
was
say.
popular,
Spence was number three on ESPN pound for
and being
pound
popular
when
don't make
Bud
you
beat him.
elite.
And look, let me
And
finish.
Bud said that he wasn't elite.
Look, let me
That
finish
man
though.
said
What?
it
Look, hold
himself.
on. Let me finish.
Go
technically,
ahead.
we know that Spence was elite because he was on that list, number 3.
Mm,
And hold on, by Bud beating Canelo, that's
mm.
all that he needs. So whatever Canelo or criticize his resume,
Excuse me.
he beat you. So he's definitely up there. That's the
World
most
renowned
elite
X
fighter
pound
in
for pound
boxing.
#1.
He the face of boxing, right? And he gonna smoke him so he get his credit for it, bro. He up there.
I know.
I feel that's more prisoner of the moment.
He up there. And look, by
Damn,
him doing
damn.
that
You a
major
prisoner.
accomplishment
It's
and
because
being
it's happening right
undefeated.
now. I feel like you got a recency bias because it's happening
Yeah,
now. If you
No,
go back
look,
and look at them
What
other
is it?
niggas,
look.
What is
bro,
it, Don?
Look,
it's
the
a
Don, what is it?
recency bias.
reason that I
It's just
said
because it's a current thing.
look, no, look, the reason that I'm AD, look, the reason I'm saying it is because all those people did something that's great. But Bud is doing something that's great also, and him being undefeated doing it. That puts him up there as the 4th person, bro. Ali, Floyd, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Bud Crawford after he beat Canelo.
Man, boy. Okay.
You,
Mm-mm.
you know what? You know one of Bud opponents that I don't never really hear a lot of people bring up who I think he was probably one of his toughest opponents on his resume. I
I
think
got
one of
one.
Bud's best opponents was British Prescott.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
It
but
Oh,
was.
British
nobody
I
ever
forgot who
Prescott.
talked about
Gamboa
British
was too,
Prescott on
though.
his
That's
resume.
what's crazy. They forgot who Gamboa was.
They don't talk
That's
about a
what,
lot of
hey
fighters.
Goon, that's what I was gonna say.
It's crazy
That's
work, bro.
to me, in all reality, that's his best
That's the
win.
only fight I bet against
That,
Bud on was that Gamboa fight, bro.
Gamboa
that's
was
his
on a
best
pound for
win.
pound
He
list.
fought a
And he
prime
got hurt in that
Yuri
fight,
Yonkers
and Bud got
Gamboa.
hurt in that fight. He
Facts.
got hurt in that fight
He
too.
was on a pound for pound list, and he stopped
Yeah.
that boy for the first time.
Mikey
Posto, he was the
Garcia wouldn't even
boogeyman with
fight him, bro. Y'all forgot Mikey Garcia wouldn't even fight him back then.
right.
That's why
And
him
when Bud beat Posto, Posto was the boogeyman. He stopped Matiste. He
Amir
knocked him
Khan.
out. Nobody wanted to fight Posto. Bud went up there and stopped the man. Come on, he did. He has a lot of good fighters, but people don't want to give him credit for it. But when you really look into it, when you know
They gonna
boxing,
have to get look.
you
Hey
know
Bud,
that Bud
hey
fought
Bud,
good fighters,
hey
bro.
Bud, go stop Canelo. And this is why I say right here, like just from this conversation right here, Donald has a Bud bias because in
Yeah, he
one
do.
breath you're saying like, although I did not want this fight, you know what I'm saying, but we got the fight and it's here. I feel it's a way that Bud can win the fight. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I
Yeah.
still feel like Drico said
Let
it
me finish.
best. I don't think,
Let me finish though. I
yeah.
feel it's a way that he can win the fight. I'm not saying all this stuff that everybody else saying, but it's definitely a way that Bud can beat Canelo because I done seen lesser fighters beat Canelo. So
Yeah.
Bud can definitely do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
What
I
I
Drico
haven't
wish
say?
Bud.
seen.
I just wish Bud would have left. I wanted Bud when he left after he beat Spence. I was straight thinking he was going to go to 154 and get
Hey,
busy,
but what
undisputed
happened?
at
What
154. I
happened?
wanted him to. I wanted him to go undisputed and retire.
Hey, look, but what happened
Mataro
when
and
he went to
Inferno didn't
150?
want to fight him. You got to
the
Exactly.
understand
other
That's
that.
the
exactly
other
what I was
champs
gonna
didn't want
say.
to fight.
Pandora didn't want to fight him.
When he went to
Hey, Don.
154, Fondora started
What's
ducking
up?
him. Tim Zoo started ducking him. Charlo lost to Canelo, so he wasn't in the picture no more. So it's
Right.
those fighters didn't want to fight Bud. That's why he
Pandora
just
straight
left
ducked that man,
154.
bro. So like
So
that was a championship fight right there. Mizzou would have been a championship
He
fight.
would if Fondora would have fought Bud, he would have had 3 belts.
Yeah,
right.
he could have made undisputed, but you can't. I mean, them niggas wasn't fighting him.
Right.
Earl,
He would have
Al
had 3
Heyman was
belts, bro.
blocking. Al Heyman went to blocking again. When Bud
Yeah.
could have fought Pandora, he bring
That's
EJ.
exactly what was going on because you know what they didn't they was already mad that he beat Spence the PBC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bingo,
you're right.
bingo.
So they had Fondora try to fight Spence all of a sudden. He ditched the rematch with Bud all of a sudden, talking about he
Bro,
injured. And
Spence
then a
made that
week
man
later,
wait a
he
year for
ready to
what we already knew that he wasn't fighting.
right.
Like,
A
come
week
on,
later,
bro.
he ready to fight Fondora. But I thought you was hurt. So
Right,
Right.
they
got his ring
blocked
and
Bud.
everything, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's what was going on. So that's
yeah.
why Bud probably saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just go for it all and fight
Yeah,
Canelo."
Hold on,
exactly.
let's
For
be honest,
undisputed.
y'all. I got 5 other people up here on me. Are y'all telling me that you're not going to take the biggest fight with the biggest money against a legendary fighter, and you just gonna stay
Right,
and wait at 154 for these niggas not to fight you? Come on, bro. Like,
right. Yeah, you right. Because he would have ended up sitting the same way Jamal Charlo was sitting all his goddamn career
yeah, bro.
down there.
Be real,
Yeah,
bro. And
yeah,
he getting old. He old in the teeth right now, bro. So come on, man.
But
yeah,
we don't
yeah,
want to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
wouldn't.
don't want to hear after the fight. I don't want to hear Canelo was too old. Canelo was washed.
No,
Just
because
like,
he just
just,
said Canelo beat them old fighters, whether they was
right. And
old or
look, and
not.
like they said, Canelo was too young when he fought Floyd. I don't want to hear he too old when he fought Bud. I don't want to hear
Right.
no excuses,
Because
bro.
he
Uh-uh.
getting the credit
You
for
know
the
what? It ain't no. It
because he
wasn't
getting the
really no
credit.
excuses.
He know because he giving him credit for beating Shane Mosley and fighters like that. Remember, he just said
Yeah,
earlier, it
yeah.
don't
He,
matter
But you
where they
know,
did it.
the only difference, I'm gonna tell you, the only
Got man,
difference
what up?
really, if you want to keep it 100 though, and keep
Cat
it
man,
straight
what
up,
up?
the difference between what
Pull up,
Bud
Cat man.
fighting and what Floyd fighting is, we all do know Floyd did get the drain Canelo down to 152.
no,
No,
So
Canelo
Canelo
asked for that,
asked
bro.
for the
Don't do
weight.
that.
That was
Canelo
Canelo
asked
that
asked
for
was
for
that
that.
catch
Canelo's
weight, bro.
idea.
Canelo asked for that. That was
He
his
That
asked for
idea.
that. You can't
that
blame
Yeah.
Floyd
so
for that.
Yeah.
Canelo asked to go to
Yes.
152 when he barely could make
yeah.
154. That's why
Yeah,
he
Yes,
he
was
he
said
fighting
he
at
did.
what he
Floyd
said a
155.
fight.
catch
Yes,
Wait,
weight.
he did.
hey,
Yep.
what you mean he barely can make 154? He was at 154 for what, like 5 more years after that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
why was he fighting that? When I'm talking about when they were
He
saying,
thought
"What the
that
fuck is
Floyd.
up with this
He thought
Canelo
that
weight?
Floyd.
What
What
was up
happened
with the
was
No,
Canelo weight?
That was
what
one.
happened
155.
That
was
was
It's what a lot of weights
155.
at
I'm gonna
155.
tell you.
That
I'm
was
about to tell
Canelo
you right
weight.
now.
that
Yeah.
was
I'm about to tell you right now.
you guys got
Canelo assumed that Floyd was going to ask for a catch weight, so he beat Floyd to the punch. And Floyd came back and was like, "Shit." When he said 152, hell yeah, I'll take that. Like that, he thought that he was going to catch Floyd, but Floyd was like, "Nigga, I was gonna be willing to fight you at 54."
he
Exactly.
didn't
Yeah,
have no
well,
next day. He didn't have no next day
to
weight or
me,
nothing.
if you ask me, I think Canelo he didn't look like he regularly looked. If he come in at his regular weight that he want to come
But
into, I don't
Canelo was
think that
20
that was a
So
pounds
what about
heavier
comfortable
than
Austin
Floyd,
Trout?
Canelo.
no
What
matter
about
what
What?
you
Austin
say.
Trout?
I'm
What
talking
about
about.
Austin Trout?
Hey, that's giving excuses. So you saying that
Right.
one he was 175 pounds the night of the fight. He didn't have no
Yeah.
second.
They weighed in the day
No
before.
excuses.
Canelo was
No
20
excuses.
pounds heavier than Floyd in that fight, bro.
Hey, what about Austin Trout? What about Austin Trout? Y'all forget about Austin Trout? He went life and death for Austin Trout. You mean to tell me he better than Bud? Is Austin Trout better than Bud? A better fighter
Why
than
you
Bud?
say
Hey,
that? Why you say
Austin
that?
Yeah.
Trout
Because
is the welterweight champion right
Canelo
now.
went the distance with
No,
Austin Trout.
I'm just saying, Bud is not getting a chance, and we think Canelo arguably lose to lesser fighters, is what I'm saying. So I'm saying,
Hey,
why not?
but Austin Trout is the welterweight champion right now.
Hey B, what's your name,
And,
bro?
and, and what is the bare knuckle shit?
Hey B, what's your name? What's your
Bare
name?
knuckle fight?
And
Yeah, I seen him. He whooped dog
Buckle
ass.
up, aka Sports Prediction 101.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, for sure. I want to make sure you got Canelo, right?
Yeah, with
they
Bud
might
at
even have a pound for
168,
pound number
I'm
one.
gonna put my money. I'm gonna drop the bread on Canelo for a stoppage. I have
All right,
to. And
yeah.
Bud is
Hey,
my. Hey, listen, and hold up. Let me let you know this too. Bud is my number one fighter. Bud is my top fighter right now of all the fighters. He my number
yeah.
one guy.
All right, I just
So I'm
want to
gonna
make
let you know
sure.
this too. I hope Bud win. I hope Bud win,
Hello?
but I'm putting my money on Canelo for the stoppage. That's what I'm putting my money on.
All right,
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
betting you don't go with your heart. You feel what I'm saying?
Look,
A
we
real
I,
better.
we went through this plenty of times. Like, just most of these people don't show back up after Bud do what they said he wasn't gonna do. Just make sure you show back up and holler at him, give him his props, man. For real.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm gonna be happy about him doing it. I'm gonna be going crazy about it. I ain't gonna be mad, but I just gotta
That's
still
what
There you
I
go.
said. I
stay.
say I'm betting
I
against
mean,
Bud,
but
and I hope I
yeah,
lose my money.
if it
For
happen
sure.
and I lose, I'm not. That's gonna be a loss. I'm not gonna be mad about. I'm gonna do the video. You gonna if you come to my channel, Sports Prediction 101, check me
Yeah.
out when that shit after the fight. I'm gonna do a video on how everything went down. Yeah, I just lost my bread, but it's
Yeah.
all good. He
I'm
still
gonna
got to be
subscribe after
there.
this too.
It's
I'm gonna
all good.
subscribe to you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause that's what Bud do. When people say he can't do something, he
Man,
go
ain't
do it. His
nobody trying to
his
hear
mama
all that, bro,
his
about
mom his mom
his
installed
will
that
and I
his
nobody
mom
gang,
installed that
whatever.
mentality in him when he was little, bro. That's why he do
Man,
what he
what the
do.
fuck ever. So what
Yeah,
you think?
it's
What you
true.
think Canelo people installed in him? Nothing.
It's true. Look,
You think
Canelo
that?
got
You
one.
think they was just raising a little hoe, huh?
Look, Canelo got one
Man,
game
all that
plan.
don't mean nothing. We
Look,
all got raised by a dog.
Look, Canelo got one game plan, and when that don't work,
No,
he
he
can.
don't. No, he
Yeah,
don't.
yes, he
No, he
do.
don't. We didn't see
Look,
him execute a million game plans.
bro, listen. When Canelo get frustrated, like with Bivol, he couldn't figure it out, so he just starts swinging from California to New York, and then he start picking people up. He frustrated. He don't got the IQ to adjust to a fighter
Man,
like
that's the
Bud do.
dumbest
Bud
shit I done
adjusts to
heard.
anything. Bud have
Hey, did
proven
you
to
see?
adjust.
Bud
Did,
got
did
just
you
all
see
his
that?
dog. Canelo ain't got no dog in him. He ain't got
Did
no
y'all see?
He
IQ.
do.
Hey, did
He
y'all
can't
see
do
that press
shit, nah.
conference? Did
He
you see
do.
that
I'm not
press
saying he don't.
conference? Did you see
Yeah.
the press conference?
Yep. And I seen Bud turn up
You
on him
seen
and
that
push him
press
back.
conference and you seen what Bud said, right? But did you see Canelo too? Like, did you look at Canelo like the way he was just like, it's just like Canelo got something about him like this. He just don't know what I'm gonna do to him. Like, I'm gonna punish him. I
That's
just
what.
see that in Canelo for some reason.
And
He
I
like,
see
I'm gonna
Bud.
punish
I
him.
see
I'm
Bud.
gonna take it all out on him.
I see
Hey,
Bud
hey,
doing.
but did you see that sneaky grin that Bud gave
Yeah.
him
Man, I
though?
don't care nothing about him grinning.
I
I
see
don't.
Bud.
None of that
Look,
gonna matter. None of
when
that
Bud,
gonna
but
matter.
what
If that
Canelo
But you
say.
grin
care
gonna
about
add
Canelo
25
when Canelo
pounds
said I'm gonna
of
punish him.
natural weight to him, he
Look,
can grin all he want to.
But you saying but you saying Canelo gonna punish him because the way he's looking, huh? But you
I
ain't
didn't say
saying that
no.
about
I
No,
Bud.
didn't say that. You didn't hear that. I never
No, I
said no
said
shit
that.
like
I
that.
said that. He didn't say that. I said that, bro. He didn't
Yeah,
say
that
that.
look,
wasn't
I
me,
said that.
bro.
Whoever said.
What Canelo
Oh, okay.
said
Give
about
me
his
straight then.
resume, he didn't fight nobody. That's why Bud. They always tell him that. That's why he said, "When I stomp a mud hole in you, are you gonna be a nobody too?" Bud mean that
right,
shit, bro. That's when he
right.
had to
It's
fight right there.
activated.
That's why I
It's
said. That's
activated
why I
right
said
then.
Bud ain't making no excuses. He ain't talking about no steroids. He ain't talking about no
None of
little
that.
ring. He like whatever y'all
No,
give
Right.
me,
no
let's get it.
rehydration. No,
Right.
none of that, bro.
Whatever
He
y'all,
want
let's
it
get it.
all.
Because when I win, I want to hear what y'all go say. Nah, I see
Yeah,
it in his face.
and y'all gonna say Canelo
Right.
was wise. That one to see he was a shell of himself.
Yeah,
He
they gonna
getting
make
old. It's
excuses.
gonna be a million. Bud was on snack. It was his gloves. It's gonna be all the same excuses people been saying, bro. Watch. Even though right
Right.
now y'all saying it's so impossible for Bud to beat this dude and Bud to stop this dude, and he do
No, it's
either one
not
of those.
impossible. I ain't never
Bud
say
was
that. It's not
sparring
impossible.
heavyweights like
Anything
5 years
possible.
ago, Drake. Hey, Drake, remember that
Anything
shit?
possible.
Hey, Drake,
Yeah.
niggas don't know
Yeah.
Bud been sparring heavyweight like 5 years ago, bro.
Look,
Like,
bro, he
this
been
shit is
sparring
crazy.
68
Right.
pounders for
Right.
20
This is
years. For
Right.
the
crazy
last
work.
20 years, he been sparring these.
Stopping them too, but I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
that
Man,
man.
alone.
Bud better
Yeah.
bring a motherfucking pistol with him.
He ain't gonna
Nigga,
need one.
the
Hey, look,
fuck
he
out
ain't
of
gonna
here.
need one. Hey,
All that
B,
I
he's
can't wait,
that
bro.
shit
hey,
ain't gonna
B, he
matter.
ain't gonna need no
Okay,
pistol, bro. He ain't gonna need one.
he better bring a
Floyd,
Glock
oh,
with him.
Floyd had a pistol
Talk about
He
the
not Floyd.
off
He
the
not
train.
Floyd. He
Off the
not.
top.
He not
Hey, look,
Floyd. He not
Canelo is
Floyd.
And look, that's
Hey,
that's
hey,
Off the top
another
hey,
have a
but
pistol.
that's another
is he
narrative too.
Brian
Y'all
Norman?
Off
say,
the
You
top have
can't.
a pistol.
Hey, you give him more of a chance than Brian Norman because you only gave Brian Norman 5%.
Yes, I give him absolutely more of a chance than
look,
Brian
when
Norman.
y'all
Damn, you don't
say
like
he not
Norman.
Floyd, that's another narrative that they say he not Floyd. That's why if Bud stopped Canelo, I put him over Floyd in the top 5
That's
of
why.
all
That's why
time.
when you be talking about boxing, I don't be listening that much.
Hey, I'll be right. I said Bud gonna
No,
stop
you
Spence.
don't be right. You
I do be.
listen to what you saying
Bud is
right now.
undefeated.
Okay,
Bud is undefeated. When I said he
I
gonna
know.
stop Porter,
I can
he
dig it.
stopped Sean Porter. When I said he gonna stop Spence, he stopped Spence. And people like, oh, he ain't gonna stop these people. You gonna change your YouTube name, this and that. No, that shit be happening, bro. I got good
Okay.
predictions in this.
Okay.
You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you the questions I have in Floyd's resume? I
I
be
Go
mean,
wanting to know
ahead.
why. I be wanting to know why at 130 there was no unification, just like with Tank. After he won your first belt, why didn't you fight unify with Acelino Freitas? Or why
I
didn't you unify with Casamayor?
a
At
lot of people ain't
130
want to
or
smoke with Floyd.
135.
A lot of people ain't want to smoke with Floyd.
And
So
then it was
That's
Aaron Pryor,
the
wasn't
answer. That's the answer I've always got.
it?
And
But
so,
listen, you
like,
forgot.
that's why, like, why they don't just let Tank get away with shit that he tried to slide out there and say and act like guys don't want to fight him and all that. They just gonna use that's what they gonna say 30 years from now. Ain't nobody
Floyd,
want to
but we
fight
know
Tank.
we know these fighters be
That's what
calling
they,
out
you
Tank,
know.
and he don't fight who we want him to fight. But Floyd was calling out everybody, so that's the difference in them two.
Hey, let's not forget, he called out Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley had a toothache. Prince
Yeah,
Nassim Hamed, like he had a run going through there. And
But
niggas that
listen, he didn't
we wanted
call
to
out
see him
Paul
fight.
Williams. He didn't call out
And
Paul Williams.
For what? Why
and
would
then
we
what
fight
about
Paul Williams, though,
and
G?
what about at 140? Why didn't he unify with Costa Zoo?
Okay.
That's like I've got
Look,
questions in his resume that
it's
I
some
be
Well, we
that
can do
they
that
jump
with
on
every
everybody
single
else
fighter.
about
Hey,
now.
look, we
it's
can do
some
that with
people.
every single fighter, y'all. Watch this.
Yeah,
Watch me make Drake and Donald and D Man. Shit, we
it's
can say
some
that about Roy Jones Jr.
Now
it's some
watch your
people that
fucking mouth,
Floyd didn't
Goon.
fight,
Uh
but he
oh.
fought a lot of fighters. He fought a lot of fighters, so
He
you
ain't
gotta
fight
give him credit.
Mike Justice. I can't pronounce his name.
That's it.
Y'all
Ain't
know who I'm
your
talking
ass.
about. Y'all know
Ain't
the ones I'm
nobody
talking
helping
about.
your ass either. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody helping.
Darius Mississippi. He ain't fight
Nope.
him.
Fa la
He
la
ain't
la
fight
la la
him.
la 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 la.
And I'm just saying, by Bud beating this better version of Canelo and stopping him, that's what's gonna put him. I got Ali Floyd as my top two of all time, and then I put Bud right there if he stopped Canelo.
Man.
Right.
Okay, bro.
Well, Ali's still my goat right now. Ali, my
Yeah,
goat to
Ali
this
always
day.
gonna be the GOAT, bro.
That's my goat right now. Yeah.
Man, too.
And Ali is my GOAT strictly off his resume. Every time I look at his resume, I go in that motherfucking box and I can look at it and look it
Right.
over.
Yeah,
It's
Haney should
amazing.
be up there
It's
too.
amazing.
Then we talking about
It's
resumes.
amazing.
There, watch me make D man now. Yeah, Haney should be up there too. You know, but
Who?
what we got right now, he's got
My
probably
Haney?
God.
one of the
But you
best
know,
resumes in boxing. Him,
No,
Usyk,
Haney got
Usyk,
one of the best resumes of this
Usyk.
current generation.
Yeah,
Like he
No
right
Usyk.
doubt.
behind Usyk and
Yeah,
Canelo.
yeah.
All
I
right.
would say, yeah. Big
I'll
Okay,
time.
give
yeah,
him
you
that.
can
I'll
say it
give
like
him
that.
that.
Yeah,
I'll
You
he
can
give
right
give
him
up
him
there
that.
with
that.
Usyk and
Ali,
Canelo.
Yes,
Ali
I'll
we
got the
can
give
give
him
best
him that.
that.
resume of all
Yeah.
We
time.
can give him that. We can be fair and give Devin that. We can be fair. I would say give him that too.
Because
Yes.
look,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I
we
give him that.
all wanted Tank for this. Like, dog is the first person that came on the show and said that other than myself about dog. He never even gave us Tevin Farmer, bro. Back in the day,
Right.
bro. Like,
Or
come on.
Gary Russell.
Yeah.
And guess what? Let me tell y'all, Baltimore wanted uh Tank versus Tevin Farmer. That was Baltimore
Yes.
versus Philly. But they
Yes.
wanted that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you another fight we wanted for years too. We wanted him and Gary Russell because Gary Russell keep running his mouth,
That's
always
what I
talking
said.
about how he's sonning Tank and this and that and shorty this and shorty that and he know this and he know that. And niggas used
Right.
to say, yo, I hope Tank just go take a fight with Gary
I
Russell
wanted
and beat the shit out
fight
his little ass.
so
That was a
bad.
good fight for DC and Baltimore, but that
And he
Yes.
fight
never
never
did
got
it.
put together.
He never did it.
Never got
Right.
done. Never got done. We didn't get no fights we wanted. We
Even
didn't get Tevin Farmer. We wanted Tevin Farmer. They was arguing one day at the thing in the before the
yeah,
fight. Somebody else was fighting. They was arguing.
it
Tevin
got
Farmer said,
physical.
"Oh, if I go get the belt, is you gonna fight me if I get the belt? If I get the belt, you gonna fight me?" Tank said, "Go get the belt. Go get a belt. You don't got no belt. Go get a belt." He went and got a belt. He
The,
went and got a belt.
the same thing Crawford
Yes.
did to
Same shit,
Spence.
Earl. Same shit, Earl.
Exactly. Same shit I just said. Yep.
Yeah, he went and got a belt. And Tank
And
ain't
then when
fight
a
him.
nigga go get the belt, a nigga come up with another excuse. You got to go get the
Yeah,
other
Even
one.
even with we people wanted the Ryan fight, but even with that fight, it got asterisks by it. You know what I'm saying? You had a nigga spying on him. You know he was injured. You weight drained him. He didn't fight at 135 for 2 years. He was at
yeah.
140 something, and you drained him down to 136, bragging,
And you,
oh,
yeah,
you weight drained. You bragged about
yeah.
that in the face off. So it's just like that's not even the full fight that we wanted because you know what I'm saying? You did all that shit to him.
Man, I honestly, in real life, bro, I want Tank to just go away. He can retire. If you got all this money, you crazy rich, like you keep telling everybody jealous of you about money, and you don't like boxing. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Right.
What we
Like when he
doing?
went to listen, when he went to 135 and he didn't go for the belts, like with T.O. and all them, when he had a chance to take them belts when he went to
Yeah.
135 and instead he fought what's the name? We was mad that he fought Gamboa, but you ain't seen how mad we was when he decided to go to 140 and don't
And
go
fight.
fight Josh Taylor for all four of them goddamn belts. You should have heard the talking around going on when he picked Barrios at 140 and goddamn Josh Taylor sitting right there with all the belts like Bud Ray trying to do with Canelo right now.
And look, I
Mm,
was I was
mm.
mad. I was mad when Tank when he said after Devin fight Cambosis, I want to fight him, Devin Haney. After he beat Cambosis, that was for undisputed. You could have fought Devin Haney, and he didn't
Mm,
fight him. He went silent after Devin won the fight.
But
mm.
you know what though? He couldn't have got the fight with he wouldn't have got that fight anyway when he was fighting Cambosis because Bob Arm already had it planned for Devin to fight Lomachenko. He wasn't getting that
Mm-hmm.
fight anyway. That shit wasn't gonna happen because he already had a two fight a fight and then a rematch, a two fight deal with Kambosos, and then you gonna fight Lomachenko, and that was what Bob Arm already had in plan. So by Tank not being on top rank, that definitely wasn't gonna happen.
Mm.
But
Okay.
he had other avenues that he could have took to still get a belt, though. He could have got the belt through Tio. Tio had the
Mm-hmm.
belt right there.
Before
Lomachenko had a
Cambosis
belt
had it.
during the
Before
time while he
Cambosis
was
had
at
it.
Yeah.
135.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He
And,
could have
and
still got them belts at 135, and then you could have fought Josh Taylor for undisputed for all four belts at 140. Why would you fight for an underbelt? Why you fight for a crackerjack belt? Why would you fight Barrios for a crackerjack belt instead of fight Josh Taylor for all four of the real belts?
facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it is with Tank though. He a good fighter, but this my last chance with him. If he beat Lamont Roach, I want him to fight Shakur because Turkey said he gonna make him an offer. He told him to write his number. So
Don got
that fight,
roach
I want
over
to see him
Tank.
fight Shakur. Or I can't really mess with Tank, man.
Right.
Man, Tank
Don,
about
Don,
to
don't you
knock
got
Roach.
roach over Tank?
Tank about to
I
knock
got
Roach
Roach
to the
over
third
Tank.
row, bro.
I don't know, man. People talk about him knocking him
Right.
out. He didn't even pay. He didn't even pay him the bet for not knocking him out. So I don't really got
Yeah.
confidence in him
Hey,
stopping him.
bro.
Motherfucker,
Okay, so
motherfucker
I've been
asked me
hearing a
about
lot of
that fight.
excuses on the show today. So we gonna act like that was a regular camp for Tank.
It
Guess
was
what, y'all? I don't know how to bet on that fight. I'm not betting shit on that fight. I don't
right.
know
You
Yeah,
what
can't
to
you
bet
bet on.
can't bet
I
on
on
ain't
that
betting
I
fight.
nothing
got
on that
Roach.
fight. I'm just watching that fight.
the dog
I
walk this
got
boy.
Roach.
This
That's a
boy
50.
Roach is on TV too much, bro. He acting like Ugas right now, bro. I'm telling you, man. Tank go do something bad to this boy. Watch what I tell
I
you,
hope
Tree.
so. Because
Tree,
in the
Tree, you know
first,
Tank
I
gonna
said
have
for a
to
while
earn
now.
my what's the name back by doing so. That's how he get my trust. He might get me back a little
He
bit
gonna
better if
lose. He
he
gonna
gotta
lose
put
like
him
Roy
out.
He gonna do this boy
Jones.
dirty.
He
He
gonna
gonna do this.
lose like Roy Jones. Like,
yeah,
hey, what's your excuse this time, Tank?
yeah. It's like
I like that,
because
D. I
Roy,
like
look, Lamont Roach, he was countering everything Tank threw. Everything.
Because
He
he
was going
Everything.
familiar.
for it.
That's a perfect
so.
example of him being familiar with
Yeah,
Tank.
yeah.
That's the problem
Devin
with
was
this
Hey,
Exactly.
fight.
familiar with
listen, y'all.
Roy
Hey,
too.
check
Devin
this
was
out though,
familiar
right?
with
Right.
Listen,
Roy.
That's
y'all.
what I'm
But
saying.
check this out. Listen, y'all. They said they was mad down here, right? You know, they hear us on the boxing talk channels, and I caught somebody in the interview. It was one of the coaches or somebody that was with Tank, and I'm saying they was like, yeah, Muff, you can't pay these YouTube channels no mind. They always talking about who fighters is. They don't know who Lamont Roach was. They just didn't know Lamont Roach. We know how good Lamont Roach was, but the bottom line is, you mad? They mad because everybody don't know who Lamont Roach was for real. He wasn't on the level that's who Tank should have been picking to fight.
Exactly.
Mm.
Right,
That's not who
right,
Tank should have been
right,
looking to fight.
right,
You know that.
right,
His team
right,
know that. He trying to
right.
blame the YouTube channel talking about, oh, the YouTube channel don't know what the fuck they talking about. Them niggas
He
talk
Mm.
because they want Tank to fight certain fighters because they don't know the fighter. We knew Lamont Roach was good. We already know Lamont Roach. We've got work in with Lamont Roach. We already know about who Lamont Roach was. But we don't know Lamont Roach and we paying our money.
Tank
Nigga,
really thought
Yeah,
what
Tank
is you
really thought
talking about?
Tank
yeah.
really thought he was gonna stop Lamont Roach too. He betted $250,000 with him that he'll stop him. He
Mm.
betted his homie 100,000 in the crowd that he'll stop him. So he really thought
Right,
that, but he got a reality check.
But what I'm getting at,
right,
like, yeah, he probably really thought that, but he had a lot going on in that camp, bro, and we all know what
right.
I'm talking about. So this time around, no excuses. We
No
locked him
I
up.
don't
excuses.
know what he had going on.
You know, with his trainer and shit, bro. Like, it was a lot of shit
Right.
going on right there. I'm telling y'all, it was a lot of shit going
Right,
on in that
right.
last camp. So
It was no
for
Leonard
five, it'd be
Ellerby or
different.
none of that at the press conferences either. So I
Yeah.
mean, we give him I give him leeway
Because
for
he
all the stuff
always, because he
that was
always,
happening.
every time he got a fight, he always into it with everybody. And dog need to bounce. He can
Right.
go.
Look, it was three people in his corner giving them directions and all that. So I give him that. But this rematch is gonna show us what he made of.
Man, he
Either
gonna lose, bro.
Lamont
If it
Roach
if it
got his
was going on
card.
then, it's going on now too. Then
Yeah, we gonna see because Lamont
it's
Roach can.
always something going on. It's always something.
But
He
look,
gonna lose.
but besides that, I just feel like Lamont Roach got the kryptonite for Tank, man, because he was on point with everything. His power wasn't working. He countered everything he
Y'all
threw.
act like he was just dog walking Tank, bro.
He damn near, bro. He was winning those rounds, and Tank took that knee from a punch. You know what I'm saying? Went to the corner.
I'm gonna agree with you on that,
That,
bro. I
yeah,
agree.
that should
I
have
said
counted.
a punch landed too. That should have been,
It
you know,
it should have counted. But when he
should have
came
counted.
back after that, he started trying to fight a firefight. Tank really tried to get him, but he couldn't do nothing. It's like Roach got
Yo,
he
he
got his
right too.
number,
I
So I
bro.
just
think it's
watched
gonna
that
be
fight
different this time.
yesterday. He right.
That's why I
That
think it's
fight.
gonna
I
be.
think
That was,
I
That's why I
think
think it's gonna
that
be different this
Roach last time he went into the fight knowing he could beat Tank, knowing he knew what Tank had. Now in his heart of hearts, he's 100% sure he gonna be even better.
Yeah, that's what
He
I
gonna
feel
be
like
even
too.
better.
you think he gonna be better this fight? God
I think he
dang.
gonna be better this fight because he
Mm.
what he thought he knew, he proved it to
So
himself.
you saying
Yeah,
down the confidence is
I agree
going?
with that.
Yes,
So he's saying
yes.
the
that
confidence
can
then
get
kicked
His
you
in
in
on him.
confidence
trouble
is
too,
going to
and that can
rise
get your
from.
ass in trouble too.
You say that's what's gonna get him in trouble?
I said, yeah, that I said that can get you in trouble too.
Yeah, yeah. It ain't though.
Yeah.
Okay, but I just don't
That can't
see.
get confidence can't get you in trouble if you're not safely using your
No, he
confidence.
just he just confirmed.
So
He just
yeah,
confirmed what he already knew. It's not an overconfidence. He
right,
confirmed what he knew by
right,
that fight. He like I already know from being a kid for dealing with this nigga my whole life that I
Yep.
can take his punches. I know
right.
what he like to do. I know what he don't like happening, and I'm gonna do all of it. And then when
Frank,
he
Mm.
did all of it and it worked, now it's like, oh hell yeah, let's
and look,
go.
Frank
Yeah.
Okay,
Martin. Frank
Okay,
Martin was scared of Tank since he flinched at him. We seen the fear right
Yeah,
right,
there.
you ain't lying.
right.
You ain't
He
lying.
went
Yeah,
in that. Yeah,
yes,
he
he
went in
was
that fight
scared,
scared of Tank. So he eventually was
scared
gonna
to
get caught.
death.
Lamont
okay,
Roach, he don't think like that,
okay,
bro.
Well,
He
well,
got a
that's
whole different
okay.
because
mindset.
Frank hasn't fought Tank since they was 9 years old either.
Right.
Right. It's a yeah. What I'm saying. Lamont Roach
Yeah.
might
I
have his
don't like
number.
him though. I don't like him. I just think he got to show me something. Frank Martin. I don't like him.
He got the
He
juice from
ain't
Arrow.
shit.
That's all. But I want him to
Man,
fight
they got
Keyshawn
cats
next.
coming in right now. Abdullah, what's the name? Put one of them in there with him right now. Put
He at
one of them in there with
140
him.
though. He said
Oh,
he
he
at
went to 140.
140. I want to see him fight
Yeah,
Keyshawn Martin. Keyshawn Davis.
yeah, that's a good. Yeah, let them. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Who
Let
you
them
say?
fight.
Who you say,
Frank
bro?
Martin.
Keyshawn Davis and Martin
Keyshawn
at
and Frank
140.
Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keyshawn and Frank Martin. Yeah, at
Yeah,
140.
yeah. They
Yeah,
had
that's
some
a good
smoke.
fight.
They had some smoke of about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Smoke.
that's what I
Right,
want to see. That's the fight I
right.
want to
That's a good fight though. That's a good one.
see. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, this weekend though, man, I got Berlanga stopping Shiraz, man. That's another fight.
Berlanga is not like that to
He
me,
he
bro.
not like that, but I got him
Oh,
beating Shiraz because he at home number one, so he got to step up.
hey,
And I feel
bro.
like
No, it's
Don't look
something.
over Dodgy, bro.
Ain't it something? What you say about belonging? I mean, ain't it something missing with him that you see? Like when you look at belonging, it's like something
yeah,
missing.
He
yeah.
not. He not. He just don't do it,
But
bro.
since he been better since he got back with his old trainer, I've been seeing him improve fight by fight. Then the confidence of going, even though we know he shouldn't have celebrated the 12 rounds with Canelo, but that gave him confidence. You know what I'm saying? Then he came
Right.
He
And
in.
could have.
again, being
He
in a
could have.
fight like that, in a fight with a fighter like Canelo and shit, guarantee you he learned some new tricks, nigga.
Yeah, and then the
That
one
be
he
the
got
Right.
the
thing
one
about that.
he got the
Right.
first round knockout from the prison dude. Even though dude was out of shape, he still knocked him out in the first round like he's supposed to do. And then Shiraz, just his first fight at 168, I just feel like Berlanga got all the advantages, and he got to stop him. I think he's gonna
Shabazz
stop him.
got that reach, boy. That motherfucker long pause,
Yeah,
but
he do.
he nice. I like. I like. It'll be a good fight. I mean,
It's a
I
good
ain't saying
fight.
Berlanga go lose and no shit like that, but like he just don't do it for me, bro.
Yeah,
I don't like the way Turkey be treating Shakur.
yeah.
Why he put that boy on the co-main, man?
You know, it's he probably just going off the public opinion. So, they want to. He probably feel like if he was on the main event, people might start leaving and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn,
I,
straight
I get
up.
him, get a nice explosive fight at the end. So it's cool. Shakur, he
Turkey
got
trying
six.
to make Shakur know he ain't going. He ain't giving them shit. You gonna have to earn this money. You got to
Yeah,
come do
he,
what I
he
need to
got
see you do.
he got 6 million for that fight. So I wouldn't mind being on the co-main for six
So he
million.
probably getting paid the most, but he on the
Yeah,
co-main.
Yeah. So that's what really matters though at the end of the day, the money. So shit, he like
Fair
whatever.
enough.
He as Shakur, he gotta really prove he don't really have to, but he really do gotta prove himself too against Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? That he
I
can
wouldn't
hold
be
it up.
surprised if he stopped Zepeda.
Yeah, me either. Me either. Because Zepeda is easy to hit. Like Farmer was just teeing off on him. He just didn't get the job done. But Shakur is way more accurate. He got way better defense. So he gonna be able to stay in the pocket and just hit Zepeda with everything, in my opinion.
I don't think Shakur ever stand in the pocket ever again.
He was in the pocket against his last against Pally and
He ain't gonna get no credit for that because
Haratunian.
that was a plumber.
He no against Haratunian though, he was in the pocket. And he just didn't knock him out, but he was definitely in the pocket, bro, shaking
But
and
it was,
making.
I think it was the fight before last when he was on his bike that whole time, and
Yeah,
it just
but that's when his hand was hurt before the fight. That's against De Los Santos, yeah. But then he came back and he was in the pocket. Padley got a knockout after Shakur stopped him, so you got to give him credit for that win, though. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, you know, no, I'm just saying, you know, that's what they go say when that's not their guy. That's the
Yeah,
type of shit you
yeah.
say.
But yeah, I mean, people say what they want about Shakur, they be hating on him, but his fights, it bring people want to see him fight, bro. And his fight be like the biggest fight on that February 22nd card.
That's yours.
Everybody was looking forward to him and Schofield
Oh,
more than any fight on that card. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know I was.
my
I know
yeah,
I
fault.
when he
was.
got messed up, everybody like, damn, they barely want to watch the card. People was upset about that. And him fighting Zepeda,
Take your
it's
sweetie.
the
You
talk of
take
the
your meat.
town. That's what
You
people
too.
want to see. So, people hate on him, but they still want to see him fight, just like Devin. You know what I'm saying? That fight with Norman is going to be huge. That's going to be bigger than this Shakur Zepeda.
Man, boy, I can't wait for it, boy. I can't wait for it, boy. Haney
Man,
go.
it's exciting, man. I hope the fights is just they show. I hope
I
the
just
fighters
hope it
show
goes
as much.
through.
Yeah, as we showing, if they show just half the passion that we showing to even get these fights, they're gonna be dynamic.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it do feel good to know we got all of these kind of fights coming up. That's just a good feeling in itself.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I
yeah.
feel like we leaving something out. It's another one.
Me too.
We
You
got
got
the
Well,
Connor
we
we got the
Ben. You
young
got
ladies
Connor
tomorrow. We got
Ben
them
and
young ladies. We got them young
Uh,
ladies Friday.
I
Let's not
mean,
forget about the women, bro. Serrano versus
yeah,
Katie Taylor 3. Again, I felt that Serrano should have got the nod the last time. So in my
but
book
yeah.
is 1-1.
Conor Ben and Eubanks, I don't really want to see that at that weight again, knowing he's
Me
strong
neither.
to make that weight. That's not really something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to fight at that weight again. But 68 would probably be too big for Ben, so it wasn't really a need for a rematch, in my opinion. They shouldn't have even did it.
I'll put these motherfuckers.
they just forced it. The
Yeah,
money. It's the money. It's the money.
because it was a good fight the first time, but shit, he was weaker than he normally would have been. You know what I'm saying? He probably could have stopped Conor Ben, but you know, yeah,
Look
they
at the back.
forcing this fight on him. Just like they forcing the trilogy with Beaver and Better Beaver. I don't really want to see that either. Oh, but look, the Dubois and Usyk coming up.
Oh
Dubois and
yeah,
Usyk.
I got Usyk again.
We got
I got
Usyk.
I got Dubois.
How
You
you
would
got it?
have Dubois.
How you got
Cause
it by
look,
knockout?
look, Dubois hurt him. I don't mean to keep talking to him. I was going to say him. Dubois really stopped Usyk. You know what I'm saying? But we know that was a good blow. It was legal, but he got up and he beat him. But since that, he got the confidence because he know he stopped Usyk, and then he got some good wins after that. He beat Jarrell Miller, damaged him bad. He beat Herkovich, and he stopped Joshua. So Dubois has improved as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he confident enough to go in there and beat Usyk this time. That's how I feel about it.
He definitely got the power. I definitely, but I just think fundamentally, Usyk
Yeah,
just a better fighter.
that's a
Yeah,
fight I
Usyk.
want to
I
see.
think Usyk. I kind of lean towards for Usyk in that fight still too.
Yeah, I definitely want to see
But
that. But
Dubai has got better though. He is looking good. So I mean, he could pull it out. But I think I would lean more like Usyk though.
yeah,
Yeah, Usyk a problem, bro. He a problem. I felt he lost to Fury that last fight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
just I don't like all the 12 round decisions though. I be want to see a knockout, man. All that boxing is cool,
Yeah,
but
you be want.
yeah,
Yeah, Usyk be doing too much movement, man. Like he a welterweight or something, bro. Like,
right. You want to tap
Right,
here, tap there, like knock somebody out, man. Damn.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But that's why they say you hit when you hear channels say shit like I heard somebody say something about Usyk duck Deontay Wilder. Usyk is so technical.
Hey,
Usyk is so technical of a fighter that he would have fun with Deontay Wilder and he would just beat him up the whole fight. He would be bloody
well,
and all beat up and all that shit when it's over.
I say that he ducked Wilder because uh, he said he was gonna fight Wilder first because he the weakest champion, and he didn't. He fought Witherspoon, he fought this dude, he fought that dude, and look, that's pre-Wilder. We know Wilder changed after the Fury fight, so that was that Wilder. But even after the Fury trilogy, he said, I'm coming to the Hellenius fight with Wilder to challenge him next. He didn't show up to the Hellenius fight, and Wilder knocked him out in the first round, so everybody thought he was back. Even though he wasn't, we thought he was back. And Usyk didn't say nothing for like 3 months after that fight. So he ain't want the smoke, bro. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I don't know if why that fight or why that might ain't take place, but I wish it would have. I
Me
just
too.
wish it would have.
Me
So
too.
so people, anybody who would have thought that Deontay Wilder really got the skills to beat Usyk, just could see that he just don't. His Deontay Wilder just his footwork and everything about him is just when he came up against the right level fighter, he fought fighters that know what they doing. He was going to start having the problems that he had. That's why he could never get no good
You
wins
had
against them
glimpses
type
of
of
that
fighters.
in the fighters that he did fight. Like you seen glimpses of it, like when he was getting outpointed, but he had something
Yeah,
that a lot of fighters
Nobody
don't got.
fighter
That
don't
right
have.
hand,
Right.
bro. That power,
So
bro. Like,
it,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
he did
He
what he
didn't
did.
start off boxing like the rest of these
Hey
guys did.
man, Usyk would have beat the dog shit out of Deontay Wilder, bro.
I
What the
Yeah.
mean,
hell is going on
badly,
here?
I don't think
badly.
so.
Like
It would
brutally,
have been
like
throughout
bro,
the fight. He
stop,
wouldn't have knocked him
man.
out easy,
Hey,
badly.
before the Fury fight, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. But we'll never know. But
Yeah, well, we'll never,
I'm
It's
gonna
just the
we'll never
skill.
Wilder
know.
It's
always
the
had that
skill set.
puncher's chance.
Right.
yeah,
It's the
Listen,
skill
when
set.
Wilder won that fight, when Wilder beat
I wanted to see that though.
Stavern,
But
I remember
Usyk
that fight
denied
like
us that
yesterday,
fight.
sitting in the living room
But yeah,
watching
I
it,
don't
and
really even get into the Wilder
right
stuff.
after
But
that fight was over,
uh, I want to
what's
see
the name
Dillian White
said?
and Moses Otama too. That's a good fight coming up.
What's his
What y'all
name?
think about that one?
What's his name? Shelly Finkel.
Shelly
Shelly
Finkel was
Finkel.
his name.
Right after that fight, he said he's a baby. He's not unifying with Klitschko. He didn't want him to fight none of the other champions that
Fuck
had belts
Fury.
right
They
then
tried
and
to get him
there.
to fight Fury back then. A lot of people don't know that when they was both younger in their career. And Emmanuel Stewart even said that, bro, Fury was gonna be a problem back then.
Man, they didn't want Wilder to lose. They didn't want put Wilder in with nobody that's going to potentially beat him. So they wanted to just
Klitschko.
keep that train going.
I mean, but no, I would have did the same thing. Think about it, bro. He didn't start boxing when the rest of those jokers did. I know it ain't no excuses, but think about it. He started fighting very late. That's why
At
he couldn't
21.
learn the basic shit. You know, they just knew they
Right.
had a dude with a heavy-handed, right-handed motherfucker. We go ride this train as long as we could.
And they
Dog, he
made a lot of money off of it. They made a nice little. He did blow up off of it. The Browns bomber.
yeah.
Everybody was
Hey,
going crazy to come see him knock somebody out. So it worked for them, and they made a lot of money off that shit.
he brought the heavyweight division back, bro.
He
Clearly.
did. He did. I give him that. He did. But
And
he
and
wasn't.
he and
But I knew once he faced a boxer that he couldn't get away. That's going.
Right.
See, you're gonna look at it. If he would have fought Usyk, Usyk would have took away his best shit and not been
look
able
Yeah.
though,
to take away his right hand. And that
look
would have
he
even.
he fought one of the best boxers, Tyson Fury, in the first fight and got a draw in that fight. Even though he knocked Fury out,
A
it
Fury
still
that been gone from the sport and coked
it
out of
don't
Right.
his
matter.
mind,
It
bro.
don't look. Those are excuses, bro. This dude is so
No,
good.
He
Furry
had to
was
get himself
sitting
back
out
in
for a
shape,
while.
though.
Furry had to get himself back together.
He
That
said,
was a cherry pick, bro. He tried to use Furry
Bro,
for his
Hey,
name.
hey, Donovan
That was
don't be
man.
wanting to use no context. He
Fury,
just look at it. It don't be no. He ain't allowing no context.
yeah, I know
Fury,
that.
He
What I'm
like,
saying.
Fury
hey, he
only.
just lost. I don't care what happened. It's
Listen,
no excuses. You just lost.
Fury
Like,
didn't
soon as
look.
he got his shit together, he beat the shit out of Wilder, bro.
No, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
as soon as he got it together.
Tell me this, bro. How can Fury
Nigga, wait,
didn't
look how
look?
much weight he had to lose just to fight the first time,
But
y'all.
look, tell me this though.
Grossly
How
overweight.
can Fury? How can Fury didn't hurt Wilder at all in the first fight?
He
But the
did
second,
hurt him.
no, he didn't. He didn't hurt Wilder at all. But in the
Yeah, he
second
did.
fight, he got destructive power. But you can't. They say, oh, it's
And then
because
he was in better shape.
it's
His
because Sugar
clearly
Hill.
in better
Look,
shape.
hold
His
on.
fight.
Sugar Hill taught him how to turn over his punches. But when he fought Otto Wallin, he didn't have that power. He didn't even drop him or stop him. And he was hitting him with
So
everything
now,
he
what
had.
you get ready to head
Come on
into a
now.
conspiracy theory?
He
You been
cheated,
Yeah,
bro.
but
It ain't no
you
conspiracy.
heading into us? This
He,
where we going,
hey,
bro?
look,
but
he
listen, but
cheated, bro.
listen.
We
Yeah,
know.
you
This
get
would tell
ready.
you. This would tell on Wilder all day long. If you, when I sit right here and I just look at the resume, it just tell the first 30 fights. When he don't even have no belt, he didn't even win the first belt to like his 32nd, 33rd fight. And these guys that he was fighting,
Look,
if you
Here
look at
come
these
hating
first
ass
30
Tony
fights,
reviews. Here
he
come the
don't.
haters.
these first
He
30
don't.
fights, these opponents have like
Look,
10 wins and 15 losses and
he
shit
don't.
like
He
that when
don't
he in
have
his
the
20
names.
fights.
He don't have the names because the fighters ducked him. They didn't want to fight him. Joshua didn't
Hold
want to
up,
fight
hold
him.
up. Who
I hear
ducking
you.
you when you fighting?
I
No,
hear you.
who
But
ducking you
okay, look,
when
look,
you're
hey, look,
fighting fighters like
big
that?
bro.
He
This how
knocking
you
every.
sum it up right here.
Come on,
This how
bro.
you sum it up
Stop
right
this.
here. I hear what both of y'all saying, and I hear what Bug or Stop Canelo saying, but they didn't even set him up with the right fighters to make him better. They just set him
Thank
But
up
you.
with
listen,
Thank
10
the
you.
after 10
Joshua,
after 10.
Thank you.
Eddie Hearn kept Joshua away from Wilder.
We ain't talking
20,
about
look,
Joshua.
look, hold on,
I
hold
ain't
on.
talking about Joshua
Let
though.
me
I'm just
finish.
talking about anybody, bro.
Joseph Parker, just like Usyk said, he gonna go to his fight and to fight him next. Joseph Parker went there to unify with Wilder, seeing him knock that nigga out, and then he didn't fight him. Why did you come to the fight
Bro,
if you weren't gonna
listen,
fight him?
bro.
He ducked
Eddie
his
Hearn
first
offered Deontay Wilder 12.5 million to
flat
come
fee.
fight AJ
Right.
in the UK, and they turned it down.
And listen, first
AJ,
of all,
did not want to go fight no AJ,
look,
bro.
first
AJ
of
would
all,
have
look,
killed
that's a
Wilder.
he 12.5 million flat fee to $100 million fight. That's why Wilder didn't want to take that with
So
no
here
percent.
now I'm talking about these people not taking 10 million and
But
11
listen, hold
million and
on.
this and that. Listen to everybody right now.
Listen, that's the heavyweight division, though. It's different amounts of money. So look, at the same time, they came back with a $15 million offer flat fee. Wilder said, "Okay, I'll take it." And then Joshua, all of a sudden, talking about he got to make a deal with Povetkin in 2 days or be stripped. Remember that? That's exactly what happened. So
Listen,
they
them
ducked,
people was
and
on
then
them people. They
it
took
took them.
long as I don't know what with those
It took him 2 weeks
negotiations.
to
They
make
took
that
Hey,
fight.
long with the
It took him two
negotiations.
weeks. Look, he
the
said
person
48
the
hours,
person to
but it took.
blame the person to blame is Al.
Nah,
Yep,
bro,
the
they
PBC.
listen.
Yes,
Al
Wilder should
offered him
yes,
50
Al should have
million.
made
yes,
Wilder and Charles Martin fight.
He
He
offered
would have
him
been
exactly.
50 million to
unified.
fight
Yup,
Joshua, and they didn't take
yup,
it. Why didn't they
yup.
take the
That's all
50
he had to
million?
do.
Why didn't they take
Listen,
the 50
Al,
million?
because Al Heyman turned down made Wilder turn down $100 million Joshua fight.
But no,
Yeah,
Joshua
Exactly.
wasn't on
yeah.
that contract. But look, why did they turn down 50
Listen,
million?
And Carlo.
hey, bro, listen, when you say Joshua wasn't on there, listen, check this out. So me and you get together, me and you together doing business, right? You work with me and you work together. We got our own company. So we put up 100 million. They gonna put up 100 million for a fight, right? So what I know you about business and flipping the paper too, right? So we spend 100, we put up 100 million, then we probably trying to get back like what we trying to get back what about 500 million? We trying to get half a mil back, something like that. So
Yeah,
how's we profiting? Listen, how we gonna
Listen, bro.
profit
Look,
without
look,
Joshua?
look. Let me
How
help
will
you
we
out.
profit without Joshua?
Let me help you out. Let me help you out.
Yeah,
They don't
help
care
us out.
about profit and stuff. I'm about to tell you right now.
they
You saying
didn't.
stuff that don't matter to them. They don't. They think the money is just fake and it's printed, and they think that they just can throw this money around like it ain't
Listen,
shit.
Okay,
So,
at
so
that
I'm
okay.
telling
point,
you that right now. He about
look,
to
I,
tell
at
you
that
how
point, the
he know they
zone.
got it and that they could have just gave it to him.
Look,
That's
hold
what he
on.
about to tell you.
Hey,
And then
to
they
be
gonna tell you.
look,
Then they gonna tell you you biased because you said that. I can tell you how this
no,
gonna play out.
listen. At
And
that point, the
listen, I
zone.
can tell you, and they gonna
Talk
be
that
like you
shit, B.
negative, and they gonna be like you dumb, and that don't make no sense because they got billions of dollars that they
Listen,
just give away.
the point.
That's what
That's
they
look.
gonna tell
First of
you.
all, look. The point is, at that point, the zone was giving away money. They didn't
Listen,
care. Hold on,
see,
let me
I
finish.
just
I'll
told you
let you
what was
talk,
about
bro.
to
Let me
happen.
finish. Let me finish. They didn't care about overpaying fighters just like Turkey doing. The Zone was trying to get in the game, which is why they allowed Eddie all that money to throw at people. They did it to Golovkin, they did it to Canelo, and he didn't fight.
Andrade.
Eventually, they wanted to make money, and then Canelo wouldn't take the fight to make money, which is why they got out of the contract. They was giving away too much money at first to make fights. But I agree, Wilder should have took the $100 million, regardless if
Oh, well,
Joshua
there
was
you
in a
go. Then
contract or
game
not.
over.
But that don't got nothing to do with Joshua ducking the smoke, because they offered him
That
$50
day,
million
how was he ducking the smoke with it? It was
because
$100 million on
he
the table.
said he wasn't in that contract, bro. He wasn't in
Okay.
that.
Bro,
And listen,
All right.
Joshua was in that
So
no,
contract.
he
Don't
wasn't.
think Joshua wasn't in that contract,
He
How would
bro.
was
they get
not,
their
Joshua was
bro.
money
in that
back? How would they
contract.
get their $100 million back if they didn't put
Eddie
Joshua of
Hearn
He
all
never
already
people?
said.
answered that neither. He never told me how they would get it back.
Eddie
How
Hearn
would they get
already
it
Man,
back?
said
he
he
gonna say
signed
they
to
don't care
DAZN.
about money.
Eddie
That
Hearn
they
said
he
he
gonna say that
signed
they
to
putting on these fights just to be cool.
Eddie Hearn said he's not signed to DAZN. He's signed on a fight by fight basis with them. He wasn't in that contract, bro. And I keep asking y'all, why did he say give me $50 million? I'll sign the next day. They offered him $50 million, and they talking about,
No,
oh,
but
they went wild.
you
how
have a
can
big
Wilder
issue.
offer? Listen, how can Wilder
When
offer 50 million
and that's
when they only paying you 1 million a fight?
that's the
They paying you
look,
1 to 2
because look,
million per
listen,
fight.
that's the excuse that Joshua and Eddie Hearn use. Oh, who was
It ain't
Wilder?
no
He don't got it.
excuse.
Al
Listen,
Heyman got
listen,
it
listen,
though.
listen.
We know
Who's
Al Heyman
talking?
got it, right? Do
Hey,
Al Heyman got it?
who's up there on the top right talking? Who's
Al
that?
Heyman got it.
That
Al
Bud
Heyman
goes
got
Who's
the
up
that
money.
talking
Canelo.
right there?
This
That's
So
Bud
Bud
goes
versus
top
Canelo.
Canelo. This Bud, you know me, Tony reviews. This
Oh,
Bud
okay.
top
Well, I
Canelo.
didn't recognize the thumbnail. It's small on my phone.
Yeah.
Anyways, check this out. So we're gonna break
Check
down
it
some
out when you
facts
get
real
a
fast.
chance, though.
Just
Check the
hold on.
thumbnail
Let
out
me
when you
break
get
down
a
some
chance.
facts to you real fast. And
Shout
this
out
is
to
all
Tony
stuff.
Reviews in the building, y'all. If y'all don't
This,
know
this,
him, this our biggest hater. Let's
Yeah, I
be
He a
know
honest.
Bud
Tony
hater.
Reviews.
no. You know what it is? Goon got 3-0'd in the KO series, and he's still upset about it. That's all it is.
That's my
But
dog. That's
anyways,
my dog. That's my dog.
but here's the fact of the matter. Okay, both of them had legitimate offers. Okay, the $50 million was real. We know who
Yeah.
it was coming from. It was coming from Frank Warren. The issue with that deal was AJ could not fight on a Frank Warren card because it was conflicting contracts.
Not
You
true.
have Sky Sports that you have Sky and I forget the other one.
Not
He
true.
could not fight for them if they were doing the production because it was a breach of contract.
So why
So
did he ask
AJ, hold
for
on,
it?
please let me finish, and then you can
Let him
respond to
cook. Let
everything
him
I say.
cook. Let him cook. About time you do something good, Tony.
So there would have been a breach of contract, which means AJ could not take it. Now, AJ did say, give me $50 million and I'll fight you.
He
Deontay Wilder did give him the $50 million. It's real, but we know it came from Frank Warren because Frank Warren said it himself that it was an escrow through him. Now, moving past that, we know the $120 million, it was not $100 million, it was $120 million
Right.
to Deontay Wilder. It was a
Right.
3-fight deal. The first fight was $20 million to fight Dominic Brazil, who he ended up fighting anyways next for $10 million, half of what it was offered through the zone. It was going to give him $20 million instead of $10 million. He took $10 million with PBC. Secondly, Lou DiBella is on record saying that him, Al Heyman, and Shelly Finkel were all in the meeting room with the zone. Okay. With that being said, Lou DiBella has said out his mouth that is exactly what it was. It was a 3-fight deal. We're going to fight Dominic Brazil for $20 million. Then it's 50-50 million for the Anthony Joshua fight. They turned it down. Then soon after, Lou DiBella got fired for setting up the meeting. So again,
why would Wilder turn down two $50 million fights with Joshua?
I have no idea. You would have to ask them. But it is
That's not
confirmed.
true, bro. It definitely that wasn't the
That shit
fight.
ain't true.
Listen to
And
me.
then guess what,
Hold
Tony?
on,
And then hold up real quick.
hold on. Do you know who Lou DiBella is?
Yeah, I know who Lou DiBella is.
Do you know
And
what
I
he
know
was
why
to
he got
Deontay
fired.
Wilder?
I know
Do you
why
know
he
what he
got
was to
fired.
Deontay Wilder?
What you say?
Do you know what Lou DiBella was to Deontay Wilder?
He was part of his business, like his manager.
No. Lou DiBella was his original promoter. That's who he started with before Lou DiBella. Hold on. Let me finish, please. That's who he started with before he had a partnership with the PBC.
Right.
He started with Lou DiBella. Luda Bella, his actual manager, is the one who said he actually set this up. So why would Luda Bella be lying?
Look, whatever Lou DiBella did, it was behind Wilder's back, and the zone apologized to Wilder for doing that.
It did.
So
It did.
the point is, he never turned down a Joshua fight. That's what I'm telling you.
But what I'm telling
But
you is, listen to what I said again. It was Luda Bella, Shelly Finkel, who's the manager of Deontay Wilder, and Al Heyman, the three guys who are the top of his team. You have his co-promoter, his promoter, and his manager were all in the meeting. Now, whether Deontay Wilder was there or not is irrelevant. The three guys who control everything were in that meeting. The fight was a 3-fight deal. They turned it down. Now, that's not to say that Deontay Wilder turned it down, but in both cases, both offers were real.
I'm saying they turned down that deal, that $100+ million deal, but it ain't nowhere in any news that you can find where Joshua was in that fight deal twice. He was not in the deal. It don't say that nowhere, bro. There's no proof that you can show me of that, because I know
but it is what I'm telling you.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense that he wouldn't be in the deal.
It is in the news. Go on YouTube. I don't know. There's so many years ago. You'd really have to go down the rabbit hole to find it. But Luda Bella did an interview where he broke it down and explained. And then he goes into explaining why he got fired after setting up the meeting. And he says out of his mouth, Luda Bella is the one that made the meeting with the zone. Luda Bella is the one that brought Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman along. Luda Bella is the whole reason why the meeting even happened. And he said the meeting was for a 3-fight deal. 2 fights with AJ, 1 fight with Dominic Brazil. It was $20 million for Dominic Brazil, and then it was $50 million for AJ.
Yeah, it turned down $100 million.
I never heard that, but either way, we could go back and forth all day. I'm gonna agree to disagree, but I feel
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Look, Joshua would have stopped him.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing, though. Let y'all to finish. Let me slip one thing in. The PBC, Floyd told us after the damn Spence and Bud fight that the PBC did not want the Spence Bud fight. The same way the PBC did not want the AJ Deontay Wilder fight.
And that's why I just said before Fury, Wilder would have stopped Joshua, bro. And everybody know that. All y'all know that.
Off of what?
I don't know.
Off for what? Off for saying what?
Because Joshua don't got a chin, and he was not gonna stand up to Wilder's right hand, bro. Period.
But we didn't know. We didn't know AJ.
I don't know if Wilder has power.
Okay. Look,
we don't know if AJ didn't have a chin or not.
Well, why was Joshua fighting Klitschko and before he even got to his 20th fight? How did that happen? And Wilder didn't. Why he wasn't fighting fighters like that? Why he got that shit on his resume before his 20th fight? He was in there with Klitschko.
Okay, well, it's the fighters to get the fights that they get, bro. You know.
Okay.
Why Wilder wasn't fighting those kind of fighters? Why Wilder wasn't getting with them dudes? Why when he what happened?
He didn't. They had the same manager, and he didn't want the fight to happen.
Well, no, he actually said that Deontay Wilder is a baby, even though he had over 30 fights.
He didn't want the fight to happen.
He called Wilder a baby.
You say Canelo was a baby, but he had 42 fights.
Who said he was a baby?
You do. About him losing to Floyd.
What do you mean I do? When have I ever said Canelo was a baby?
When he lost to Floyd.
I picked him to lose to Floyd. I literally have a video on my channel saying
that's the narrative that they say. That's the narrative that they say.
But you said me.
Well, not
I know about they. I know about me.
People in general. That's what they say.
Here's the thing about it. But here's what I'm gonna say. You can.
Oh, he wasn't young though. You just be like fuck context.
No, hold on.
Fuck the context.
Not with
context is the excuse.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this, and then I know Bud's gonna disagree with me. I don't believe Deontay Wilder hits like you think he hits, because every elite fighter he's been in the ring with. Hold on. Every elite fighter he's been in the ring with, he could not knock out, and he lost every single time. So when I look at power, I judge power off of can you knock people out who don't get knocked out. Everybody can knock out subpar opponents. They're there to be
What?
knocked out.
Who didn't he knock out?
They're there to build your resume. But my question is, can you knock out the guys who don't get knocked out? In Deontay Wilder's case, he couldn't. He's the only mythical puncher that couldn't knock out a top guy.
Who didn't he knock
It was
out?
easy money. It was
Who
easy
didn't knock
money.
out?
Better.
Hold on,
It was
I got
easy
you.
to bet on Wilder versus Zhang.
He got all
didn't knock
knockouts.
out.
Easy money for me.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to tell you. So here we go. Let's go down the line real fast, okay? We could even start with the first one. He didn't knock out Bermain Stavern at all. Bermain Stavern, when he got knocked out by Deontay Wilder, was on a 2-year layoff.
Oh, but here we
hold
go.
on, let me finish.
Here we go.
No, let me finish, and then you can disagree, okay? Bermain, this is a fact. You can look it up. Bermain Stavern was on a 2-year layoff coming off of a back injury. He had not fought for 2 years before he fought Deontay Wilder, okay? Back injury. The first fight when they fought, it went to decision. He could not knock out Bermain Stavern. So if you were going to bring up Stavern as an example, when Stavern was seasoned and not ring rusted or injured,
I don't want to hear the excuses, bro.
There's no excuses. No, it's not an excuse. The fact is, he didn't knock him out in the first fight.
But he knocked him out in the first round in the second fight.
It's irrelevant. Did he knock him
out every?
Was Stavern who got a vacated title, who beat nobody to get the belt that he had? Hold on.
Oh my God.
When he beat nobody, who did Stavern beat to get his belt? Do you even know?
It doesn't matter, bro. He's a title.
You don't
holder.
know. That's the problem.
I don't care.
Well, you should care, because if you're gonna look at him like a legit champion, you should know who he beat to get his belt.
He was a legit. Did he beat somebody? He didn't get elevated. So
it was a vacated title match, and he lost in his first defense.
Okay, but he didn't get elevated, so he earned.
Who did he beat? Who did he beat?
It don't matter who he beat. It don't matter.
It does matter because
Boots didn't beat nobody for his title. He got elevated.
Right. You ain't lying. They bigged him up. They bigged him up.
Right, but you know what Boots went to do after? But hold on. You know what Boots went to do after he got elevated? Beat another champion and Stanionis and unify.
Okay, well, Stavern.
When did Wilder unify?
Listen, it doesn't matter. Look, if you own elevation is a weak way to get a title to me. If you fight for a vacant title, you earned your title, no matter how you put it. If you fight for a vacant title,
what I'm asking you is, when did Wilder unify?
Joshua didn't want to unify. Parker said he was going to unify, and then he turned around and unified with Joshua instead. So he ducked Wilder because he went to his fight.
Well, there was
Wilder.
So here's the thing.
Did he duck Wilder?
Hold on. Before that, there was 3 belts out there. Okay, you have Vladimir Klitschko, who had a belt. You had Deontay. No, excuse me. Vladimir was gone. Vladimir was gone. My bad. He was gone because Wilder had the belt.
Yeah, they had put him in there with Klitschko at first.
No. Listen. You had Joseph Parker, who had a belt. You had Anthony Joshua, who had a belt that he took off of Charles Martin, and then you had Wilder, who had a belt, who had the 4th belt.
I
don't remember.
I think Joshua had 2 belts because they put a vacant title on the line for Klitschko. Yeah.
We would have to look up who AJ got his belts from. But regardless.
I thought Klitschko had a belt.
No, Klitschko didn't have a belt, but they put the vacant title on the line when him and Joshua fought. I remember. They put the vacant title on the line, so he unified.
I'm trying to remember who he got.
Oh, y'all see this post from Bill Haney?
No, what
not to interrupt y'all. I say Devin Haney is enrolled in VADA right now. Let's see how long it takes Brian Norman to flex this same energy.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna say, bud. He fought Tyson Fury 3 times, could not knock him out.
He knocked him out in the first fight, though. Bro.
No, he didn't.
He didn't knock him out. He knocked him down.
And here's what I will say. Here's what I'll say about that first fight. Here's what I'll tell you about that first fight. If you go back and watch this 12th round that you're trying to refer to, first and foremost, you can look at the Showtime clock, not some edited, slow down video by some idiot on YouTube who has a stopwatch. If you actually look at the real clock and look at whenever he touched the canvas, he touched the canvas at it was around the 220s, and he was up by 213. It was literally 9 seconds on a real world clock, which nobody is. A referee is normally either fast of 10 seconds or a little slow of 10 seconds because nobody is perfect. But
Tony,
in real world, in the real fucking world, looking at the Showtime clock, you can see Tyson Fury was fully up on his feet at 9 seconds. There's
Tony,
no getting
listen,
around that.
I'm not saying it was a long count. I said there shouldn't have been a count. Jack Reese only said it was an account because I wanted to give him a
Leg was
chance
up.
because he was a champion. That's the
That's
only
not what
reason
he
he
said.
didn't waive the fight
Leg
off.
was
Yes,
up.
he did.
That's
say
not
that.
what he said. Jack Reese
He
said.
did say that, bro. He
Jack
said he did
Reese
it
But
for
why
said-
would you waive off a
Jack
fight that you
Reese-
didn't count to 10 yet? That's
Li-
They
crazy.
did
listen.
it for Hellenius, right? They waived it off immediately, right?
Okay,
They
there's a
waived
difference.
it off for Jen Sasaki, right? That's
If
why
you're
when the
going
nigga
to
knocked out
go,
Cole, they waive it off.
if you're going to go with what Jack Reese says and actually say what he said is the reason why I did not waive off the fight is because when Tyson Fury hit the canvas, his knee was still upright in the air. It was still upright. When guys are knocked out, their legs go limp. Being that his leg was still up, he knew he was still conscious. That's literally what he said. Why he
So
counted.
you telling me he didn't say he was a former champion and I did it for boxing? Did he say that or no?
That's part of it, but you have to use the whole
Okay,
context.
there we go. He said
No, it's
he
not.
did
There
it
we
for
go.
boxing, bro.
Because literally he explains he saw his leg up, and that's why. You can't see this is the problem. You can't take snippets and use them out of context. If
That's
you're
what
going to
you
use
doing. That's what
something,
you doing right now.
no,
But
I'm not. I'm using
look,
his whole statement. You want to use partial. You
what
want to use
Fury,
a significant sliver of his
Like, if
statement.
you're going
I'm
to use
using
the
the
part
whole
about the
statement.
snippets, you have to use the part about the leg being up too. You can't just ignore that he
Right,
said that the guy had his leg up. That's why I didn't wave it off. You can't just
And
ignore that.
what Bud's not telling you is he's misquoting him.
he did
He
it.
said
He said
what
he
he
did it for
said.
boxing,
No,
right?
no. I'm telling you how you misquote him.
He did
You're
that with
saying as if
did it
Jack
for
Reese said.
boxing,
No, listen to me, please. You're saying as if Jack Reese stated, "I only let the fight go on because it would be good for boxing." That's not what he said. In
Right,
context, what he said is, "I'm glad I counted because it turned out to be good for boxing."
Yeah.
Listen, bro. The man.
So don't misquote him.
We know Fury himself said, I was knocked out. I woke up when he said 5. So what do you he could have waved that fight off like it should have
But he
been.
didn't,
It shouldn't have
bro.
been no
Like-
second or third fight.
And you know what also could have
none of that other
happened?
shit to happen, bro.
No.
That's
You know what
I'm
also
saying.
could have happened? Diddy could have came out to the ring and slid across it with baby oil, but he didn't.
No,
All
but
right,
how
bro.
you let
It's
a man
cool.
wake up out of how you let a man wake up
happened?
out of being knocked out and don't
What
knock
just
him back
happened,
out?
man?
And don't knock
happens,
him
bro,
back
but
out.
it should have been
It should have
waved
been
off.
easier
That's all
then.
I'm saying. It should have been
But this
It
is
should
what
have
I
been
was saying.
easier to knock him back out.
Anybody else
But
would have got the fight waved
the
off.
point that I was trying to make is this: if you want to go to the 12th round, rewatch the whole round, because in the last 30 seconds of the round, Tyson Fury. Hold
don't
on,
matter.
please listen.
Look,
I don't
he's
care
not
if it doesn't matter. Just listen to what I'm about to tell you. Just listen to what I'm about to tell you. In the last 30 seconds of the round, Deontay Wilder was on Bambi legs.
No,
Yeah.
he was never hurt in that fight.
Are you out your mind?
If Wilder and Joshua fight and Joshua knocked Wilder out, how Fury knocked him out, I guarantee you they're gonna wave that fight off, bro. Right or wrong? If they would have fought back then and Joshua knocked Wilder down and out like he did Fury, they would have waved the fight off.
He didn't knock Fury
Joshua,
out.
bro.
Fury beat the count.
So wait a minute, hold on. So
Cool.
you back
How
on
you
your
knocked
back
out
on
if
your
you got your leg up? How your leg up and you knocked out?
So this is what I'll say.
Because he said I was knocked
Hey.
out. He said
This
I
is
was
my
knocked
problem.
out. I
Hold
woke
on.
up on the count of 5.
you doing
He
you
said
another
himself.
conspiracy theory? You got
Here's my
another
problem
one.
with
Said he was
Deontay
knocked
Wilder
out.
fans.
Fury said he was knocked out. That's
This
how I
nigga got the X-Files.
Did
Look.
Fury say he was knocked out or no?
Here's the fact of the matter.
But look, hold
okay?
on. Answer my question. Did Fury say he was knocked out or no?
I don't care what Fury said. He beat
How
the
you
count.
don't care? Come on. All right, look. We can end the conversation. If you don't care what the man who was actually knocked out said, then why are we talking? It's
You're
pointless.
acting as if. Hold on, wait, pause.
pointless.
You're acting. This is the problem. You're acting as if in the history of all fighting sports, not just boxing. You can go to MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, etc. You're asking as if we haven't seen dudes knocked out, hit the canvas, get woke up by the canvas, and get back up to fight on.
Listen,
We've seen it numerous
Fury
times.
was knocked out. Is all I'm saying. He admitted he was knocked out. So it's no disputing that.
Bro,
anyway,
do you
That
realize?
thing is, it just didn't stop the fight. That's your
Do
thing.
you
It
realize?
just didn't stop.
Wait. Here's the problem. See, this is the problem with people who don't understand the sport of boxing. First off, the wave off is new. That didn't used to happen in older fights.
but
There was
it
always
happens now.
there
It
was
happens now,
always a
so it don't
standing
matter.
10 count. They started wave offs for protection of the fighters more recently. Within the last 30 years is the only time it
But
existed.
it counts for the last 30 years, so you can't just ignore it. But we can leave this conversation because I'm never.
No, what I'm trying to okay. I'm gonna finish. Then I'm gonna finish with Deontay Wilder. Here's the fact of the matter: Deontay Wilder did not revive the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder, while he was fighting in his hometown in Alabama, he couldn't sell out a 4,000 seat
He
arena.
brought the division back. Period.
I got you. You believe that. Here's the fact of the
Everybody
matter.
knows.
Like I'm gonna say again, he couldn't in his own hometown. You can literally go look this up.
So who brought it back?
Before he fought Tyson Fury, he couldn't even fill up a 4,000 seat arena in his own hometown.
Who brought the division
Meanwhile,
back?
hold on, pause. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua was doing 60,000 in arenas.
That's because he's in the UK and they support boxing more than these fans in the US. But his explosiveness is what.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse. Oh my God, you made an excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's the fact.
That's how you be.
Here's my question though. Is boxing
Now it was perfectly good context, but fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's an excuse.
Here's my question for you though,
It's a
bud.
fact that the UK fans are more supportive for their fighters than the US.
Bud, here's my question. Is it called United States boxing or is boxing worldwide and global?
It's worldwide.
Okay, so him being in the UK is irrelevant to Deontay Wilder not being able to sell out his own arena with only 4,000 seats.
Listen, all right, man. It's pointless. I don't even want to have this conversation because y'all believe what y'all believe. I believe what I believe.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish on the facts. Here's the facts. In 3 fights, he couldn't knock out Tyson Fury. In his first fight with Bermain Stavern, he couldn't knock out an active Stavern. He went 12 rounds. Fury went 12 rounds in 3 fights. Joseph Parker, he couldn't even hurt. Zilly Zhang, he couldn't even do nothing but do a little circle and get knocked out.
Fury shit, bro. It's not the same Wilder. We don't even admit that Fury cheated, so we don't.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, not the conspiracy. It's full blown. He just went on ahead and did it. He couldn't take it no more, bro.
From that Fury cheated.
End of the day, bro.
Goon, I got a question for you, Goon.
What up, though?
It's only one group of guys he got that news from.
What's the last thing you lose?
No, I don't even listen to them. I got my own.
You heard that shit.
I got my own. I can provide.
What is the last thing you lose in boxing?
Evidence to everything.
Power. So power's the last thing you lose in boxing?
Yeah.
So where the fuck was that power when he cleanly hit Zilly Zhang?
Right.
Listen, bro. We know what happened with Wilder, so we ain't gotta go over. Y'all believe what y'all believe.
He never had
don't
power.
Believe that Fury cheated. Cool. Leave it alone. Talk about something else.
Hey,
I seen a channel the other day say that Wilder is it possible that Wilder could possibly become undisputed.
Wilder going to the Hall of Fame. That's all.
I always wanted Deontay Wilder to win. I always wanted Deontay Wilder to do good. I made the statement that I believe styles make fights, and I always thought Deontay Wilder could beat Usyk because he's very quick, and maybe he could have caught Usyk coming in. I thought he could do it. However, time has showed us that Deontay Wilder wasn't what he was made out to be. He never had boxing ability. He never had skills, and his power was highly overrated.
Listen, everybody seems to agree with you up here, and I'm not fit to debate with you about it no more. So what's the point of keep talking about it? You talking about it?
I'll talk to them. Hey, do y'all believe that Deontay Wilder's power was highly overrated?
No, I don't think his power was highly overrated.
The right hand was legit.
It was legit. It's just that
the Hall of Fame.
It's just that he couldn't box worth shit.
Right. I was always on that tip, but he couldn't box.
He couldn't box.
He did what he did.
You know what? That's what it was. Because you know what I had. Let me tell you, I had a female sit down, and you know when a female comes sit down. She was watching Wilder fight. I forgot which fight it was that she was watching Wilder fight, but I had came and sat down and she was like, who is this guy right here fighting? Like, why he fight like that? And
Was
I
it
was
after
like,
Fury?
oh,
Was it after Fury or before Fury?
It don't matter.
it
It
He
does
couldn't
matter.
fight none of it.
I guarantee you, nobody ever said nothing like that before Fury. He was smoking everybody. But is he in the Hall of Fame? That's what matters.
So I have a
So you
question.
always thought, hold him. So you always thought he was a real. You thought he was always a good boxer. All those fights, like 1 through 30. You thought he was a real good fighter.
Wilder did what he did with what he had. That's what made him the most dangerous fighter in boxing, which made
He
all these
did
niggas.
what he
And
did.
I
He
told you this
did what
nigga
he
got a
Fury
did
only
recency
with what he
bias.
had.
He got a
Fury
No.
only
recency
fought
bias,
Wilder
man.
because he said Joshua ducked Wilder and he's a coward making the UK look bad. That's the only reason Fury fought him. Y'all talking about Joshua didn't duck when Fury
What
said he ducked him, that's why he even fought him in the first place. But he's in the
what
Hall of
made
Fame,
Deontay
10
Wilder
title defenses. That's all that matters.
What
Y'all can
made
feel how you want.
Deontay Wilder dangerous is he stayed away from all top 10 level fighters.
You
Like
gotta fight in the
he
top
never
10.
fought no top 10
You
fighters.
have to fight in
And
the
when
top
he
10.
got in the ring with them, when he got in the ring with
You
top
have to
10
fight in the
fighters,
top
he
10
got
to get
destroyed. Now here's my thing. Here's my thing about it. This is
Tony
what I'm gonna say.
Reviews. Listen, bro.
Why are you going back and forth with me? I thought you weren't going back and forth
Look,
with me.
you
I'm
gotta
trying to
be in.
speak.
Look, you
I'm
have
trying
to
to speak. I'm trying to
to
speak.
defend the
I don't know
title.
why you interjecting. Like you said, you wasn't going back and forth. I'm just speaking. So the fact
Go
of the
ahead,
matter
bro.
is this: one thing about boxing that we know from the history of boxing is when you get knocked out once, especially if it's devastating, it's a lot easier to get knocked out again. So how the hell was it that slow ass Joe Joyce beat the bricks off of Joseph Parker? He couldn't take his power. He went nighty-night against Joe Joyce, but yet Deontay Wilder, who hit him cleanly several times in the match, couldn't even make the dude get sweat knocked off his head.
You have to fight people in the top 15 to even have a title defense.
That's true.
So
That's
you
true.
talking about he didn't fight people in the top 10?
Oh
when he
no,
literally
no,
did.
no,
He did.
no, no,
Yes,
no,
he did.
no. Oh no,
Brazil
we're not
was in
gonna
the
do
top.
that.
Brazil
No,
was
no,
in
no,
the
no,
top
no,
10.
no, 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 no,
Ortiz
no, no.
was in the
See,
top 10. What are you
see,
talking about, bro?
here's the problem with your statement. Your statement is wrong and right at the same time. And
No,
let me
it's
explain why.
not, man.
Let me explain why. No. When you're a champion, you have to fight top 15 within your sanctioning body. But a dude who's 15th within the WBC could be well ranked at 200.
He didn't fight. Listen, he fought people in the top 10. What are you talking about?
Okay. Where was Dominic Brazil ranked when he fought him?
He was in the top 10 when he fought him.
Are you willing to put
Guaranteed.
money on it?
Listen, I guarantee you he was in the top 10.
Are you willing to put money on it?
No, I'm not putting money on it, but he was in the
Because you
top
know he
10.
wasn't in the top 10.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
All right,
was.
I'm about to tell you where he was ranked because I'm going to go right now through the history. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, do that, and let me know. Look at Ortiz when he fought Ortiz too. While you at it, where he was ranked at. Look at the dude Joshua.
You say Wilder colder than George Foreman, huh?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm
Oh.
saying Wilder is in the Hall of Fame. He got 10
Wilder
title
first
defenses,
his
and you have
first
to
30
fight.
fights. You don't even want to show that to nobody. His first 30 fights. You shouldn't even argue his first 30
Well, who
fights.
cares?
He wasn't
Listen,
even a
what about
champion yet.
Canelo? What about Canelo first 30 fights? His 20th
Whoa.
fight was against
What?
a nigga who was 2-15, 5, 17, and 2. His 20th fight. That's how everybody do, bro. Come on now.
That's how everybody did.
Everybody,
Oh my goodness.
nobody is fighting top fighters in their first fights. But
They first what?
for him
What?
to knock out 43 fighters in his career is Hall of Fame status. Period.
All right, here
No
we
matter how
go.
you put it.
Here we go. Before Deontay Wilder fought Dominic Brazil, you had number 1, Anthony Joshua. Number 2, Tyson Fury. Number 3, Deontay Wilder. Number 4, Dillian White. Number 5, Luis Ortiz. Number 6, Alexander Povetkin. Number 7, Joseph Parker. Number 8, Gerald Miller. Number 9, Adam Kalnacki. Number 10, Kubrat Pulev, to be exact. Nowhere in there was Dominic Brazil. In fact,
How was Wilder number 3 and he was the champion?
I'm looking at the rankings. Like
How was Wilder number 3 and he's the champion? That don't even make sense. It don't make sense, bro. It makes no sense what you.
I don't care what makes sense to you or not. I'm telling you what the rankings are. I'm reading
You are
them.
not ranked at a number when you're the champion. So how is he number 3? That don't make sense.
Was
It's
Anthony
impossible.
Joshua a champion at the time?
He shouldn't have been ranked. If he's a champion, how is he ranked? How is he ranked in the same sanctioning body as Wilder?
No,
He's
you
the
are
champion.
wrong. See, this is what I'm talking about. Within sanctioning bodies, you're not ranked in the top 10. You have the champion, you have the number one contender, then you have 2 through whatever within the sanctioning body. When it comes to the global rankings, all the champions are in the global rankings against each other.
Listen,
It's
bro.
completely different.
I'm not gonna argue with you, bro. You good?
There's no argument to be had.
You got it. You got it.
You know what, Goon? Share my screen.
Wilder did what none of these niggas doing yet. None of them gonna have 10 title defenses. No
Did Wilder unify?
Right now.
Did Wilder unify?
Fury, Usyk, Joshua, none of them gonna have 10 title defenses.
Did Wilder unify?
They didn't unify with him. They didn't unify with him. Parker said he was gonna do it. He didn't do it. Joshua said he was gonna do it.
So we want to go title defenses.
He got 10 title defenses. Who cares if he unified? Nigga, ain't nobody take his title.
And Wilder's 29th fight, he was fighting 22, 23 and 10 Marlon Hayes. 29th fight.
Canelo 20th fight. He fought a dude 5-17 and 2. That's worse, right? But Canelo is the greatest, right? Okay, so what does it matter?
You saying Canelo what in his 29th fight?
His 20th fight. His 20th fight.
Do you realize Canelo was like 17 years? Excuse me.
He wasn't no 17, and I don't care what age.
Canelo went pro at 16 years old.
He fought a dude 5-17 and 2. So when you talk about Canelo,
okay, first off, Canelo went pro at Canelo went pro at 16 years old. Did you not know that?
I don't care. What does it matter?
You don't care that the man was a boy beating up grown men.
Listen, I know at his 20th fight, he wasn't 16. He fought a nigga that was 5-17 and 2.
Right,
so I don't want to hear that beginning of people's careers. Who cares?
Hey, Goon, can you share my screen? Can you share
Did Canelo knock out all those niggas that Wilder knocked out? No. None of these dudes.
How would he knock out the people that Wilder fought? He never fought a heavyweight.
Got a knockout in years.
How would Canelo fight who Wilder fought? He's not a heavyweight.
No, I'm just in his division. I'm saying in his division he didn't get the same amount of knockouts. So who cares? Wilder got all knockouts. 10 title defenses. None of them getting 10 title defenses. So I don't care if he didn't unify.
He didn't have all knockouts.
Opposition is the question though. The level of
opposition. He did not have all knockouts. When he fought for the title, he didn't get a knockout. There's your rankings. Dominic Brazil is not on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in 2008, and he went pro. So Canelo was 19 years old when he fought in 2008.
Remember that shit too. That's crazy.
Okay, what does that matter?
So was Deontay Wilder 16 fighting grown men, or was he already in his 20s?
Wilder started boxing at 21.
Exactly.
And he still got 10 title defenses. And when I told you none of these dudes to get
opposition is a question.
None of these dudes to get 10 title defenses. You said,
what does 10 title defenses? No. We're not gonna do that because I'm sorry. To me, it's more impressive you being. I don't care if you only have 4 title defenses. If you beat the Titans of your division, that's more impressive than beating 10 trash cans.
He didn't beat. All right, man, it's cool. That's your opinion.
Right, well,
but
let's go.
You got to be in a certain rank to get a title defense.
Here we go.
Period. No matter what.
We will talk about these. We will talk. I'm gonna go. All 10
I don't even
want
to talk about Wilder no more, bro. It's cool.
Well, you don't have to talk about him. I'm gonna talk about his
proving it to. I don't care.
So check this out. Hey, Goon. Listen to these killers, Goon. You ready? Here, you got Eric Molina. That's a killer.
Joshua went 8 rounds with him. Wilder earlier.
You said Joshua did what?
Go ahead, bro. Say what you said.
You said Joshua did what?
I
thought you were talking to me,
saying, bro. Say what you saying. Go ahead.
I just want to hear what you said. Joshua did what?
Your name is Phony Reviews, bro. Go ahead.
Phony Reviews.
Proceed, bro.
I mean, I think.
Talk your talk.
But I think you're delusional. Like that picture of yours is a delusion that's never going to come to reality.
I'm glad
See,
you like
what
it.
I'm doing is I'm showing facts. I showed you the rankings. You disagree. Delusional. I'm showing you his actual resume, and you don't agree with it. Delusional.
I don't care what you're talking about. Just go ahead and proceed with
Well,
what you're doing,
I
bro.
clearly said Goon. Let's go through his resume.
I said no
not
matter
Bud.
what you say, Wilder is a Hall of Fame fighter.
Yo, Rocky Balboa is a Hall of Fame fighter.
I don't want to
fight.
hear. That's irrelevant, bro. We know why they did that.
No, it's not irrelevant. We talking about Hall of Fame fighters. Rocky Balboa is a Hall of Famer.
Besides Rocky, who else is in there that didn't earn it? Who else in there that didn't earn it?
Who else
So
is in the Hall of Fame?
Rocky's in there. Come on, man. Everybody else ain't in there.
His resume shits on Deontay Wilder's resume.
Listen, he got 10 title defenses. Only 4 people got that. Period. So it don't matter what you say. It doesn't matter. You got to fight a certain rank, a fighter to get a title defense is what I keep trying to tell y'all. So they make you fight certain fighters to get a title defense. And you want to say, who did he fight? You can't fight somebody that don't want to fight you. The same thing with Terrence Crawford. They want to say, who did he fight? He can't fight niggas that didn't want to fight him. And them niggas you're talking about, Parker fought him after Fury, but he ducked him before Fury. Usyk ducked him before he fought Fury. Joshua ducked him before he fought Fury. They all
Did he just say Parker ducked Wilder?
Yeah.
What you say?
Did he make the dumbass comment that Parker ducked Wilder?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. You can go use Google. So Goon, let me ask you a question. Let's say I offer you $5 million for you to fight me, okay? And then Bud comes right behind me and says, "I'll give you $10 million to fight me." Who you gonna fight? Me for $5 million or Bud for $10 million?
He could have fought Joshua before he said, "I want to fight Wilder." He went to Wilder's fight to scout his fight, seeing him knock that nigga out. He knocked him out, and then he didn't want to fight him no more.
Did you hear my question, Goon?
Yeah, you said who am I fight for 5 or 10? I mean, if it ain't no bullshit in the line, I'm probably gonna take the 10. If it ain't no bullshit
that's why Parker went to Joshua, because they offered him more money.
No, he could have went there. He could have did that before Wilder. He wanted to fight. Man, it's cool. You gonna believe what you want. You gonna slow talk like you know what you saying, and you just being biased saying what you want to say.
Again, this is where I say you're delusional. You can literally look up the purse. Do you want me to pull it up on Google to show you? Do you want me to show you?
Why did he go to Wilder fight? Why did he go to Wilder fight?
Share the screen. I'm gonna show.
Why did he go to Wilder fight? Why did he go there? Tell me that.
I think he left.
No, I still see him.
Oh, that's the other screen. That was Drake. I'm gonna mute my mic, y'all. I'm here eating shit.
I don't think I can hear.
Tony, if you talking, we can't hear you, bro.
No. I'm on Google so I can show him the purse difference.
Oh, so I asked you why did he go to Parker fight? I mean,
because the reason why Joseph Parker went to the Deontay Wilder fight is because he wanted to unify. However, when it came down to make the fight, he had a low ball offer versus a high ball offer, and he took the bigger money.
He knew what Joshua presented before he went to the Wilder fight. He know Joshua got more belts and there was more money in that fight before he said, "I'm gonna go unify with Wilder." He knew that already. You ignoring that. He went there physically to see him fight, seen the knockout, and then he went to Joshua. He didn't want to smoke. He ducked Wilder. Otherwise, he would have never went there to scout him to fight him next.
So then what about Shelly Finkel? What about the baby talk? How do you
why
Shelly Finkel was calling him a baby?
That has nothing to do with Joseph Parker. Wilder.
The PBC did not want Wilder.
All right, go. Here's evidence number one.
Parker ducking Wilder.
Whenever you're ready, share this, and then you're going to share something else.
Go ahead.
Joseph Parker never ducked no Wilder, bro.
He did duck. I just explained to you how he ducked Wilder.
Joseph Parker took a fight for more money.
All right, man. So why did he even engage?
Go share my screen, please.
Why did he engage with Wilder, knowing there's more money and Josh?
Yeah, it's back there. It's ready for you to share it.
All right, hold on. Oh, there it is.
Or you know what? I do one better. Hold on. I'm gonna cancel that. Hold on. I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna put them side by side, and then I'm gonna share my actual
Bro, you
screen
can't. There's
so
nothing
you
you
can
can
see
show
it.
me that Parker didn't duck Wilder when I just told you what happened.
Hold on, I got you. Look, here you go, Goon.
Oh, I see it.
All right.
Boom.
So right here against Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker was going to earn 1 million pounds, which is roughly about 1.5 million at the time. Against Anthony Joshua, he made 8 million pounds, which is equivalent to like 11, 12 million dollars. So what are you going to take? You going to take
Who
11 or 12
cares?
million or a
He
million
knew.
and a half?
Listen, did he know that before he went to challenge Wilder? Did he know that?
No.
Yes, he. Come on, man. You just delusional, bro. You know it's more money in fighting Joshua than Wilder at the
The
time.
Joshua fight was not offered to him until he was talking about fighting Wilder.
All right, man, that's cool. Believe what you want to believe, bro.
There's literally a timeline. You can go do your own research.
I don't care to Google it. Believe what you want to believe, bro.
Okay, you don't care to Google it. You just get facts out of the ether.
Talk about it, bro. You good. You good. You got it. Yeah.
Okay, Goon. Since he's good, I'm talking to you now, Goon. It's your panel. Goon, is 1 million pounds more or less than 8 million
I'm
pounds?
gonna holler at you the next time, bro. Peace. Salute. Talking to y'all, man.
He mad.
Right, I'm dead, bro. Y'all be killing me, bro.
I don't know why he's mad. I don't know why he got mad when there's actually a timeline. Like there's no getting around this timeline. It's a fact that Wilder wanted to fight Parker first. Parker went to his fight to fight him, right? The offer was there first. However, when they went into negotiations, you had Eddie come into the picture and offer more money. So guess what happened? Parker went for more money. If Wilder really wanted to fight him, why didn't he offer him more than 8 million?
He couldn't. He couldn't.
Look, listen, you got Tony, you got certain fans, man, that just for certain fighters, they stand on all 10 on whatever the situation is. They will be delusional about it and everything. That's what we got a lot going on with Tank right now. You got a lot of fans like right now with Tank that just won't admit what has to be admitted. And that's why, that's just what it is. So those are people that's just they're gonna always disagree, Tony. You presented everything that you can present. It's you can't do nothing. You can't do no more, bro. You can't.
That's kind of like something when somebody got their mind made up already, type shit.
Yeah, it's like, and my thing is this: be a fan of Deontay Wilder. You could disagree with me all day. You could believe that he's this fucking unicorn and he's the hardest hitter that ever fought in boxing, but I'm fine with that. You're entitled to have your opinion, but what's not opinions is dates, facts that we can look up. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, we can literally look this shit up.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. It's just like, hey, Tony, that's like a girl rolled past me, rolled through the light, a red light, and the car was coming out the side. We watched her ride through the red light. Me and my car, few other cars that was around us, we all seen her go through the red light. She went through the red light and smacked the car that was coming out the side street. She jumped out the truck, Tony, and she went crazy in the street in front of all of us. The girl who ran the red light jumped out her truck and was hollering at the lady in the other car saying, "Are you fucking crazy? Bitch, what the fuck is that?" People coming out their house, motherfucker said, "Oh my fucking God." The guy was in the car beside her. The guy that was in the car with the girl who was getting hollered at, he got out the car and went around the car, asked the girl, "You okay? You crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? You just ran a red light. You smacked her. She might be hurt right now. What you doing?" And she said, "What the fuck? I ran. No, the fuck I didn't run a red light. No, the fuck I." This old man came around the corner. He said, "Y'all stop arguing with her. Don't keep going through that. She was trying to fight the girl in the car and all that." He said, Look right there. The camera right there. Camera right there. Yeah, they end up finding out though. Down the line. She called somebody on the phone. She was going so crazy when the guys was telling her to calm down and shit like that. She called somebody on a FaceTime, Tony, on a FaceTime, and told him, "Come get this. Look at this nigga right here. Yeah, I need you to come out here and come deal with this nigga right here trying to say that I hit something." Yeah, she did all that. This was crazy. Ran the whole red light in front of everybody.
That's the problem. And the nigga who she called was probably silly enough to come and try to defend her.
Crazy,
You know
man.
she called
You
you
got
Drake.
people out here like that. You got people out here like they are. It's crazy. I look at them and be
Y'all
like,
getting all the information, bro.
dang. Be like, dang. That's crazy.
Hey,
The camera right there, gonna tell a whole story. She didn't call people on the phone, all that. When they get that
Mhm.
camera information together and they show that shit and they say, Miss, you did all that crazy shit and you ran the red light. They go to
Right.
camera, you ran right through the light and smacked the lady clear across the thing.
Yup,
That's what
playing the
the
victim when
other
she was the
lady
one that
that
was
she
the
hit
aggressor.
don't even gotta say shit, bro. The
The
camera
lady
gonna tell.
didn't even say, hey, bro, the lady didn't say shit. She was in the car just quiet the whole time. Then she finally
That's
got out the car. She was holding her face. They walked over to the corner. The old man out there said, don't let her argue with her getting there. They said, keep that girl over there. Just keep her over there. Till the police got down there. She was going crazy with the police. I'm ready to get these motherfuckers killed. They made me miss my baby. She said my baby had a birthday party at the park. They making me my motherfucking baby miss their birthday party. And she was going crazy. And she was haul assing and ran right through the red like we all watched her. Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
that shit wild, bro.
Shit crazy, yo. It's crazy how people is, man. That shit crazy.
hey, did they
You know?
cancel that Morrell fight?
Something happened. I was reading, but I didn't never get a chance to finish reading the whole thing.
What did Morrell pull out?
Well, they said the dude was banned for 2 years, but he didn't have 4 fights since he been banned. So he's only
What's up with
banned,
all
I
these
guess.
fighters talking dirty up on the old boy though?
He's only banned in Russia, I think. That's what the little IBA shit is. But
I
Why is
can't
he
you know,
I
banned?
can't figure out why everybody getting popped except for Snack, but he got the stigma of being dirty.
Well,
Maybe,
this is what I will
maybe.
say. The biggest issue that I have with Snack is, and this is all alleged for them lawyers out there. I don't see how it's not a conflict of interest because according to Victor Conte, he's the one that brought VADA into boxing.
Mhm.
So if your best friends are getting paid because you brought them into a sport, do you really think your fighters are ever gonna get popped?
Right. And then that goes into play with what my man Ryan is trying to say happened to him. Yeah, that's your boy. How did I get popped? How come it didn't show up the first 5, 6 times, but now all of a sudden it shows up on the B side after the fight? See, that's Ryan's whole
Young
argument
boy
right
too.
there.
Hey fellas, let me take these kids to the store real quick. I've been having them waiting for about 15 minutes. So look,
All
I'm
right.
gonna
Okay.
get back with y'all. Hey, the Goon, it was definitely a pleasure, and I'll be coming through. I'll be checking you out anyway. I'm
Already.
always checking you out. And anybody out there right now, make sure y'all hit that like sign for y'all get up out of here. And I get back with you too, Tony. See y'all on the get back.
All right, dude.
All right.
Bet you, bro. Come back
And
anytime, bro.
I'm gonna hop off too, but no matter what, I will be back September
I
14th for
already
them
know
blood
what you think.
tears.
I already think
With
you know
them
why you
blood
think you gonna come
tears.
back.
Let me get my little coffee cup and drink these tears.
Hey, Drake, he think he gonna be coming back for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
He'll be all
mean,
right.
win, lose, or draw for Canelo. Either way, I'm coming back, but I know I'm getting tears when I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, it's
Go
gonna be a
ahead.
long night for Bud.
Have your shirt ready, my nigga. Have your shirt ready. You
Have
already
the
know what
Mex-
I'm talking about.
hey, have
You
that
already
Mexican flag ready. That's all you need to do.
know.
Go ahead and queue it up. Go ahead and queue it up on Amazon and put it in your cart.
Viva.
Hey, bro, you know I'm a man of my word, bro. I just hope
Viva
you
la
are.
Mexico.
I
I
hope
told
you
you,
are.
if Bud wins, I will get that Bud shirt from his website. I will order that shit and wear it.
You might as well go and order that bitch right now.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't order shirts of losers.
Well,
Okay.
okay, that's a deal, Tony. If Canelo get lucky, then we'll wear a shirt. We'll get one.
Yeah, you
No
know, he want me to
problem.
sit behind the flag for the whole show. I remember the bet.
Yeah.
I remember the bet. I remember the
Yeah.
bet.
who,
I
who's
hope he remembers it too.
whose shirt you got already?
Who?
Who? What'd you
No,
say?
we ain't got no shirt or flags yet. It's just the bet is If Canelo wins, he's got to get a Mexican flag, and if Bud wins, I got to wear his T-shirt for the whole show.
The whole show, yeah. Yep, that's the bet.
But I'm not worried.
Me neither.
I will tell you this though, Goon. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Terrence wins.
I know you just want to shut his fan base up, though. I know you want to shut the Canelo fan base up. I know you. I know where you at.
I like Crawford because he's an American champion. Like point blank, period. I'd rather see Crawford win, but I just know he can't.
Okay.
Can't.
Yeah, he can't.
Okay.
Like you don't fight Israel Mazmadov and do 0 damage and go in there and beat Canelo.
Right. I like your what do you call that?
Shout out to Bud, go stop Canelo.
Hey, Bud, you better be here the day after the fight.
He gonna be here because we gonna be waiting on your ass to pull up.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be here. I'm gonna be making my rounds all that whole fucking day. I'm just gonna be making my rounds on that Sunday. I'm gonna be going from panel to panel, gloating.
That's how you feel, huh?
I mean, you see what Turkey's doing. He's already shrinking rings. Where Bud gonna go?
It ain't gonna happen.
Right in front of him. We didn't see in the blueprint that you could stand in front of Canelo and beat him.
Yeah.
Who stood in front of him and beat him?
Floyd?
Floyd didn't stand still in front of him.
Bivol definitely did.
I mean, there was times when Bivol did, but Bivol is arguably one of the best purest boxers in boxing. And on top of that,
but it's true.
No, the fuck he ain't.
Oh, come on.
So why was he pound? Why he been pound for pound so long? Or 1-2?
For the same reason that I had him pound for pound. We highly overrated his skills.
Wow. Who was we?
So here's what I will tell you. And like I said, I'm about to hop off to go to the gym. But in this day and age, when fighters constantly go up in weight, as you go up in weight, you start to fight guys that you're no longer bigger than. They're the same size as you. If you go up enough, like Canelo, you're now fighting people bigger than you. 154.
You know we know that, right, Tony? You know we know.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is who is Bud better than? I saw him go to 154, and I keep saying this. In my opinion, he did not lose, but I did not think he beat Israel Mazmadov. I had it a draw. I thought it was 6 rounds to 6 rounds.
So
either way you want to look at it, that
check
fight, huh?
Check this out, Tony. Check this out. Beat it as it may, how you said it like that. It's kind of like the same shit that you were saying when Bud gonna stop Canelo with Wilder or whatever, bro. The professional judges say he won. First, we gonna start off there. The context of that is those were 2 counter punchers, and one is unorthodox as fuck. That's a difficult fight in itself. Let's not act like he was fighting anybody else.
So what is Canelo?
What do you mean?
What type of fighter?
Yeah, you're a counter puncher. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
he's a counter puncher, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think Israel Mazmadov's on the level of Canelo in counter punching?
The only difference is the feet. Canelo is top heavy. He moves his upper body, but his feet isn't Majum. He don't have Majumov feet. So
I don't really believe that.
You don't think so?
No, because
you think Canelo got better feet than Majumov?
Yes.
Wow.
Because here's what you got to understand. Outside of William Skull, who refused to fight, Canelo always cuts off the ring on taller fighters. Every dude he's fighting is around 6 foot or taller. They're longer. They're bigger. So you have to have some type of good feet to be able to get close to them.
No. I'm not shitting on his footwork. What I'm saying is when I'm saying footwork, I'm thinking Majumov quicker feet to move quicker than Canelo. So what I'm saying is he can get out. There was just a difficult fight. Looking at the fight, you can go back and look at it. It's not a typical fight that Bud would have had. That he won't see that style often.
But Canelo is a pure counterpuncher and way better than Israel Mazmadov. Like if you ever had, Israel, Here's my thing. I say I believe Israel's not that good on a professional level. I don't think he's that good. He was super inexperienced. And if you didn't believe what I was saying before, Virgil Ortiz showed you he ain't nothing.
Okay.
Virgil Ortiz himself has never been a champion. He's never fought for a belt. We don't even know how good Virgil is.
But Tony, that's a different type of fight. And you gotta even admit that Virgil is not what we just said.
I understand that, but here's my point, right? If you were allegedly the number one pound for pound, the best generational talent, there is no reason why a guy with only 11 fights who got dog walked by Virgil should be able to make the fight that competitive.
Spinks beat Ali with 7 fights.
Ali was 85 years old.
Hey, here we go. We can't do that though.
We can't do that because the difference is Bud is not past his prime. He hasn't shown that age has caught up to him yet. Before Ali fought Leon Spinks, he had already showed that he was old.
I mean, I give you that, but be that as it may, he still lost. They got in the ring and he lost.
Mike Tyson lost to Jake Paul. We don't count that as a legit win for Jake Paul?
We have to. He got in the ring.
Okay, well, Jake Paul's a Hall of Famer then because he beat a Hall of Famer.
One Hall of Famer?
I mean, that does it for a lot of people, just beating one Hall of Famer.
Like who?
Who has beat one Hall of Famer that's a Hall of Famer?
Well, I'm asking you. Yeah, I'm asking you.
Joe Frazier.
Just for Ali?
Yep. Because he got the brakes beat off of him when he fought George Foreman.
How did he get the belt? How did he get the belt? He beat didn't he beat Patterson? Did he beat Patterson?
I thought it was Ken Norton.
Ken Norton. He got the belt from Norton?
I thought he did.
No,
I thought he beat Norton.
Ali went to jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see. Joe Frazier. We'll just look it up. There's no reason to second
But
guess.
I'm just saying, like you saying that
I thought he
like
beat Norton. Hold on.
I think it was Norton.
It was Norton. Ali beat Patterson then.
No,
Yeah,
he
Ali
got
beat
his
Patterson.
belt. He got his belt from Jimmy Ellis.
Okay.
Jimmy
Ellis.
Damn, I never would have guessed that.
See, no, that he would have got me with that one too. Damn.
And then he beat Bob Foster to retain his title. Then he beat Muhammad Ali.
Foster was Bob Foster. Ain't he a Hall of Fame?
Norton.
Foster's
he
a Hall
did
of
fight
Fame.
Norton. I thought he fought Ken Norton. He didn't.
He didn't.
No, he never fought him.
That was
so. If we look at his resume, he lost to George Foreman. He beat Muhammad Ali. What other Hall of Famers did he beat?
He got to be somebody, bro. I'm
looking at his whole resume right now. I mean, Frazier was a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but if we're talking about, he only beat Ali.
Damn.
That's it.
That's gonna be a question I get motherfuckers with because I could have sworn he beat somebody else, dog. I mean, like notable.
I mean, unless you consider Jerry.
I thought he beat Floyd Patterson at least.
But Foster was a good win, though, bro. That's the shit. Foster, he wasn't no pushover.
Yeah, well, Foster already had lost 4 times before he fought Joe Frazier.
But they was fighting back then, though, bro. Them motherfuckers was fighting back then.
No, I don't disagree with you. They were fighting way more. They were way more active.
Active is what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not like he gave Foster his first or second loss. The dude had already gotten lost before. His claim to fame is beating Ali, the first one to do it.
Yeah. Definitely up there for sure.
Then lost to Ali the next time, and the next time after that he fought him. So he lost to Ali twice. He got knocked out by George Foreman because Foreman destroyed him. That's why everybody thought Foreman was going to beat Ali because of the destruction that he did to Frazier.
Bacoli.
What happened?
Bacoli, like when he did Big Baby like that.
Bacoli.
Yeah, then he come back. He can't win a fight now.
Well, he also he fought. I guess you call him Big Baby. Yeah, no. But what I was saying is when he fought him, he came in around 280, which is his prime weight. After that, he's been 300 plus pounds, looking like he hasn't trained for every single fight.
Because he wasn't. He was on the couch, and they called him to fill in for that fight. Turkey called him, bro.
But he also fought a Jogba and was 300 plus pounds.
Yeah, that last fight. What was that, a draw? Was that a draw?
Yeah. But again, like
Everybody thought
he
he was
showed
gonna
up
be the new
300 plus
Anthony.
pounds.
Yeah, he got eating good over there, man. Shit.
Look,
Making
I
all this
believe
good
weight
money.
matters, but it comes to a point to where weight can become a negative. You could get too damn big for your own good.
Oh yeah, big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Well, look,
But
y'all,
listen,
man, I'm gonna get off this thing, man.
all right,
Shit,
yo.
it was good cooking with y'all, bro.
Okay, good talking to y'all, man.
Oh,
Always.
Bud, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings and made you run away and leave the playground. My bad, dude. You know
Oh,
we
Tony,
cool.
you a
You
dirty
know we cool,
motherfucker,
Bud.
Tony,
Get off,
dirty dog.
get off my dude.
Yeah, get off the homie,
I
man.
like Bud. I'm just messing with him, but I know he's gonna hear it.
Right.
Y'all have a good night.
Hey, you
All
too,
right,
bro.
Drake, you got anything, bro?
No, man. It's just a good show, man. I was just enjoying them two going back and forth, and I was
Yeah, bro. I was over there
soaking up the
laughing
information. Yeah.
already, man. All right,
Yes,
y'all. Well,
sir.
we gonna get back at y'all at another time. Peace.
All right, peace, bro.
All right.